strangers to scandal. And Anthony on satellite radio. Those hosts, Anthony Camilla and Greg Opie.
Controversial team.
Common profanity list Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony apologizing for yet another raunchy gag. The Opie and Anthony show.
Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
I believe we put on a fine show every day, but let's not be mistaken. We are the dumbest guys in radio.
Ew, it's Opie and Anthony. This place sucks.
There's no mistake about it. We are the dumbest guys in broadcasting.
Anybody that doesn't appreciate this radio show can go and kill yourself.
Kill yourself.
What will happen today?
I can't believe anyone is still listening to this show.
Oh, you want me to fuck your dick, do ya? One girl told me my balls smell like a ham and Munster on wheat.
I'm gonna make you come so good.
This is going to be another stupid show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Oh my God, it's going to snow. People are losing their minds right now.
Panic. Everyone's
There's panic everywhere. Up and down the East Coast. People don't know what to do. They've never seen snow before. What to do? What to do?
Weren't we just here doing this? What happened?
What, the snow show?
No, I mean...
Oh, radio?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
It's like you just sit
ridiculous.
here. I pull this mic in front of me and I go, I was just here.
I would love to bitch about it every day, but the listeners don't understand.
No.
And I don't expect them to, but...
No, because it is fun, but it's like, God, I was just here.
Know when it really hurts? When you have a really, really good show. We've been having really good shows lately. I mean, the general buzz about the show is it's been on fire, right?
Yes.
And then, of course, you'll have someone that will say that's completely not true.
Well,
and they were better back in blah, 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 blah. But in general,
yeah,
everyone has their dumb opinions, but the dumb opinions in general are saying we're doing really well. And that's when it hurts the most to come back in here the next day.
No, you're like, God.
After a good show, you just want to go, that was a good show.
We could coast.
And then mellow out for a little while.
No coast.
Like a sitcom.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld, all he had to do was one good show a week.
That's it.
And how many shows a season? 20-something?
Yeah.
That's it.
So nice.
We do 20-something shows in 4 weeks.
Like, like here at Sirius XM, like Eminem. What does he got to come in and do? One show every 3 years or something?
Would you love to know what they pay him to do 10 minutes of radio a year?
I don't know.
As we're the workhorses and no one even acknowledges us.
Yeah.
No one acknowledges us anymore.
No.
Big Boss, I don't even know when I saw him last, and that's okay by me. But then when we have a bad show, then you can't wait to get it back in here the next day.
You got to repair.
To go, you know what? That was a bad show. I can't wait to show the people, all right, that was just a fluke.
Damage control.
But when you're having good show after good show after good show, it's weird.
Mm.
You know what? We shouldn't even talk about it because they don't understand.
No, I know.
It's this weird thing.
I just don't understand how getting up just a couple hours later, like a normal person going to work, getting up, makes such a big difference.
I know.
And it doesn't matter if you just tag the sleep on the other end, like go to sleep earlier. It's just getting up is
what would be your
horrid.
I was going to ask you a dumb question. What would be your ideal time to get up?
Oh my God! Whenever I wanted to.
I know. That's why. That's why it's
ideal.
a dumb question.
I like getting out of bed when I'm telling myself, get out of bed.
I would be really happy if I could get up every morning at 6 o'clock.
6?
Believe it or not, yeah.
That's crazy early stuff.
And I usually get up a little before 5, so it's not even that much of a difference.
Afternoons were great. It was noon.
All right, let's go.
I pulled a nooner.
Dude, we can move back there.
Yeah.
You know that. The offer's on the table. Do we go back to afternoons?
Oh, afternoons would be so cool.
Do we bring back the Jaeger machine? Do we bring back all the beer fridges?
Beer and...
Do we bring back the shot girls?
Partying.
The foosball table?
Damn.
The lesbian couch? The big pen?
The giant pen. Something tells me if we did, we wouldn't be getting the giant pen, which is the problem.
The giant pen.
We'd get the giant pen. He'd bend over.
All right. Remember the days when the boss loved us?
Ah, yes.
We would get them all fired in the end, but they loved us.
Yeah, they all were sacrificial lambs to this fucking juggernaut.
Yeah, it's just a fucking...
What are you gonna do?
It's a factory. It's a radio factory, and we're just We're just one cog.
Shit in, shit out.
Pretty fucking much. Pretty fucking much. So what's the deal with this snow for real, Ant? What do you know?
Let's see. For the New York area, it's going to be an Eastern Seaboard kind of event. Washington, D.C., Philly, Southern Jersey, going to get fucked severe.
I know they're already at Reagan International Airport.
Yes.
Trying to get flights out, and pretty much if you don't have a flight booked at this point, you're shit out of luck because everybody's just trying to get the fuck out of Washington.
The size of those.
Yeah, your ex has like massive.
How is she doing?
Breasts. Did she get like a new boob job?
I don't know what's going on.
And they're allowing her to show like a lot of cleavage.
She used to make her cover that shit up.
Yep, not anymore.
Wear a sweater.
Ratings must be down.
Ratings must be down. They broke those behemoths back out again.
You think they have a closed door meeting with her? Look, ratings are down, and it's not your fault, but we certainly could use your help.
Let's get the tit chart out. Let's show you a graph, the tit graph.
I don't know. So, afternoons, people are screaming, okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know. You can't always get what you want, as was said by the Rolling Stones.
By the great Rolling Stones.
It's I'd like afternoons just for the comfort factor, but I don't know, mornings are better.
For what?
Radio-wise.
For what reason?
Yeah. I don't know.
For what reason?
I don't know. It just is. The industry has determined that this is the place to be.
But you got to throw that out the window, man, because it's satellite.
There is no window.
Oh, that's true. That's one of our problems.
You got to throw that into the hallway.
Yeah.
We could have one of the most amazing views in all of Manhattan.
I know.
And this is how dumb this company was when it was set up. Because I think a lot of the guys are different now.
Yeah.
They set up all these, pretty amazing studios in general. And not one of them has a window view.
No.
And we're what?
No.
Like 40 floors up, something like that, in Midtown Manhattan. When you take a walk around the perimeter, it's like, oh my God. Wow, look how nice it is from up here. You see the sun rising, bouncing off buildings. You see water. You see Times Square.
Yeah.
But not while you're doing a radio show, which would be inspirational, which would be very good for the creative process, believe it or not.
It was,
let's make sure everyone faces inward.
Yeah. That was kind of the good thing about the studio over at CBS when we were there. That giant window.
Right. So
you have a gauge of what's going on outside.
Right.
You know,
you can tell the people when it's snowing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be snowing now. We don't know.
Naked ladies in the windows. We can talk about that.
That never sucked.
Yeah. Now it's, Travis through a fucking glass wall. Wow. Oh, stop waving, you faggot.
And you know what? I'm not a fan of this beige. If we stick around.
Beige!
If we stick around. By the way, our contract is running out too, by the way. A lot of hullabaloo about the other guy's contract ending. Well, guess what? Ours ends before his. But whatever. It's two different fucking worlds. But if we do stay here, this beige has got to go.
Yeah, it's beige burlap walls or something. It's like a soft burlap. Beige-colored shit.
Like, there's something to be said about different colors to help you create. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
It really does help your mood. When you're looking at a beige wall, it certainly doesn't do you any good.
Yeah, and it's
a color that we should make extinct.
It's all the same, too. Every studio
has the beige?
This is like all just kind of the same.
What do they want? Just like a neutral color, like we're communists or something?
Yeah. They don't want color influencing, what goes out over the air, I guess.
Yeah.
The engineers have determined that this is the best color for the electronic equipment. Fuck what goes on in the studio.
This is the best color for what? Sound quality?
For sound quality, yes. Right. Yes. Acoustics are great off of beige.
I think it brings the excitement level down, so your voice is down here, which will modulate much better for the listeners out there.
That's why everybody plasters pictures and magazine things and posters and shit all over their offices and everything else, because they just built this place as this could be called Dullsville. The Sirius XM resides in Dullsville. There's just nothing going on.
I'm going to do another if we stay. If we stay,
we're
not going to be in the studio.
Yeah.
I want one of those fucking studios. There are a couple studios that do look out to the fine view.
Yeah.
And, if we stay, where I don't care who the fuck is broadcasting there now, just like the sweater show with the Trumpeteers, you are moving.
You're gone.
You are gone.
You're moving.
We are taking up your space.
Good luck with that.
What does beige mean to you, by the way? For real?
It means dull. It means dull and like just no excitement, no spontaneity. It's very institutional.
Is there a worse color? You could go with the easy one, like pink or something. But you know what? In a weird way,
no, pink works in some.
In a weird way, I'd rather have a pink studio than fucking beige. I know that sounds crazy.
It's like it just means dull. It's like it's.
Have you ever owned beige clothing?
Yeah, I have a few like beige.
Why? Pants?
Khakis or something, you know.
But why? Because you wear those for some dull event where you feel like you have to kind of look sort of dressed up.
I wear them when I wash my car.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm not going out in my beige wear.
Yeah, you're not going on a hot date. Anthony and his hot dates in his beige pants. Is there a worse color though? Oatmeal? Oatmeal's not a bad color. It's not a. This is oatmeal? There's no fucking way
I would say that's oatmeal.
Taste it.
No way.
It's oatmeal.
No, that's beige, bro. Come on.
I think you're.
Jimmy, is that beige?
I think you're.
On the wall?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the difference between oatmeal and beige?
Let's see beige.
Isn't oatmeal a little darker beige?
Oh,
yeah, but
we sound like faggots at like a paint store. Let's see beige. Is that oatmeal? I need something in eggshell.
Bunch of men who like different colors.
Yeah. Beige.
Maybe I should type in beige versus oatmeal.
Ooh.
Beige versus
Battle
oatmeal.
Royale.
That's good. That's going to be on the Sci-Fi Channel.
No, this is not oatmeal, I'm telling you. This is beige.
You know what? I don't even care if they call it oatmeal. I'm feeling beige.
I'm feeling beige.
I'm feeling that this is beige.
Maybe they invented oatmeal as a color to trick you into thinking that
that's what they do.
You don't have beige.
You know what canary yellow is? Yellow.
Is it really?
It's fucking yellow.
Mm.
You know, they give something a certain name.
You know how many...
say it's fucking yellow.
You know how many versions of white there are?
Well, how many?
I don't know for sure, but a lot.
Yeah.
When I was painting my dumb apartment...
I like Superior.
Superior? Very good.
My favorite.
When I was painting my apartment, the guy comes in, he's like, I go, look, I just want all these walls white. Because I don't want to compete with, like, the view and stuff, okay? That was my deal. And I'll get all the shit on the walls to get some color. He goes, all right, that's fine, but what white? I'm like, what do you mean white?
White.
It's white.
White.
That should be the only color that is perfectly described. White. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's white.
When you get into the blues and the greens and the fucking browns, I understand there's different versions of those colors. You could have like a light brown, a dark brown. You could have a light blue, a dark blue. But when it comes to white, it should just be white, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's not like forest green and lime green.
Exactly. Oh, no, there's not just a couple, by the way. There are many, many different versions of white. And when you see them side by side, you're like, holy shit, there are different versions of white.
But you wouldn't notice on the wall.
Hell fucking no.
Unless it was compared to something else.
Hell fucking no.
Who doesn't love a deep forest green? Fruits.
All right, here we go. Let's say hi to Dave in D.C. Dave.
Yo, good morning.
Hey, now, Dave, you're our weatherman. What's going on in Washington? When is this fucking snow starting for you guys?
They're saying 10 o'clock, 11, and they're closing all the schools early, like 20 inches.
20 inches down there?
It's going to be a mess.
I'm supposed to drive down the damn turnpike today after the show. Do a little visiting in Philly.
Why would you do that?
I got to figure it all out, Jimmy. I just woke up to find out there's a blizzard.
There's no figure. There's going to be over a foot of snow.
Yesterday, I was like, okay, I'll go down there and say hi to everybody. But now that I know there might be a fucking blizzard, I gotta reschedule or something.
But take the train.
Yeah,
the train won't be that
just to be snowed in down there for the weekend.
Yeah.
Dave, what do you got?
I'm in home improvement, and beige is a color for people who are afraid to pick a color.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yeah, they don't want to get in an argument, or like people say, just paint their studio beige and whatever.
But they should just take beige out of the equation. Why the fuck are we talking about colors? Thank you, Dave.
I know.
My living room is a
talk about
brownish
whatever
beige.
the fuck we want.
Is it really?
Yeah, he's right. I didn't know what I wanted. I can match anything with it.
So you just said.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. He makes a good point then. Anthony in Buffalo, not Anthony in studio. Just one.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, buddy?
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Let's go, Anthony.
Hey, what's going on? I just got to see what you guys think about the Buffalo Bills. Who do you think they're going to go for in the first round?
Oh, fuck. You know what? Jimmy's all about this. I don't know. Jimmy, what do you think? First round draft pick for the Buffalo Bills. They got it.
Probably, I'm guessing Pete Hulkin is probably the one they were looking at.
Yep.
From UCLA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Pete Hulkin.
What do you think of him, Anthony?
Pete
Yeah, I
Hulkin?
think he's a pretty good player. What do you think about Tim Tebow?
Nah, no good. Pete Hulkin is the guy. Either that or Frank Sonst.
Yeah. Tim Tebow might turn out to be a tight end, huh?
Yeah. Tim Tebow. Yep.
I like the little comments at the end.
I don't know. We don't know.
What's going on, man? You guys are from Buffalo, man. Give us a shout out.
I worked in Buffalo. A lot of people think I actually
From Buffalo.
that I'm actually from Buffalo.
Aye.
I lived there for 3 years, and I haven't been back. I've been back
I used to listen to you
twice.
guys on the Edge.
The Edge. Wow, that goes back a while. No, I mean, I don't want to bore everyone, but everyone knows that they're wondering if Tim Tebow could play in the NFL as a quarterback. So I don't know. I mean, someone's going to pick him up, but not in the first. I don't think any team picks him up in the first round. But
Yeah, he's probably a late second or third, huh?
yeah, but that's my dumb knowledge. I don't know much about this shit. So I know this much. The Bills need a lot of fucking help. So good luck to you guys.
Yeah, they need a lot of help, my man.
Yeah, I just said that.
Didn't he just say that?
All right, thank you. Hey, Ant, we got someone already in the snowstorm. Tom in North Carolina. Tom?
Hey, guys.
So you're already in the snowstorm that everyone else is worrying about?
I am. I'm driving through it. Been in it for the last 4.5 hours.
And is it like every other snowstorm you've been in, or is this one different?
Is it on fire?
Man. It's falling faster than they can plow it.
Yeah. How many inches is North Carolina getting?
I'm not sure, actually. I'm in Lexington, Kentucky right now. I started out in Charlotte.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, it's supposed to just
When
be
I was-
fucking crazy snow down there.
I was coming up through the west side of Virginia, and there was already 4 inches on the ground. That was 2 o'clock this morning,
Right.
and it's still snowing in Kentucky.
All right. Thank you, sir. Let's say hi to Joey on Long Island. Joey!
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Happy birthday,
Hi, buddy.
Jimmy.
Hello.
Listen, you motherfuckers follow up yesterday's show with fucking beige and oatmeal.
I think we're just a
Really?
little. I think we're a little tired. Just
Holy
a little
shit.
tired.
You know what? Some people say that when they wake up in the morning, they're just like beaten down by what we're talking about, and it's too early, and they're just waking up. Their alarm goes off, and they're like, sometimes it's just too early to get hit between the eyes with O&A talking about this, that, or the other thing. We figured we'd lay low this morning and let people wake up to beige and oatmeal.
Yes, we wanted to just glide into this slowly.
Yes.
And I just want to thank Anthony from Buffalo for contributing to the show with that.
That was a stellar phone call.
You know what was weird? I think people know that we don't go too deep in sports. And it's probably not smart for our show to go too deep into sports.
No.
General knowledge, I think, is pretty good and for everybody out
What
there.
the average Joe knows.
I don't think that Anthony really knows the radio show that he's asking about first-round draft picks for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
How many people would actually be interested in that this morning? I think more people want to hear us continue with this beige
and
discussion.
beige versus oatmeal.
Right. People are requesting Spectro from Michigan that we just start reading school closings.
We could do that.
How great would that be?
School closings. Yeah, you're.
But that was exciting when you were growing up. The school closings.
Well, now you could just pop online and you look and you see if your school's closed. Back in the oldie days, we'd have to put the radio on.
On
or
a
the
station,
TV.
on a station you never listened to because you were a kid, like a news station or something. Like, what the fuck is these old farts talking about?
And they would just run through the school districts, and he's sitting there going, come on. It was like a horse race for a kid. Come on, Elwood. Come on, Elwood Unified. Come on, Elwood Unified School District. Come on. And when they said it, it was just like, Because you only had a certain amount of time before, if they didn't say it, you get your ass out to the bus stop.
You had to wait at the bus stop.
You're going to school.
What about those snowstorms that were kind of on the cusp of being bad? And then your school had to be the asshole school to go, no.
Remained open.
After they announced fucking 50 schools before you.
Everything was closed. And then they'd actually say, like, Elwood Unified School District is holding classes today.
And you're like
why?
And was your mom the type of mom, if school's open, you go?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because some moms out there did the right thing and go, you know what? No one's going to give a shit if you miss today because most schools are closed. So, you know what? Why don't you have a snow day?
Why would
I'm going to give you a snow day.
Why would a parent do that?
My mother would send me even if the school was closed. just in case they changed their mind. She'd be like, all right, retard, take your books.
Let's go sit by the school.
Yeah, just look in the window and soak in some knowledge.
Right.
Little fucking...
I'm going to answer Anthony's question because our mommies loved us and wanted us around all the time.
I don't think so.
Man, you get older and you realize, fuck, your parents wanted out.
They wanted alone time.
They wanted a break from the little snots.
They wanted alone time. That's why they were always trying to throw you out of the house.
Yep.
Every day, no matter what it was like out. Why don't you get some, and it was under the guise of, why don't you get some fresh air? Well, like that matters because when I'm inside, you're smoking like a chimney. I don't think me being outside a few hours is going to compensate for the fucking secondhand, coal-burning furnace that you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just wanted out of the house. They just wanted you out because it was loud when you were in there. It was like, me, Joe, and Dawn in the house. It was just loud. We yelling at each other.
You only had 3.
Got the TV up too loud and shit.
You only had 3.
Yeah.
Name a year.
Name a year?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, a big year for like when the 3 of us were kind of...
No, just a year in general, because I'm trying to figure out...
1814.
No, like a year in our lifetime.
Let's say 1983.
Oh, you picked a bad year. There was only about 5 kids in the house at that
5?
point.
What about earlier? What about like a 77?
The 70s rocked.
Yeah?
There were 7 of us and at least 2 strays and possibly someone living in our attic.
You were fodder for a sitcom.
Yeah, in 1977 you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good year.
That was a biggie?
I think that was the year my sister's boyfriend was living in the attic.
Oh, that's
And
good.
we thought we were fucking haunted.
She didn't tell anybody.
I've told this story. We fucking thought our house was haunted because we heard the famous footsteps.
It was Greg Brady.
There were
living in the attic.
footsteps because her boyfriend at the time got kicked out of his house, so he was living in our attic.
You
But
you have to be pretty quiet if you're living in someone's fucking attic without them knowing. You really can't walk.
So I remember as a kid, like, just being scared going to bed at night because I'm kind of hearing some noises above me. I'm like, no, that can't possibly be a ghost. And
no one else heard him?
I don't remember. I mean, you're bringing up a memory that goes way back, so I don't want to misrepresent. Anne Frank.
Danny pops up a picture of Anne Frank. Go jot down something in your diary.
Fucking Frank. And I wish my sister would let us in on it. I mean, we were cool. We weren't going to fucking tattle to mom and dad.
Yeah.
So she let us believe that there might be some fucking ghost in our attic for a little while.
Would have felt a little better going to sleep at night if you knew it was just some guy that was having sex with your sister.
Whatever. She was older than me, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. There
was a 6-year difference, so whatever. I know she ran food up to the guy.
Yeah?
Well, we learned that years later.
What kind of attic entrance did you have? Did you have the pull-down stairs?
It had we remodeled, so, but I guess before that, I think you had to go through one of the bathrooms, yeah.
Was it pull-down stairs, though? Because
no. That was the new attic.
Holy shit, you're talking about just the square hatch in a closet somewhere, kind of a...
No, it was... My house out there in Huntington was an old house.
Yeah.
So you went through the bathroom, and then it had just a door, a creepy door.
Oh, I got it.
Went upstairs to the attic.
Oh, so you had like real stairs.
Real stairs. None of. But then when we remodeled the second half, the other part of the house, because so many kids, we had to fucking find some room.
Find room
for some of us. They had to pull down attic door.
The pull down stairs,
which we fell through. Yeah.
Yeah, those things are just so fucking flimsy.
They're so fucking
There's
dangerous.
no pulling that down and walking up there, up those, incognito if anyone's in the house.
No.
That's what I was saying. Or the other one was just the square hatch that was in a closet that you needed a ladder and you pop the hatch and you had to pull yourself up into the attic. Those were a pain in the ass too, and would not be conducive to having a boyfriend live up there.
Yeah, no, it was just a basic door with the stairs.
And finished like a floor type thing, or was it just joists and insulation, bats of insulation and joists? You had to pull a fucking balancing Wallenda.
No insulation, but old school window. Because then they went with those little tiny round windows.
Oh, scary! Like
or the tiny little
Amityville horror windows.
Yeah, it was like a weird little window. Absolutely, you could see out of. So.
And how long did you live up there?
And the floor was sort of finished,
like plywood or something.
No, it was wood, but very thin, and only part of the attic type of thing.
Yeah, and then the rest is like insulation.
Dude, I was too young, so I don't have all.
Probably got mesothelioma now.
Yeah,
breathing in fucking insulation.
We learned about this years later, so I don't know how long he was up there. I think it was probably only a few days, but in a kid's mind, it felt like months. You know what I mean? It might have been a long weekend for all I know.
Did they ever find out? Did the parents ever find out?
Oh yeah.
Big to do there.
Oh yeah.
You'll get the fuck out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then one of my sisters just fled, and I haven't seen her since. But supposedly she popped up on Facebook. The beauty of Facebook. She's sort of getting in touch with everybody again.
Yeah.
One day I'm down fucking getting a little breakfast, and she's like, I'm out of here. I can't stand her anymore. She was speaking about my mom who brought her in.
Oh, really?
And it was my older sister's best friend at the time. And next thing you know, there's a pickup truck outside. And we got to know this girl as our sister, because she was there I think she was there at least 5-6 years. And all of a sudden, her boyfriend at the time had a pickup truck. She threw her shit in the back, and she took off. And that was it.
Just left.
Never saw her again.
5 years this person's in your life.
5 or 6, like somewhere around there.
Like a sibling, and then just gone.
Oh, she was included in family pictures, and when we made a sidewalk around our house, and we put all our initials in it. Her initials were in there like she was one of us. Oh, yeah. And then she left, and literally 25, 30 years without seeing her.
An entire life.
Oh yeah, now she popped up on Facebook like, hey, what's up? What's everyone up to?
Did you write anything back?
I haven't. No, I don't really remember her anymore.
I don't know.
I know my brothers are sort of talking to her.
I might have to, I would have to kind of, hey, what's up?
But it's kind of shady, because I did look on her Facebook page, and there's like one picture of her, and it's kind of like from a distance.
A little blurry.
Yeah, so I don't know what that's about. But
anyone
pictures
that
of
has
her kids and her husband and everything are all over the place.
One picture on Facebook, anyone that has only one picture of themselves, there's a fucking problem.
There's a problem.
There's a problem.
You think that's what that's about?
Dude, there's something wrong if they only have one picture of themselves. Either it's not them, or they're really fat, or they're hiding. There's some weird reason.
Hiding, yeah.
Well, her circumstances were... I felt bad for her, and I was just a little kid at the time. The only reason we sort of adopted her, sort of, we completely took care of her. She became my sister, like I said, for a while, was that her father was getting remarried, and the new wifey there couldn't stand her.
Oh.
And said it's either me or her.
How old was she?
And the father goes, all right, well, and kicks his own daughter out of the house. She was only 12, 13 at the time.
Oh, poor thing.
And made it up to, almost 20 years old with us. Something like that.
And then just left?
Yeah, and then my mom was a little rough to deal with at times. Just a little. You might know that by now. And because this one wasn't related by blood, she figured, you know what? I don't have to stick around for this shit.
Wow.
And so she just bailed. And that was it.
The pickup truck just pulled up, and
that was it,
some
man.
Hippie fucking boyfriend.
It was a hippie-looking guy, because it was the 70s.
Get in the truck, man! We're splitting! This place is a bummer!
It's a drag.
I can see that. It's a drag. You don't deserve this, man.
There was just some kind of late 70s hippie music coming from the pickup truck, like Country Joe and the Fish or something.
She gives one last look, turns to her, and just goes, "Let's split."
Her and her giant hairy pussy hop in the passenger seat.
God damn, man. Man. That's it. Creedence playing on the radio.
That's pretty much what it was, actually. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Fantastic.
The guy definitely looked like he was a pothead.
Yeah.
This place is a bummer.
This place is a bummer, man. These people are squares. Let's split Squaresville, man. I know a commune we can move to.
Oh, fuck, is that funny?
This is a heavy scene.
Oh, fucking A, hippies. Shut it. You didn't change the world.
No.
World changed around you, dopes.
Yeah, your feet are dirty and fucking nothing you did worked. Thanks for nothing.
Oh, fuck, is that funny?
God damn.
Yeah, she was done. Yeah, he was a hippie guy.
Yeah.
I believe they were smoking some dope.
Doubt
they
it.
were leaving the driveway.
Back then.
He's the same guy that fucked Jenny Gump after the DC march.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I picture. Jenny getting in that truck after hitchhiking when she got thrown out of that awful place where she was singing nude.
And her hippie boyfriend blackens her eye.
That's great. Good for her.
This guy, I don't know what Todd's getting at. Todd in Staten Island. Todd.
Hey there, Tad.
Hey.
Pat.
All right, what's up, Pat?
Yeah, I just want one question. Did she have big, giant titties? Punching out.
I don't.
She had big, giant titties.
Is that a linger longer?
I don't know. It sounds like a line from 48 Hours. When Eddie Murphy asked that to Nick Nolte, but...
Oh, okay.
She had big, giant titties.
Yeah, big, giant. That's going to be a long fucking night.
Won't you shut the fuck up, convict?
Yeah, shut up, spirit sucker.
Here's your goddamn dinner, convict. Everyone's Zag Nut. One of the worst candy bars ever.
That was great.
Zag Nut.
Yeah.
Let's get a Zag Nut and let's see.
Horrible.
A Zag Nut bar.
Everyone is doing their man lines.
That was a
You're bringing me
goddamn
down,
horrible.
man.
This place is bringing me down.
I'm trying to think of some other shit.
Oh, Christ almighty. There's another movie like 48 Hours. You couldn't make that now.
No.
It's just so good. Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy going back and forth like that. We're going to fight right now. Come on, nigger. Yeah. He just fucking, and then he goes, sorry about the nigger and watermelon. That was just a big apology.
Where he says the words again.
Yeah.
And one of Murphy's best lines in that movie was he goes, no, some white asshole bought the last piece of shit sky blue Cadillac.
Yeah.
That was a fucking great movie, man.
It really was a good fucking movie.
And
solid.
Can't do any type of racist lines like that anymore. Not between white and black, at least.
No.
But God bless this Rush Limbaugh. We're going to get into the retard thing in a little while. God bless this guy.
Yes.
And I'm not a Rush Limbaugh fan.
No,
not that I need to yell and scream that, but I'm just not. But I'm loving what's going on with him and this retard thing.
Yeah.
Loving it, because I think it could help radio guys in general. Because he ain't going to fucking back down like other radio shows would and like radio companies in general would. He is not backing down.
He doesn't have to.
Well, we finally got a guy that's going to stand up to all this horseshit PC crap.
Well, he's attacking. He's I think proving how disgusting and hypocritical the Media Matters and all these people are, because Rahm Emanuel, who said it, is not going to be asked to resign.
Hell fucking no.
Because he's a Democrat and because he's with Obama. At least I think he's a Democrat. But he's with Obama, and it's amazing how Harry Reid, Negro dialect, no problem. Him saying fucking retard, no problem. And again, I know, redundant, Imus, problem.
Yeah.
It's phony.
It is phony.
It's phony.
Yeah.
Did we figure out where the fucking retard comment came from? Was it a closed door meeting that someone picked up on?
It was some kind of a closed door meeting.
But was it picked
months ago?
Audio wise, was it picked up?
I don't
or
think
is
so.
it hearsay?
I think it's somebody.
I think somebody heard it. But he didn't deny it, though.
Why don't we have all the facts on this
Bunch
story?
of rats.
Well, he didn't deny it. He didn't deny it. He said it. He's apologized. He called the head of the Special Olympic Committee or the head of the Special Olympics, and he apologized. And the person apparently didn't hear because he was eating the phone. Right. So then he called back. And,
there you go.
So they were sorry again.
Yeah, what is it going to be? If you do the fake apology, is it good enough, or that's not good enough? Like, you know, where are they at these days, these PC assholes?
I don't know.
It's good enough if you're on a certain side of the fence.
Of course.
If you're on the other side of the fence, the apology is not accepted.
So, Sarah Palin's now mad at Rush Limbaugh?
Well, because she's got a child that's intellectually challenged.
I understand why she would be mad, but guess what? She's not going to get anything done with this and Rush Limbaugh. She's just not.
Shouldn't she know that he's making a point about, at least I think he's making a point, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but about the hypocrisy of the Democrats and how they go after certain people for certain language infractions, but not other people.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's exactly what it is.
I think he's just being over the top with it to point out how Rahm Emanuel can say what he wants and other people can't.
Do we have the Rush? I think we have the Rush Limbaugh soundbite.
All right.
And then, it brings it all together here.
Our political correct society is acting like some giant insults taking place by calling a bunch of people who are retards. I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm just quoting Emmanuel. It's in the news. I think the big news is that he's out there calling Obama's #1 supporters effing retards. So now there's going to be a meeting. There's going to be a retard summit at the White House.
Goddamn. Calling retards and a retard summit.
But also, if you're an older person, you were just brought up with the word retard. And you didn't run around. Well, some people
go
did.
back a few years and you brought up with another word.
Well, but that's the words we're brought up with, and in most cases, let's just keep with the retard comment, I guess. In most cases, it was completely acceptable.
Well,
as the word.
They now, especially the people in charge of the Special Olympics, want it called the R word. They want it called the R word.
Because the word nigger was taken out, and again, not being nasty with it or overusing it, but because we now have the N word, every fucking group
is going to want their
the letter.
Word.
The letter, exactly.
F word.
The F word for fag, the R word for retard. And meanwhile, the Special Olympics, what was that? Did that just finished or something? I saw no coverage. I was trying to find on NBC.
They should be insulted that NBC's not covering the Special Olympics.
I wanted to see the 50 IQ dash.
Shouldn't the Special Olympics be insulted that the big networks aren't covering their games?
You would
Absolutely.
Think, right?
Like they're doing the Winter Olympics in August. Tobogganing down a dirt hill.
Eating handfuls of dirt.
Jesus.
Boy. It's not the proper climate for us to be doing these jokes.
Hey, look, if we get to a point in this kind of radio, we can't make fun of... We already have fucking be careful with race. If we can't make fun of retarded people, what's the use of fucking doing what you want to do?
Intellectually challenged, Jimmy, is what they're called this week, apparently. Yeah. Intellectually challenged.
It's like, why does one...
But then, we were talking about this yesterday, then all of a sudden if you want to make fun of somebody, you go, you're intellectually challenged, and then that will be a problem too.
Yeah. I don't like...
Because in the end, what they want, the PC people, is we're all just robots and we all think and act exactly the same.
Intellectually challenged throws too big a blanket over the whole thing. No one wants to have like this separate detail of language anymore. Like when there's a crime committed and they give a suspect out, it's always an African American male was seen doing it. And you know something? He might not be African American. He might be from Jamaica. He might be that. So the better way to say is a black male. That's the better description. African American implies he's American of African descent. Sorry, might not be. But could be from anywhere in the world. Could actually just be African.
But just to play the other side, when you do hear that on the news, don't you hear black guy?
Yep.
Yeah, of course I think that. Well, I go a little further.
But I just go, they're looking for a black guy. In my head, I just go, all right.
And that's when they say it, and that's usually in a police kind of description of, because the police are still, hey, it's a black male, whatever. The news, you won't even hear race. Because they're looking for the man. They're looking for your help. He's described as 5'11" tall, wearing a hooded sweatshirt. Oh, thank you. Could you actually cut it down? Could you cut 90% of the population out of that by maybe giving us the race?
And they mentioned the color of the hoodie.
Yeah,
he was wearing an orange hoodie. They mentioned the color of something that he can change as opposed to the color of something he can't.
Yes, right. No matter how much he wants to.
Do you not see the phoniness of these fucking racist white crackers?
I know.
This world is just getting insane.
It really is, man. I can't deal with it.
I don't know. I mean, the years we're lucky to live have been some fucking really interesting years, just to see everything change right in front of our eyes.
Yeah, we've seen it.
There hasn't been change like this in another period, I don't think.
Since the 60s, man! Woodstock changed the world! Did it? Why, you're fucking basking in your own shit? watching The Who. Wow, what a world changer.
I should hunt down this, like, sort of sister of mine and have, like, a 5-minute. All right, so the last memory I have is the hippie.
You leaving. What happened after the truck pulled away?
Yeah, the pothead.
Well, I blew my boyfriend, and we smoked a joint, man.
And then we found a nudist colony.
We found a nudist fucking commune that we lived with. We dropped acid.
I really want to know, though. Well, I joined the circus. What?
Yeah. Just watch the movie Hair. Right. You'll see exactly what I did, man.
You don't even
Look
realize.
at those big bushes.
You don't even
Look
realize,
at that bush.
You don't even realize how accurate you are with this whole thing.
Go
man.
down, Danny. Go down to, like, third row, right there. There. Let me see that one. Where is she? Oh, my God. Jesus. Look at that fucking
Would you?
bush. What?
Would you?
I'd plow it.
Yeah, the problem I have is it's clown red.
Well,
clown red is rough. You ever go clown red?
I never went clown red.
Jimmy, you ever go clown red? It's rough.
Oh, yeah. I don't mind it.
It's coarse.
That's like
it's fucking tight curly. It's rough.
Oh, like Blind Faith album cover girl red.
No,
red?
that wasn't that. No, that's not clown red. Clown fucking red. Think Bozo.
You're talking curly, coarse red hair.
It's a little rough.
Is it?
Clown red's a little rough, man.
Clown red.
That's.
You want strawberry blonde?
And you know what? The sort of sister kind of had the.
Did she?
Yeah, we all have like tints of red.
But that was a big.
I think she had
muff.
I think she had more clown red actually.
Damn! I bet. Oh my God! Look at this chick. She just doesn't fucking care.
That looks like a fine divot after you hit a hit a wedge.
Replace your divots.
Hit a wedge 110 yards out. That's the kind of fucking divot you would get.
Wherever she got that from, you should be pouring sand into the hole that was left there.
That's some solid golf humor right there, Ant. Fucking, that's some solid golf. Give yourself a bell for that golf humor.
Myself a little bell for with little golf humor.
With a little seed and fucking
dirt, sand, some dirt.
Nice.
Yeah, get it in there.
Let's say hi to. Wow. See, now we're rocking. Fuck that bass shit. We woke up all of a sudden. DJ Ronkonkoma.
Yo, what up, O&A?
Hey,
slap it in.
Yo, listen, we had a program back in the day here on the island. We had a program called BOCES. And and there was always one kid with the big foot. He had the big shoe, like one shoe was like 6 inches high, and then the other shoe was only an inch, and he had like a limp, and then we had the other retarded in there guy. So we used to call him BOCES. I mean, did you guys ever use that term?
Yes.
You know, DJ, I love doing this radio show because every once in a while something will trigger a memory. Yeah, we did exactly that, and I forgot about that years ago.
Yes.
Harborfields High School had the BOCES program, and we would call them BOCES.
Yeah, I mean, I have a nephew now.
What did you come up with that?
I'm taking barber school and shit, and he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to BOCES. And I look at him, I'm like, what the hell? And I look at my sister, and she looks at me, and she goes, I remember BOCES. And we look at each other and just laugh our asses off. Yeah. All right, guys, punching out.
It got such a stigma to it. It was a Board of Cooperative Educational Services. That's what BOCES stood for. So you could like go to school to BOCES to learn how to, auto mechanic or shit like that. But to call someone a BOCE, or when someone said they went to BOCES, you laughed at him because it instantly brought up, hey, you're a retard.
Yeah, it was Harborfields, for some reason, was like pretty much one level.
Yeah.
That was spread out. My high school was spread out. Acres. It was weird.
Yeah.
And there was a wing where you would walk down that hall and you didn't go any further. There was almost like signs.
Do not enter.
You may be attacked.
You might be bitten.
Right. But I remember there were signs basically saying, there's nothing here for you.
Yeah.
You've reached the end of the hallway for you.
Turn around. Go to class.
And it always was like that forbidden area. Like, what the fuck goes on past this?
You just hear electroshock treatment, echoing hallways of kids screaming. That's great.
And I'm sure there's some people upset out there with this discussion with the retard thing, but we're all about getting rid of this PC crap, man.
Yeah.
It's getting completely insane. Completely.
I got kicked out of high school in California, and they sent me to the Sarah School. It was the Sarah School.
What's that?
Well, in Capistrano, the big thing was Father Junipero Serra, who was the one that told the swallows to come to fucking Capistrano or some bullshit. You know, one of those fables.
So is he a deity now?
Yeah, one of those things. He was some fucking monk or whatever they call them there. Padre.
So basically, the
Franciscan monk.
The swallows didn't go to that area until this guy.
Yeah, he said, "I'll give you a home and shit," and they came to the mission, and that was it.
I'd rather believe in Harry Potter.
Yeah, well,
I'd rather believe in Harry Potter.
The mission in Capistrano was like Hogwarts.
Stuff. Yeah,
and they had a Sarah School that was named after him, and that was where they sent the people, because Dana Hills High School, where I was going, was very exclusive. It included people from Dana Point, California, which is a very nice area, especially back when I was there. And they did not like riffraff in their school.
Right.
So they didn't deal with riffraff. What they did was they shipped your ass off to the riffraff school. It was called Continuation School, or Con School, as everyone called it.
But that sounds like the greatest thing that could happen to you.
Dude, it was.
All right.
I am not arguing in the least. I hated Dana Hills High School.
Because if you hated school, I didn't mind school. So if they did that to me, I probably would be fucking pretty bummed out. But if you hated school,
yeah,
and then they drag you to other people that hate school, that sounds like one big party.
It was the place where they put the problems, and all it was a bunch of these trailers that were set up in a compound, where you went and sat there with a bunch of degenerates. And this all started after I started smoking pot. Once my brother came to California and introduced me to the wonders of marijuana, my schooling went down the shitter.
Can we play like a little fucking song?
Oh, yeah.
Which is the one we, not the Vietnam one we always do. We need a nice pots song for Anthony. Because I just heard music when you just said that.
It was.
Like when I discovered pot and
when
the
I
music
discovered the weed. The weed, man. And I was so against, like, pot.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wait, start over. Let's do a little fucking producing here today. All right, go back a little bit and go when I discovered pot.
Yeah, I was against pot.
Yeah.
And I knew my brother was smoking it with the neighbors.
Yeah.
The Omen family that lived next door from us. Oh, my God. Ooh. My mother used to say, don't go near the Omen's house. Because she knew they smoked weed and everything. Oh, my goodness. What's going on? They're dancing. They're doing a Soul Train dance thing.
A boob almost fell out.
I know. I'm waiting. So my brother would go over there and smoke the weed. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, my God, I'm telling Mom. My brother would be like, don't be a faggot. And I'd tell Mom I was a faggot. So I went out to California, and still totally against weed, and especially the upbringing then. It was my father, very strict and very equestrian. You know, if you were cowboy, people that smoked pots, they were the hippies and shit like that.
And you were an A student, right?
Not A, but
you
I
were
did
really
well,
into,
yeah.
You were really into school.
I loved science, was fucking like my passion was science. I had chemistry sets, microscopes, model rocketry. I was just into like all science, loved math.
So
and
you're like getting your learn on.
Shit like that. I was getting my learn on, yo.
Yeah.
And then my mother could not take my brother out there anymore. Now, I was gone. And I think that helped my mother out, like me being there. And then when my brother just started completely fucking up, she shipped his ass out to California. That my father, the responsible one, he was going to whip my brother into shape. All it ended up doing was my brother now smoking really good pot from California, and me starting to smoke it because I found it in my model rocket, in the nose cone of my model rocket, a bunch of joints. And Joe talked about it, and Joe always just looked so relaxed and mellow. I was this tense fucking mess of a child. I'd cry at the drop of a hat. I'd shake. I'd get palpitations in fucking 6th grade. I'm just freaking out all the time.
And he's like,
and my brother's just like,
what's up, Anthony?
My brother be like,
what's your problem?
Anthony, what's the fucking problem? There's no fucking problem. No, you don't understand. My grades. And Dad's drunk again, and we're driving, and I'm afraid we're going to go off the cliff on the Ortega Highway. I'm just petrified of everything. We didn't eat last night because Dad hasn't had a job in 3 months, yet he has 8 tall boys. You know, it would have been nice to get a sandwich, Dad.
There were times you didn't eat.
Oh
my God!
And then
it was bad in my house, but I think we always had food.
The worst thing was my stomach growling like a motherfucker, and my father going, "Get in the back of the pickup. We got to go feed the horses." And then I'm starving, throwing flakes of hay into the horse corrals and watching them eating, going, meal. "You lucky fucking horsey."
Right.
The horse is eating. Meanwhile, the horse's ass is hungry.
Exactly. The crying fucking ass. So I was just like, you know, I was so wound up. That spring was just...
Right.
And then, you know, of course, also I just had, like, skin problems that was so bad. So it wasn't even like I could just go, well, screw this, I'll get a girlfriend or something like that. You know, I had to be extra nice and put the smile on and be the fun guy, even though I just was I was ready to explode with just resentment and just, you know, I fucking wanted more out of life than what was going on there.
Were you overcompensating, you think, because you're insecure?
Oh, dude, completely. I was the nicest kid with just anger brewing inside me and just, like, sadness and depression, resentment, like everything. And just nervous. I was like a chihuahua. You ever see a chihuahua when new people come in the house and they're just... and they're shaking? That was me. Horrible. And then there was Joe. Don't sweat it, Em. What are you doing? What's your problem? I got things to do. What? I'm like, God, he's stoned, I guess. So I found one of his joints, went out to the riverbed there, and decided I'm just going to try this out.
By yourself?
By myself.
Oh,
because I didn't want to. If I told my brother I wanted to
really
smoke,
brave.
It was going to be like a thing.
Right.
I didn't want it to be a thing.
You just wanted to get it over with.
I just wanted to see what this fucking pot was all about. So I went into a little pump house that was there in the riverbed and shut the door and smoked an entire joint of scents. It was great. It's tasted good. It was kind of fun to do by myself. It smelled great. So
you knew how much to smoke?
No, I heard all I heard was you'd never get high the first time you smoke. So I assumed I'll smoke twice. Then now I'll smoke half the joint. There, that's my first time. Now I'm going to smoke the other half. There's my second time. I smoked the entire thing.
Jesus.
And I was sitting down in a very dark place, so I didn't notice. You know, a lot of your sensory perception is just deadened by the darkness. There was no real sound in there. It smelled like just a musty water pump station. And I couldn't see. It was dark. And I've said this before. I opened the door after I smoked this joint, and my life had changed. That day,
it was over, Johnny.
That day,
Cue music. Thank you,
my
Johnny.
life had changed.
Right.
The first thought I had was Dorothy, after the tornado, stepping out of the black and white house into colorful Oz. Because I just saw, like, it was black in there. Yeah. And I just saw a riverbed. The river was running. There was bamboo, green like I'd never seen it in my life. Hills of green grass, and I heard every sound. The river, you could hear battling a brook over the rocks, and I heard the wind blowing the bamboo shoots together. And I looked around. I looked up and around, and I for a moment really didn't know where I was, because I had never seen this before. And I said, this shit is great. I fucking did not stop smoking pot from that point
so bad
until like the 80s at least, and maybe even into the 90s somewhat.
Wow.
But I smoked pot all the time, and my grades plummeted to the point they had to put me in con school with a bunch of other potheads and teachers who were potheads that used to go surfing during lunch. They would fucking surf. They'd be like, yeah, and the students would go surfing with the teacher. They'd come back, their hair's all fucking wet. They had that blonde, curly, just been in the saltwater Spicoli hair.
Yeah.
And they'd all come back, and all they did was hand out dittos that had to be from 3rd grade. 3rd grade, like, grammar, nouns, verbs, dittos.
Easiest shit ever.
And all you had to do is sit there and finish them, and once you were done, you could leave. You didn't have to hang out for the whole class.
Yeah, they did you a favor.
You just put it down, put the ditto down, and the teacher would go, cool. And then you'd leave. And I'd go walk the train tracks back to the ranch where me and Joe, once I told Joe I smoked pot, he was like in heaven. He had a smoking partner.
Sure.
And we just sat there and smoked pot all the time. Constantly smoking pot,
just fucking
constantly high,
fucking destroying the life he had before.
There was
before pot and after pot for you.
If you want to talk about a definitive crossroad in life,
that was it.
That was it. It was a specific moment. It didn't span weeks or months or even days. It was hours that decided the direction my life was going to take for the rest of my life.
Do you ever regret it?
No, I'm curious at times.
It's two very different anthems.
Yes. I'm curious at times what would have happened if I never did smoke and took that other road of, education and stuff. I really did want to join the military. I wanted to join the Air Force and learn how to fly and do all that. And instead, I sat and watched Gilligan's Island stoned off my ass. That was my crossroads.
But can you imagine if he possibly could have changed the world? Because Anthony's so smart. Do you understand? Like, we really could just still be in a mess because you smoked one joint in California.
It could have been. I have no idea where that other road might have led.
We could be blaming the world's problems on the fact that you've discovered pot.
That Joe
you might have been the guy
that was in my rocket.
You were the guy that was born to save the world, and now it's like you have clever dick jokes.
And that one test was laid down before me.
You failed it.
I was destined to do something great.
Every great man has that one test.
And the test was laid before me, and I failed it miserably.
We get good radio though.
Yeah, I ended up here. It could have been worse.
God damn.
That was just defining.
Dude, how you described after you left the pump station. Holy shit, that's great.
It was a new world.
Yeah,
it was a brand new world.
I'm with a lot of the guys on Instant Feedback right now. God damn it, I want to smoke pot. That's what everyone is saying.
You know what it is?
Because how you described that.
That was because it was the first time smoking pot. And the person I was before, and then what I saw after that, it all was together. It isn't just like, if I smoke pot now, I would never have that feeling again. Or if somebody else with a different lifestyle smoked weed, they wouldn't have that feeling. But me, it was such a contrast in lifestyle that it became that defining moment for me.
I'm jealous.
Why?
Well, I'm embarrassed to say this. I haven't smoked pot in 20 years. Mm-hmm. Not even a puff in 20 years.
Yeah.
I know you went back in for a little while. I don't know.
A couple of little tastes, but no.
You talked about it on the air, so. 20 years. I was in Buffalo doing radio, and I think it was either a New Year's Eve show or right around New Year's Eve. I was at a Yes show, and that was the last time I fucking smoked pot.
How was that?
And it's been 20 fucking years.
At a Yes show?
And the Coke ended like 2 years prior to that.
Wow.
Or about a year prior to that.
Jesus.
So, nothing.
Experimenting. Experimenting.
I think I want to smoke pot again.
Well, and the pot now is...
Fuck that. Wow. Who's that?
I have no idea what they're doing. Every time I look at the news now, the PIX News 11 here in New York, it's not news. There's chicks in negligee and lingerie.
Well, because it's Valentine's Day. Because,
okay.
Your woman's going to look just like the little fucking preteen girl in her lingerie.
Wonderful. Yeah. So that was, wow. And like I said, my brother found out. We smoked a lot of pot. And I just became very irresponsible with my studies. My father, I don't think ever found out or ever wanted to think that I was smoking weed. Because when it was just me out there and my father, it was like, we were kind of buddies kind of a thing. And if he found out I smoked weed, he'd be so disappointed.
Well, you think
so I
he
didn't,
must have smoked weed if he's living
he
out
probably
there.
tried it, but no, he didn't smoke weed.
He was more of a drinker, right?
Oh,
a garden variety alcoholic, as they say. The guys that don't do the drugs or the garden variety alcoholic.
He's like, drugs? What? Smoking that marijuana? Meanwhile, there's tall boy Bud bottles laying everywhere. And
did Joe have a field out there?
Joe, no, actually didn't. He
had all that land out there.
You could buy such good pot out there. It didn't matter for dirt cheap. So that's what he did.
Let me go to Jackie. Jackie.
Anthony, did you see the story from Taxi when Reverend Jim was a straight-A student at Harvard and the girlfriend ate some pot brownies?
Do you know, I thought of that when you...
Can we find that clip today? Taxi clips aren't online.
It's visual.
Oh, it's more visual?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. That was,
wow.
God, and that was, my experience was pre-Taxi.
Do you remember that scene, though, when they go back?
Yeah.
So funny.
He was in school, very studious and everything, and then ate the pot brownie, and he slowly transformed right there into Reverend Jim.
He says, Heather, we have to study, Heather, his girlfriend. And she's like, oh, Jimmy, just take a bite of the pot brownie. And he goes, this is very addicting. Certain people, who knows, I could be one of those people. And he takes one bite, and he looks like really studious. And he goes right into Ignatowski face.
He fucking changed, yeah.
And then comes back. And it was such a fucking funny moment, man.
Hey,
that was a great scene, man.
Great call, Jackie. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for helping us out. Why don't we take a break? It's not going to get better than Ant's pot story.
And I saw a film that I have to discuss. I saw it on Ope's recommendation.
Oh, Avatar?
I did not know. I want to see that one.
Wait, which one? In Education?
Yes.
You didn't like it? I love Jimmy's movie reviews. You didn't like it? Well, let's talk about it after the break.
We come back, yeah.
And the John Travolta movie's getting just terrific reviews.
And he's playing a guy named Charlie Wax. I can't wait to talk about that.
Can we get some of the reviews from Rotten Tomatoes?
Charlie Wax. Charlie Wax.
That's his name?
Yeah. Because there's a scene where he says, tell your bosses, wax on, wax off.
Stop. I hope you're kidding.
No.
Wow. Yeah, it's this movie's getting shit reviews big time.
Surprised that the same guy who did this did Taken. What a shock.
Oh my God, dudes, we got Dana White calling today from the UFC.
Ooh.
Donnell.
Yes, Donnell Rawlings.
Yes.
Rawlings is coming in. He's playing Carolines, and for the people that love him, you're gonna be very happy when I tell you that Ian Halpern's calling today. We might do a regular thing with Ian Halpern. We haven't decided yet, but
we're gonna have to give him props about that whole fucking Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie thing, because he was talking about it before the news started popping that they were breaking up.
And he's also the one, by the way. This company got a cease and desist talking from Michael Jackson's lawyers. He was talking about something about how he felt the guy, the doctor was,
yes,
with the doctors, whatever. He said he's going to be charged. And you know what? Looks like they're going to charge the guy now.
Yeah.
He seemed to be right.
And I don't know what it is with that idiot. He just seems to know what's going on.
He knows what he's talking about.
And he loves our show, so he might get us some press. And we got an intro for his segment. I want to just listen to it cold here.
All right, everyone, I'm on the Opie and Anthony Show, and I'm here today for a reason.
And now?
And this is exclusive to Opie and Anthony Show, New York City.
Google it.
Google him.
With New York Times #1 best-selling author and undercover journalist Ian Halperin.
They've all been bestsellers. I wait for them to come after me, and then I make them look like idiots.
Google it.
It's right here. Google him.
That's fucking great. Google him. Google him.
How many times do you think he'll say Google it?
I don't know. It's his catchphrase.
All right. We'll be back. Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Dude!
This is a bummer, man.
Smoke 2 joints.
Oh, is it? All right. That fucking guy.
Rockhole. Every Friday you would play this. All right, we get it.
Nothing wrong with Sublime, though, eh? Another band trying to move on without their singer.
Still?
Yeah. Sublime, I think, is attempting to redo it.
Why?
I don't know. It works out. I mean, Brian Johnson, AC/DC, but it's true. In most cases, it never works. Well, the Journey guy's doing pretty damn good, right?
Yeah, he's doing them.
And a lot of people into this Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
Are you into the new Alice in Chains?
No. I'm a traditionalist with them. Not that I resent what they're doing and, they moved on and everything, but I'm not going to be like, meh, But I just like the old stuff. I like Lane Staley. I think he was the biggest part of that band. So it's a little difficult to, get another. What have you got on your fingers?
I don't know what it was. Sorry, I was distracted by a little hair that was floating in front of my face. Yeah, but the CD or whatever, or the download, got good reviews. People that are seeing, the new version of Alice in Chains are digging it.
I got no problem with it, but Lane Staley was with the fucking irreplaceable part of that band.
I loved Lane Staley.
It was great. I could watch that fucking Unplugged video.
Oh, still
over and over again.
I still play it in my car.
Great. Yeah, play it or to actually see it again. It's so fucking cool, He's just there, all tortured and shit.
All fucking strung out.
Yeah, strung out.
And in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Man.
And it came out in his music. Listen to the words!
Angry Chair.
Yeah. Angry Chair.
I love fucking Alice in Chains. Why am I beating him up? All right. So Jimmy saw in Education, one of the movies
nominated.
The movie I don't think is nominated, but Carrie, I think her name is Carrie Mulligan. Wow, how do I remember that?
Hey.
She's nominated for an Oscar for her performance.
Wait, isn't Education nominated? I thought it was.
Is the actual movie nominated? I don't know. Schedule in spots. Yeah, I'm going to beat up E-Rock after the show.
Cool.
Big fucking time. Or we could do it on the air, which is fun for everybody.
Yeah.
We
should kill him.
You just fucking belittle the motherfucker in front of a couple countries. Yeah. Man, it makes me sleep like a baby.
Yeah, and he deserves it.
He sure does.
And he needs it.
Maybe even a bare bottom spanking.
I'd like that a lot.
Anyway.
I just got to bring something up real quick. I just saw that there's a problem, I guess, with some of the Democrats feeling that the Air Marshal program is a waste of tax dollars because of sometimes the bosses, the Air Marshals, are bullying and things like that. And they say it's a waste of tax dollars, yet you have Pelosi spending millions of dollars on Air Force transportation for her and her family, and hundreds of thousands of dollars on booze and party fucking goodies for every flight that she books for her and her family so they could live the life of Riley up there at 35,000 feet. To say that the Air Marshal program is a waste of tax dollars while that cunt is doing that is I just saw it on the news and could not hold back.
How about the Democrats?
I'm very disturbed with
You need
that.
to join it.
Yeah, maybe I need to smoke some weed.
You just need to fucking
calm down.
How about they fly commercial airliners then? If they think it's a waste of time, how about Pelosi and the rest of them fly commercial?
I have not seen anyone waste tax dollars on her own comforts as much as Pelosi does. She is despicable when it comes to spending tax dollars on herself for personal creature comforts, redecorating offices, this flight thing. And I want to hear more about it. I'm not hearing a lot about this huge story, how we're or just probably trying to come out of a recession. Yeah. And this bitch is wasting money having parties in the sky on our dime using Air Force jets. It's astounding to me. This woman could show her fucking putrid face. Ugh.
Oh, thank God she's beautiful.
Yeah. I just had to get that out. If you want more info, Google it. Just Google it. Yeah, have fun.
All right. Someone's saying that. God damn it. Steve in Syracuse.
People are saying?
Yes.
Listen to this one. Steve,
what's up? Google it.
Steve,
hey,
Steve, hold on.
Oh my God.
I just want to preface your phone call by saying I think 99% of the people listening that care about what you're about to say are going to disagree with you.
All right.
I know exactly. I know. And it's, you know what, I don't 100% disagree with you, Ant, but I think that Lane Staley is somewhat replaceable, and I'll tell you why.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, whoa. You just fucked me. You said, I think that Lane Staley is totally replaceable. Semantics, my friend.
Oh.
Totally
You know what?
replaceable is a little different.
All right,
He is
why?
replaceable. Here's why: because Alice in Chains' whole sound was based on the harmonies. So
Yeah.
you could stick anybody with a similar kind of voice in there, and when you put those guitar parts and those vocal harmonies in there, it's going to sound like the same.
Can I
band,
start?
whether
Ed?
it's
Can I
Wayne
start?
Staley or
Yeah,
someone
go
else.
ahead.
Let me
Go
start
ahead.
because I got basic shit, and then you'll go deeper.
Take the ball.
I think because of the harmonies in Alice in Chains, it makes it possible. You just lose your.
My phone fell through a crack in the console.
Yeah, I don't know if you're getting that back. Are you getting that back?
I think so.
Oh, okay. There's like a hole in this console, man. You don't want to drop anything in there.
Just eats things up.
I think because of the harmonies, that's the reason why the band can move on, and it sort of sounds like the sound of Alice in Chains. But with that said, Lane Staley's voice was irreplaceable.
Very unique.
So unique.
Yeah.
I agree with you there. You can't take that away from Lane Staley.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that in that band and the way that they write their music and the way they form their vocals and harmonies, it's very easy to replace him in that kind of band. And I think the new album kind of picks up right where they left off, when he died. And I'm not saying it's as good as their old stuff because I'm a big AIC fan from back in the day.
All right, let's get this over with. What is the big song from the new Alice in Chains album?
There isn't one.
I don't.
There isn't one.
I should know it, and I don't. I just haven't really listened to the new Alice in Chains. And if you think Lane Staley's voice is replaceable and it's all about the harmonies, you pick up a little album called by Mad Season there. Check out what he did with that Mad Season stuff.
His voice was very unique and not replaceable by some other guy that can just come in there and think he's going to sound like Lane Staley. And yeah, the harmonies, very important, very dynamic harmonies, which made it sound very cool, dark, kind of strange. You can do the same harmonies, but without the voice, without that fucking, that pained fucking voice of Lane Staley, the harmony doesn't, look at the Carpenters. They harmonized. You think you could have the Carpenters singing Alice in Chains songs? It doesn't matter that it's based on harmonies. It's the voices behind those harmonies. Lane's voice was irreplaceable.
Yeah, I'm going to, thank you, sir. Hoffman in Virginia, I'm going to go with you. He says the biggest song off the new album is called Your Decision. Do we have that in the system there, Travis?
Oh, we sure don't.
We don't?
It's not even in the system.
So what song are they playing?
Well, I have Check Your Brain. Let me see if...
Yeah, the live version, dummy.
Yeah, no, a few people are...
maybe I do.
A few people are saying Check My Brain as well. So why don't we...
You want to hear that?
Yeah, let's try that. Thank you, Steve in Syracuse. This is new Alice in Chains, Check My Brain.
Let's hear it.
This stinks.
That's the Alice in Chains sound, obviously, right, Ant?
Yeah. Okay, you got the harmonies, but... And that's Jerry Cantrell's writing, I'll tell you right now, the harmonies are very Alice in Chains-ish because Jerry Cantrell writes them. But you hear in there's not that Lane Staley. He would push the fucking voice out.
He would kick it up a notch. All of a sudden, he would just kick in.
That's just a harmony. It's a fucking harmony.
I'm not going to trash this at all. But it kind of makes you miss Lane Staley a little bit.
Yeah, it's missing that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Kevin from Connecticut. It's missing that cool rasp that he had. And at the end of his lines, Lane used to push it out till he was almost sounding like it was out of air.
He would almost start screaming through the harmonies.
Yeah.
And it would be right in your face.
This is just a harmony that has the same dynamic as the old Alice in Chains.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. That's for sure.
I kind of like this.
Yes, I don't mind it. But
have you checked out Alice in Chains, Jimmy? We've been trying to get you into that for a while.
I bought a lot of their stuff. My favorite song by Lane Staley, though, is that one you guys played, fucking Wake Up.
I love
when he was
Wake
with Mad
Up.
Season. I actually like that. That's my favorite thing he did.
I love fucking Wake Up.
That's a very good song.
But you know something? I would never turn off, like, Man in the Box.
No.
If that comes on, it's like, you gotta listen to that fucking song.
Yeah. I don't know, how does that go, Man in the Box? That's
I'm the man in the box.
I wouldn't turn it off.
In my shit.
Sorry.
Gotta sing along in the car.
I hope his version is better.
Wood is good. Great. Fucking amazing. I just have a giant Alice in Chains collection on my
I have everything.
iPhone and shit. I do.
Do you have everything?
My Sonos list.
I think I got everything they ever put out. Even the lame stuff that they were putting out just to try to keep things going.
Yeah. Even then.
It's like live albums and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, anyway. Real fast. So you saw an Education?
I did, yeah.
I actually want you guys to see Avatar.
I will see that, but I want to go.
Hurry up. And will you see fucking Avatar?
What is that?
You'll do an hour on Avatar.
Yeah. I know. I got to see it.
Just suck it up and go to a theater for 2.5 hours. Just do it.
Really?
Just do it.
I just got butterflies thinking about that.
Just do
it. A theater?
Yeah, it'll make great radio. Because your take on Avatar would be very good.
Ant K I hate oot be egle ide uvi me.
You know what you should do? Is call up fucking one of the theaters and say, I'm renting out the theater.
I want a private showing, please.
Oh my God. In Education, Jimmy, what do you think? She's up for Best Actress, I believe.
She should be. She was great. She was amazing.
I think that's her name.
Yeah, she was.
I don't think the movie was nominated, though.
That was very boring. It was a coming-of-age story.
Oh, God.
About a very pretty 16-year-old cello player walking home in the rain. An older gentleman pulls up.
Much older.
Much older, probably 35, 36.
Wow.
And he offers to drive her cello while she walks alongside, and then she gets in the car. And I'm like, great.
Good scam.
Exactly. I'm like, this is going to end with her in a tub, fucking cleaning blood out of her underwear, and a fucking hammer print in her forehead. I'm like, this is going to be a phenomenal film.
The end.
This is going to be a
phenomenal.
My girlfriend asked me, why did you just pull your dick out? I'm like, because I know what's coming.
I'm kind of with Jimmy.
Great.
It was a lot different than what Jimmy just said. But you caught something. Something Lolita-ish.
But turns out they begin gently seeing each other, and it's the older man goes to the parents, and they begin dating slowly, and she goes away with them, and she begins to fall in love, and yet she comes to realize that that there are things about him that
that aren't quite right, Jimmy?
Yes.
Yeah.
But the things that weren't right were completely uninteresting. And it was boring. And they hang out with this other couple, and it just went nowhere. And she's like ready to give up going to Oxford because she wants to marry this guy. And I don't want to give the whole film away, but it really was a who gives a shit. I think it's a British film, but they start off. So this one started off
their
slow.
style's a little different than American films there, Jimmy.
Yeah, and this is like.
Did you go to the Smoked Salmon Theater?
I did not know. I have it at home because I get them from SAG.
Well, will you fucking move
I will give it to you.
Move them over. I only live right next door.
I've seen that and Precious at home.
He holds these screeners like so many nickels and dimes.
Yeah.
I have Inglourious Bastards I want to watch. And I also have...
It is up for Best Picture.
Yes, Julie and Julia I have.
So, dude, it's up for Best Picture,
I know.
so it can't be that bad. People are digging it.
It was... The fact that is up for Best Picture...
Do you get to vote?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I normally don't.
Did you like the father?
He was very good. Again, the acting was great.
Because the father was kind of a strict father, but he could be talked into anything.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of funny.
I kind of like that, too.
It took a while, but, you know, he was gullible to this guy's trickery.
But they always give, like, the nod to these fucking boring period pieces. And it was a boring period piece. She, though, I agree, was great. The girl was great.
Were you creeped out by the banana scene?
What?
I'll give that away. Obviously, the film was leading up to they were going to have sex, Aunt.
Yeah.
You know, this relationship like developed very slowly, and he definitely, you know, but he was a creepola. And then finally they're in Paris, I think, and it's time for her to lose her
storyline. Sounds vaguely familiar.
No, the difference is this guy waited. What he didn't do was bring her into a fucking $18 million home, load her with booze and pills, and then stick it in her shitter, and then put her on a fucking Amtrak back to whence she came.
Hey, Mr. Greyhound, why don't you relax over there?
Slightly different.
Mr. Greyhound.
Christ.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I did do that once.
Let's relax over there, Mr. Greyhound.
Greyhound. You fucking cheese ball.
Hey, I was fucking
skin flint.
I'm third mic. But yes, that sounds familiar to one of
Relax,
our...
Mr. Toilet, in between breaks.
Yes, I did actually have sex with a girl over a toilet. And
During one of those long, you know, regular radio commercial breaks, Jimmy could get a lot done.
And she blew me while Opie watched from the back seat.
Well, Montana should have come in there and pummeled you.
There's a difference between taking a peek and watching.
Yeah.
Mr. Greyhound.
Yes. He got right in there. He moved her hair out of the way. Opie kept commenting, look at her cheeks bulge, man. I'm like, yeah.
Jimmy makes it where you're like, well, how can you not look?
Yeah.
Jimmy has this look of, you got to be checking this out. Look what I'm doing. I'm driving through Times Square, because me and Jimmy, I think we're going to get a bite to eat. He's like, but I have a little errand to do before we go eat. I'm like, all right, whatever.
This is after the afternoon show.
So Jimmy has this look of like he's a little kid. And then he starts adjusting the fucking rear view mirror, this fucking creep.
Ah, yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'll take a peek.
Little reflective view, huh?
Yeah, and she was blowing me. It was wonderful. It was right by
drops her off on the curb at fucking
Port Authority.
Port Authority.
Here you go.
See you later.
At least it's a great area.
Yeah. Here's a little cum for you. Have that metallic taste on the 9-hour bus ride you have to fucking Ohio. She was actually a nice girl too. I dug her, but it was a shitty thing to do.
She was on the show. I don't know what role she played on our show, whatever. I'm sure some Facebook can figure the whole fucking thing out. They figure everything out. But, yeah, you gave her a little fucking cum for the first...
Yeah.
That held her over until the first fucking stop.
Yeah, I'm sure this will help your reflux. Take care.
Oh, anyway, so in the movie...
And what was the name of this movie again?
An Education. So,
An Education.
So it's leading up where the older guy's finally going to take her virginity, and they're in Paris, and she comes out in a little lingerie and stuff.
Yes.
And then this fucking creep pulls out a banana because he wants to break her hymen with a banana.
What?
And she's totally disgusted, like, ugh, what's wrong with you?
Why?
Remember that scene, Jimmy?
Yes, I don't know if he was kidding or not.
I was kidding.
Yeah, I was kidding. Oh, Chiquita was better.
So you took it as he might have been kidding?
Yeah, because in another scene after that, she's a virgin. He would want her to call her Minnie, like Minnie Mouse, and she had to call him some name. He liked being like cute and kidsy with her.
Oh yeah,
he was just a creep. Yeah,
that is kind of ghoulish.
I never saw the end of that movie. That's the one.
What part did you see up to?
Because you weren't here yesterday, because we sort of talked about it. We were talking to Oscars yesterday.
Right.
That was the movie I saw when the smoke filled the theater. And I had to save everybody.
What did you see up to before your heroics?
Had to save everybody.
It was right at the part where they went to the Greyhound track.
Okay, so you missed a lot.
Was Alfred Molina the guy?
Who?
Was Alfred Molina the guy?
Who's that?
He's the guy that was Doc Ock.
What?
Yes, that's where I saw his face.
From what movie?
Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man. And if you want to go way back, he's actually Indiana Jones's partner in
the father.
The first
That's
one.
where I know him from, Doc Ock.
Okay, yeah, because we all were trying to figure out how do I know this
Where
guy?
do I know this guy?
Give me the idol. Give me the idol.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, that's Doc Ock.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
he was good.
Then he's a great actor because, I mean, he plays a completely different fucking role.
Oh, that's the father?
Yes.
Yeah, the father.
Who's the fucking
I should have
guy?
known because he had like fucking 6 arms and he kept grabbing her tits and her clit and her ass all at the same time and holding an apple in it. The guy, I don't know. He's just regular guy. He looked like Tom Papa.
Is it Peter Sarsgaard?
Probably.
Whatever.
Was his name David?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's Peter Sarsgaard.
I thought the girl
was in some shit too before that.
Shit. Yeah, Peter Sarsgaard was in.
Look, man, the film's different. It was good.
Orphan.
It's not your run-of-the-mill type of flick, and I liked it.
I thought the girl was Emma Thompson. To show you how little I know, the young girl, Emma Thompson's the old lady who runs the school. I thought the girl was Emma Thompson.
Come on.
I didn't know who Emma Thompson was.
Really?
I was trying to sound like I did. I'm like, fucking Emma Thompson's great. I'm such an idiot.
Emma Thompson was she basically told the girl, if you lose your virginity, we're kicking you out of this
school.
Yeah.
The school. The school.
The school. It was a real coming-of-age movie.
Did you like it at all, Jimmy?
I liked the acting in it, and I just thought the story was boring, and there was no real payoff for me at all. And it's like, I don't need a Hollywood, believe me, I don't. I just didn't think it was interesting.
I wrote my own ending because I didn't get to see it.
What was your ending?
My ending, I really thought the guy was a complete creepola and that he was like he was gonna sell her into prostitution or something. For real. I thought that's where it was heading.
She's 25 years old in real life.
Like he was never into her. And taking advantage of her
naivete. I'll say this. It ends similar to the way Lost does. There's flash forwards.
Oh, really?
And all of a sudden they show the girl being pushed out of a window, and then she's in a wheelchair. And she goes on a walkabout.
Walkabout.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of movies, this From Paris with Love comes out today. This is the John Travolta thing. And
wow, is this a great movie? Here now, I will give this movie props.
Well, our papers here in New York are giving it. We got two papers we look at. They're both giving it 1 star.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, which takes all the reviews. You know, we had the guy on yesterday, Jimmy. He was pretty good.
He's good, I'm sure, Matt.
Matt, you remember his name? Yes. 34% on RottenTomatoes.com. So that's still a
wow.
That's still a Rotten Tomato.
And dropping rapidly. I refreshed the page; it's down another 2%.
Oh wow, really? CompuServe writes, "You've never seen Travolta like this. Do not consider that to be a compliment," is one of the reviews coming in. Who wants to read these reviews? I don't feel like
I'll say this. He's bad boy Charlie Wax. And the Post did a really good job.
Charlie Wax.
'Cause I read the Daily News review of it, which was not good. But the Post kind of dissected it pretty well. I have to find it, but they really fucking just kill how awful Travolta is. I think
he looks terrible in it.
Yeah, that's his rebel look.
He looks like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
He doesn't even look like a real person.
His where the fuck is it in the Post?
And then the reference to Pulp Fiction, and then the wax
Charlie
on,
Wax.
Yeah, his name is Charlie Wax, and he says to tell your bosses, wax on, wax off.
That could be one of the worst lines ever to hit paper.
Let me see here.
That is horrible.
Like it says here, I'll be very briefly peruse over this.
Peruse.
It says, a cache of weapons inspires him to say, "Ooh, come to daddy."
All right, I do that, though.
That's true, but you have a real weapon.
Yeah, I do that.
A giant syphilis dispenser hanging between your fucking spindly legs. Between your cultish legs. Providing an explosive finish to one villain's career, he exclaims, "Welcome to Paris, baby."
I can completely visualize this as you say it, and it's embarrassing.
We have it on YouTube. Oh, good. Danny DeVito's in town. Another day he doesn't come on the air like he said he would. Great. He's on Pix.
He would never.
Excellent. Why would he? He calls in once and they don't get him. Just some audio from this, some audio for,
Why can't we get Danny DeVito?
Horrid movie.
Don't know.
You know that Danny DeVito is going to be signing bottles of that lemon shit?
Enough of his limoncello.
He's signing it in Huntington.
Is he at the bookstore?
Less than a mile from F.H. Riley's. No, at that Bottles and Cases, that 99.
Oh, right.
What is it called? It's on Main Street there?
Yeah.
Outside of town?
Yeah, Bottles and Cases.
Whatever. But he's going to be there fucking tomorrow signing this shit.
Signing bottles
and
of
then he's going to be
booze.
stuck in Huntington because of the snowstorm. We got to get him to F.H. Riley's.
I had a bottle of that shit sitting in my fucking refrigerator for I don't know how long. I don't know where I got it or anything.
Can we get Danny DeVito, like, right now?
Yes.
Whoever's on Channel
Would you
11.
guys like Danny DeVito?
I've spoken to Liam about him, and from what Liam has told me, he has passed on our show.
He's a whack job. He would love us.
I agree. I'd love
Danny DeVito would love us, for real.
Yes, he would.
We'd have a good time. We'd sell a lot of that shit for him.
I don't know what the issue is.
A lot of that swill.
A lot of that lemon shit.
Lemon shit.
That Sunny in Philadelphia is a pretty damn good show. Starting to get into it finally. All right,
Very
whatever.
funny.
It ain't happening. So what are we talking about? We only support him in everything he does. If it wasn't for us, he'd be what?
Yeah, just as successful as he is.
All right, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Yes, Jimmy. Back to the review.
No, it's just saying what a bad, and the line about wax on. We have audio of it, and there's like a scene where Travolta's running and he's got his arms are stretched out as far as they can go, pointing with a gun on each way. Shooting.
Cliche scene.
What a fucking cliche.
Oh, really?
Horrible
Name
fucking
a movie that was done in before.
Matrix.
There's so many.
Really? All right, so Matrix. What else? What else, really?
Every bad movie.
What else?
Bad Boys.
Really?
Not the prison one. With Spicoli,
well, that's only two.
The other one.
Name another movie. Name another movie with the double gun going back and forth. You can't do it. You can't do it.
Everything John Woo ever did.
John Woo, yeah. John Woo
was actually cool.
And Bruckheimer.
All right, but who
any
are
of
they?
those movies?
But who are they? Besides those people, who else?
Mission Impossible.
All right, well.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Right, Boondock Saints.
Really?
Gross Point Blank.
Yeah, that's a few. Okay.
Face Off. Let's see. Max Payne. Yeah, there's been a few that with these outstretched arms and shooting. Trip Through Wyandanch. Here, thank you. A little inside joke from Smith.
You guys want to have a snow party at F.H. Riley's tomorrow night?
The Punisher.
I'm working. I got that fucking addict, that silly addict show to do.
God damn it, I got to go to that.
Taping for Comedy Central tomorrow night. Can we see some of the
Driver, Die Hard? Oh, I'm just going to keep going.
All right, you made your point.
Can we play a little bit of it, Danny? It's so bad.
True
it's
Romance.
so bad.
Here's the trailer.
Let's just watch some of it. It's only 1 minute 43 seconds.
Yeah. This movie's getting horrible reviews. Here we go.
You do realize that I am not special ops certified.
We've got you working with our top operative, Charlie Wax.
And he comes in,
It's mostly driving Wax around. Nail this job and consider yourself a member of the club.
The big
Lionsgate.
Oh, D-boy.
The shooting. He's bald with a fucking scar in ascot.
My prints are all over that car. You want to stop in the middle of our getaway so you can wipe your prints and grab some files. I'll be quick. Quicker than this?
Yeah.
And he backs up into it.
Backs right up into that car.
And he blows it up.
What the? Work for you?
Yeah. Charlie Weber.
Methods aren't exactly regulation. Let's order off the menu.
Whoa! Let's order off the menu, and then he just shoots the place up.
Yeah.
Census? About $1 billion.
John Travolta, Jonathan Rhys-Meyers.
Who the hell is he?
His crazy partner.
Tell me that wasn't some impressive.
This.
Welcome to Paris, baby.
From Paris.
You know what? He was saying that on the plane steps as he kissed another man.
I'm starting to think that we could be in movies. And I'm starting to think we could be in movies.
Absolutely.
I think it's time. I think we could do movies.
Is such a bad fucking trailer.
And by the way, you same people out there that thought Taken was a great film, there you go. Enjoy this one. Terrible movie. Same cornball shit.
I fucking like Taken, though.
You don't, though. You think you do.
Some
If you watch it again, you hate
No, there's a lot of people that like Taken.
Snappy patter.
I think it's an insult to Taken that they said from the same people, whatever they say, that did Taken.
I think it's perfect.
I'm agreeing with D-Boy these days.
Lionsgate
could suck a big fat one. Wow.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Where's the Royale with cheese line?
They didn't show it in the trailer.
Why? No, they save that kind of humor for the movie.
With the wax on, wax off.
Wax off. Welcome to Paris, baby.
Look at this Danny.
Really?
DeVito on
After he
TV.
blows up the car. It's
What
like,
a fucking
welcome.
cornball.
Oh, he's swinging in from the outside of the building through windows, gun ablazing.
Right with the guy who doesn't follow regulations.
He breaks all the rules, Jimmy. He's a rebel. He breaks the rules, but you know what? Gets the job done.
Sure does.
That's why he's still on.
Ugh. It's just fucking... Until people stop going to see these pieces of shit, you're going to keep getting them. So thank yourselves.
Wow. That's
He
terrible.
fucking stinks.
That is terrible.
He ruined, I'm sure, the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. I heard Old Dogs was awful. He was terrible in that. I didn't see it.
You know, people had their best movies of the year, and a few critics said they liked Pelham 1, 2, 3. Taking up Pelham 1, 2, 3.
He was terrible. He played Charlie Wax in that. He only plays Charlie Wax now. Charlie Wax.
People are asking what we think of Edge of Darkness, Mel Gibson's film. Well, I'm not going to see it because I feel like I saw the whole movie because of the preview on that one.
What's he saying there, Danny? Can we hear it?
You want more?
There's more dialogue,
Of your country's borders, I'll just move on. Well, that's all we got here, motherfucker. Motherfucker. That self-important, American-hating, frog-leg-eating, snail-sucking, motherfucking, cocksucking bureaucrat. So now that we're clear on how I use the M-word, with no disrespect to you or your official capacity as the guardian of your country's borders, I'll just move on with my cans.
Non, monsieur, jamais en France. It will never enter France, okay?
Well, how am I supposed to have the energy to enjoy the endless pleasures of your fine city?
We can get you a few shots of espresso on the way out instead, sir.
His collar's up. Leather jacket, Travolta.
Earrings.
Why don't you call the embassy and get me a different driver who will comply to the way I do things?
Yeah, man.
From your partner.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, my God.
Goes, man.
Checkmate, motherfucker.
And he makes the hum. Checkmate, motherfucker. And again, with the same hair dye used by Liam Neeson is his goatee.
It's his goatee.
That fucking soy sauce.
He had some sushi and was just dipping his face in the soy sauce bowl. He's got some wasabi in his nose.
And he has the awful, like, what kind of earring is that? It's like a loop earring.
Yeah, big, thick hoop earring.
Big rebel.
Yeah. He's a rebel. He's
CIA operative.
Leather jacket with the collar up.
It's horrible. All right. Well, it'll still do $30 million at the box office, $20-30 million at the box office.
That won't break even, though.
No, it better not.
All these movies break even because then they fucking DVDs and international and all that crap.
He is just embarrassingly fucking
all
terrible.
These movies end up making money.
What has Travolta done that was good? I mean, even in Pulp Fiction, he was fine. He was overrated in Pulp Fiction.
I won't even say overrated. I think he did. I think he did a good job.
Samuel Jackson stole that movie.
I gotta let you in on something that's happening in New York this weekend. I think they call it like the Winter Festival or something like that. They truck in a shitload of snow and they have a whole weekend of winter activities. I think it's for the kids and their parents.
Where?
They do it in Central Park, and they had a live shot of them bulldozing all this snow they just had trucked in.
Yeah.
It's going to snow like a motherfucker starting, today or tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, Central Park isn't supposed to get that much. New York City, Long Island isn't supposed to get that much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're only getting like an inch or two, maybe.
It's outside the city.
South of it,
killed?
South Jersey is where it's really going to be a motherfucker. And then once you get into like Baltimore, D.C., Philly.
I thought, how great is that they trucked all this snow in, and it's going to snow naturally. There you go. All right, so that movie, whatever. I don't know who's going to see it this weekend. Speaking of awful, Jimmy, we can continue with this. You know how we talk about sitcoms and how they have to have those fucking laugh tracks?
Yes, they do.
Something we just talked about, I think, last week. Thanks. And you acknowledge how, Louis C.K. didn't want, the laughs pumped up with a laugh track.
Would not allow it.
In Lucky Louie. And there's a bunch of shows that don't go with the laugh track at this point. And that show, Big Bang Theory. Well, whatwould-TylerDurden-do.com has a clip. If Danny could pop that up, that'd be great. Where they have a scene from Big Bang Theory without the laugh track. You don't know where the laughs are supposed to be.
Really?
Because these sitcoms basically tell you, well, this is funny because, see, there's the laugh track. That line right there is funny. Like, you don't even have to do any of your work anymore.
Yeah.
You just laugh along with the laugh track, I guess.
Are we able to make a comparison where they have it with the laugh track after?
We could probably make our own. I got a laugh track here.
Let's hear it without it. Just hear it through.
Yeah.
Because,
all right, here it is. So, Big Bang Theory. Now, who was saying the other day, was it you, Travis, that this is the biggest show in America right now?
This is the biggest comedy show in
Biggest
America,
comedy show in America. Big Bang Theory. My brother loves this fucking show. They got a scene on whatwould-TylerDurden-do.com without the laugh track. Listen how uncomfortable this is without the laugh track.
Enough debate. I'm going to take action. Excuse me. Are you currently involved in a sexual relationship? No. Would you like to be?
Sure, why not?
Sheldon? Can I have your phone number?
Yeah.
He's writing it on his hand. They're in like a cafeteria.
Yeah.
There, problem solved.
Wow.
That's what they're fucking doing.
That
with
was just a segment of what that was.
That's
was
what they're
drama.
doing.
That was more drama than any comedy. It was just a guy asking another guy for his phone number in a cafeteria with his friends all around him. And the other guy was sitting alone, and he, for some reason, I guess, decides to ask him for his phone number. That could have just been drama.
Go to What Would Tyler Durden Do? That's a great... and just be honest.
That's exactly what they're fucking doing to us out there with entertainment. It doesn't have to be funny anymore. And then they throw a laugh track in there. I don't even know where the laughs are supposed to be.
Yeah,
but when you see that on TV, they'll be laughing all over the place.
And
the long pauses. And I want to ask people to watch this. And just be honest. Would you laugh if you saw this?
Jimmy, you know a little something about comedy. Let's redo it. I got the canned laughter in front of me.
Yep.
And you point to me when you think, we're supposed to laugh.
And there'll be different levels of it, though. There'll be like some big laughs.
No, not even that, because that's not fair. Where they would put the laugh track in.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Now, but I have to do, how about this? Do you have a short one and a longer one?
I wish I did. I could I could fade in and out.
We could cut it.
We could try this.
Okay. How about this? I'll do my right hand for a short one, left for long. Left for longer!
All right, here we go. So now we'll pump it up for everybody. This is sort of how it would be on TV.
Right.
Oh, hold on. I fucked up. Okay. Sorry, Danny.
Right, sitting at the table, he's going to ask this gentleman.
I'm going to take action. Excuse me. Are you currently involved in a sexual relationship? No. Would you like to be?
Sure, why not?
Can I have your phone number?
Yeah.
Grabs the palm and is writing.
There, problem solved.
That's exactly where they would put
There's your comedy.
That is exactly where they would put it.
Now all of a sudden it's funny, I guess.
It is not funny.
It's all shit.
That's the biggest show in America.
Yep.
Biggest sitcom.
But who the fuck dude, I'm so out of touch. I thought that they would take Jersey Shore off the air. I thought they were going to buckle, and they didn't. I was wrong about it. I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
I'm completely wrong about a lot of this stuff, so I'm the wrong guy to ask. I mean, I'm completely out of touch with what people like.
And here we go. Bill in Toronto wants to defend this show. Go ahead, Bill.
Hello, Bill.
Hi, Bill. Yes.
Hi, Bill.
Those phones as shitty as the show.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Bill. We got a bell on.
I understand you don't know the characters, but just...
No, that's an actual scene that was on TV, by the way.
Yes.
That's not a scene they decide, it's not working, so we're not going to have it in the final cut or whatever. That was on TV.
Bill's saying we don't know the characters, and you're right, but we don't. But I will say this. I can still recognize what I would kind of think is funny. There's no way that knowing the characters could make that cornball scene really funny to me.
You know what?
Unless the one guy had AIDS and he was trying to get the other guy to fuck him. Then I might laugh.
First time I watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I didn't know any of the characters, and I was laughing my ass off. I thought that was a funny show. So you don't have to know the characters to fucking laugh at that.
Well, Johnny wants to explain. Johnny in Kansas. What's up, Johnny?
Hey, I saw that episode. The reason it's supposed to be funny is that they're trying to set their female friend up with a date so that she can get laid. And Sheldon's so naive about social situations that he doesn't realize that the guy's gay, and he thinks that Sheldon's coming on to him.
Yeah, we kind of got that, actually, from the clip. But
no one was
funny.
As we played that clip without the canned laughter, no one was laughing at anything in that scene.
Not one funny line.
But
and
they would make that one of the funniest things you've ever seen with the laugh tracks.
And it's also an unbelievable scene. Every interaction is sickeningly unbelievable. Every relationship in a sitcom now is completely 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And it's like Sanford and Son was, kind of shticky too, but at least the lines were mean. At least the fact that he was disgusted was believable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, Johnny, thank you.
At least his friends were awful. Archie, at least Archie's fucking shitty job and annoyance at his fucking liberal son-in-law was believable.
I think we're bothering a lot of people. Listen to this one. Corey in Mount Sinai, go ahead. Say exactly what you want to say.
No, I never thought I liked The Big Bang Theory. It's a big nerd show, but I started getting into it. And that scene, without knowing the characters and the context of the scene, that was actually a very funny scene. So, and I like your guys' humor. So,
Corey, where was the funny in that? Because when we played it without the laugh track, we didn't know where the laughs were supposed to be. It was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable for everyone to watch without having it pumped up with the laughs. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're trying to tell you guys today. That's what they do with sitcoms. That on its own is not a funny scene. They had to pump it up with laughs, and then you're like, oh, I guess it's funny.
Now, and
I think it tricks your brain into thinking, oh, okay, this is funny.
And Corey, also, I agree. We don't know the characters, so there are certain things where knowing the characters helps make something funnier. But with knowing the characters and watching that, take it from what I saw as being a 0 to being a really funny scene.
Okay. I just think you have to watch. It sounds like that clip is edited. I can't imagine people not laughing at all.
It is it is edited. He pulled the laughs out to make a point.
Yeah, as far as the actual scene, that wasn't edited, but they took the laughs out.
Yeah, just to make a point.
They did.
But there was no edits in the actual film.
No, it was actually just the laughs were taken out. But if you watch the scene of Taxi, look, hey, some wouldn't be funny, but there is some dialogue in Taxi. Like when you watch Young Louie, when they would go in the back in the episode where they were showing what they did before, and when Louie is insulting his old boss, and he's like, I have something for you. He goes, what is it? If it's your wife's peach slop, it gives me the trots. I would laugh at that regardless, or at least recognize it was funny.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to know the character.
Yeah.
Fucking funny.
All right, well, I'm going to watch next week, and I'm going to try and laugh without...
You do that.
The point I guess we're making is what they do with these sitcoms with all the laugh tracks and the audience is just ridiculous.
Have you watched the show?
No.
I have watched the show.
It's really good. Actually, I can't believe I like it because I'm not into comic books and nerds and stuff, but that character...
My brother loves it, and he's not a sitcom guy, so, just to add that to the discussion. I checked it out, and it just seems like every other sitcom where it's the laugh track, and like Jimmy said, the characters having this 1, 2, 3 interaction with each other.
Okay. Well, thank you, guys.
I mean, I'm a 30 Rock guy. I like my comedy to be a little different if it's on network TV.
All right.
And Parks and Recreation I kind of like a little bit.
I've never seen that.
I hear Community's good. I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah, I've heard that was good too.
I just don't watch anything.
Bob Levy is on line 10. Mr. Levy.
How are you guys?
Hi, Bob.
What's up, Bob?
Hey. They just think that we're fucking idiots and they have to put a laugh track in and that we're going to laugh at it. I mean, you look at the show, there's only one show out there that's funny. It's The Office, that you can actually laugh at. I watch these shows and I just stare at the TV and go, why don't I have a gun in my hand?
Right. Yeah, you shoot it like when Elvis saw Bobby Darin singing and he shot the television.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fucking horrible to watch TV, They throw the laugh track in because they think, they're all going to laugh at home. You're not going to laugh unless you're a fucking retarded kid eating a paint chip. There's no way.
Well, they do that. It's this really weird desire. And I guess as comics, there's no laugh track with a live audience. It's like, you have to be funny or they don't laugh. And that's what drives you fucking nuts.
Hey, Bob, hold on the line for a second, because this guy right above you on the phone line is driving me nuts.
Okay.
Paul, go ahead. Huh? Paul in Philly.
Yeah, hi. You guys are taking a piece of the show, and you just you pick one of the worst spots. I mean, you can pick apart anybody's act. Like, you could take a piece of Jimmy's act where no one laughed and then say, oh, it was terrible.
Good luck finding that. But no. We understand that, dude. Hold
on. Let me jump in, though. When Jimmy does his comedy, there's natural laughter going on.
Exactly.
That's the point. That's the difference. This Big Bang Theory was on TV. That scene was on TV with massive laughs from a studio audience, or actually a lot of times it's not the actual audience. It's a laugh track where they sit there and go, well, let's pump it up here a little bit, and they actually move the laugh fucking monitor up and down.
It's called sweetening. And
Thank you. I didn't know the term in the business, but it's called sweetening. When you see Jimmy, no one's sweetening his act. If people are laughing, they're laughing because they think it's funny. They don't need anyone to tell them when to laugh.
I understand, and they're just trying to build up their show too, you know.
But again, you're right. But Groucho said it. The laugh track is the death of comedy because you don't have to be funny because the reaction is there. Laugh tracks to me are despicable. And again, I know I'm making it too important. It's not a big deal in the grand scheme of world peace. But it is annoying because I'm in that business, and when I see the fucking cornball stuff the only way it should get laughs is if the audience thought it was funny and laughed.
Exactly.
I agree with you guys. I mean, I don't like to be told when to laugh either, but, you know, what are you going to do? That's business.
But that scene was, I think, very uncomfortable for all of us because there was no laugh track. And that scene was on TV with a huge fucking laugh track.
I'd love to see that with the laugh track.
No kidding.
So we could have the relative comparison. But that was just the scene that he put up, dude. We didn't choose that. What would Tyler Durden do put that up?
Right.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks, guys.
Thank you, Paul. I'm not saying maybe the show is funny. I don't know. But that scene certainly wasn't funny without the laugh track.
It's just indicative of what they do, which drives me crazy.
Right. It's just
if they put a laugh track in a date rape scene, people would be laughing at home.
But they wouldn't need to.
Well, someone on my Twitter, I don't even know if we'll be able to find it and if it even is good, but someone's saying there's a wire clip on YouTube with a laugh track.
That's funny.
Oh, really? That's good.
Yeah. So,
but you know, Bobby, it's funny. I saw, what was that movie we had Leota in for? Observe and Report. There's no laugh track in film. I fucking howled watching that movie in the theater, and there is a scene, like almost like a date rape scene with Anna Faris. Did you see that where Seth Rogen's fucking her? She has puke on her. Yeah. It's really funny, man. And I didn't need to be told to laugh. I just laughed.
It's funny and hot.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, I relate to it.
And this is why most people really do suck. Fucking what was the name of that movie?
Observe and Report
was way better than Mall Cop. Mall Cop made a goddamn fortune. I finally sat through Mall Cop, and I tried to get through the entire film, and I finally had to bail about an hour in. I was like, "There's no laughs in this fucking movie. Why is everybody thinking this is a great movie? Why is everyone going to see this instead of this other movie?"
Observe and Report.
Observe and Report was way funnier, and it was sort of the same concept. A Mall Cop.
Well, Bob.
Yeah. I took my son to see Mall Cop. I left him there. I walked out. Left him. It was a horrible movie. Like, you know, it's just something that you could take your kid to.
Right.
That's why they do good.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I'm like, what's the big deal with this movie? I'm going to finally watch it. It was on fucking cable or something, and I just couldn't get through it, and I tried.
It was me and my son were the only one in the theater. Can you fucking believe that? We went there in a day. It was just me and him sitting there. We're looking around and like, wow, we must be important. We got a free screening here, just me and him. The movie was horrible. We didn't laugh once. You know, who cares about a fat guy falling off a scooter, you know?
Right.
Yeah, great.
It's just so funny. Fucking stupid, the shit that they're throwing down at people's throats now as entertainment.
Bob, we got to jump. We got to cut you off only because we got Dana White calling in. He's scheduled a phoner, and he's actually on hold.
Hey, I'll kick his ass any day, but I'll go.
Oh, shit.
All right, man.
All right, we'll have you back on. Thanks, Bob.
See you soon, Bobby.
Appreciate it. It's nice to know Bob Levy's listening to our show.
Yes.
And we got a lot of Big Bang Theory fans that are just fucking, they all want in.
All right, well,
they all want in.
After Dana, we'll talk to them. But it's like, we told you what we did. We didn't make it. We just played something we saw. It was awful.
Yay. I was on, What Would Tyler Durden Do? And I just thought it was interesting enough to bring to everyone's attention how weird these sitcom shows sound without the laugh track. That's all.
They're terrible.
It's really bizarre. Maybe we're just all so used to the laugh track, so when you do take it out, it just makes us all uncomfortable. I don't know, but it got a reaction from everybody just listening to that scene from Big Bang Theory. Dana White, how are you, sir?
Good. Bob Levy's like, speaking of throwing shit down people's throat, Dana White's the...
Oh, I know. Hey, why don't you come in and see us anymore?
Dude, I've been in New York for the last, I don't know how many months. You know what I want to talk about?
What?
Jesse the Body Fit.
Oh, Jesse.
on Opie Anthony, man. That's what I want to talk about.
Yes, with thermite paint.
Jimmy was impressive that day,
the
huh?
Video.
Yeah.
The video is awesome. If he hasn't seen this yet, go to YouTube and check out Jesse the Body Ventura on Opie Anthony. You are a bad little motherfucker. I love that.
I know.
He
did not back down to that fucking guy.
Did not back down. He's walking out the door looking like he's going to kill him. He says, "Fuck you and your."
The riffraff from Rocky Horror hairdo.
That was great.
Wow, that was awesome, man.
Thank you. Unfortunately,
I went and saw him stand up and out. Me and Chuck Liddell.
Yep.
He was incredible. He's unbelievable. He's the baddest little dude you'll ever meet.
Oh, thanks, Dan.
Shit.
Yeah, it was cool. Dane and Chuck and a few people came to the Improv one night.
Wow,
and Chuck was almost heckling. And I'm like, what am I going to do if Liddell gets out of control?
Liddell was out of control that night, actually, and we dealt with it.
Oh, you did deal with it?
I did. Yeah, I had to deal with it. Unfortunately, like everything else in the UFC, I have to deal with it.
You have to be like fucking. Unfortunately, though, you got to be like Siegfried and Roy, where one day you're just going to get your head bitten, thinking you have them all tame.
Everybody talks about it. Come up to me and say, "You're a genius. It's unbelievable what you do." I'm a glorified fucking babysitter. That's what I am.
I like that. Hey, when the whole Brock Lesnar thing was going down, we were trying to get a hold of you. We couldn't get you on our freaking show. You're giving exclusives to everybody. We're like, what about a little love for Opie and Anthony? Come on. What is up?
And you know, because you guys are all cocky because you know you're my favorite radio show.
Yeah, well.
On Earth.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So what's up with Brock Lesnar? I guess it turned out it wasn't as bad as you were initially saying, because it sounds like he's going to fight again.
Bad.
Huh?
No, guys, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was I don't want to get into, you guys political and, all this, holy shit. I don't believe in anything. Okay. I believe in nothing.
Right.
And, this was a fucking miracle. It was a miracle that this guy was, he went from needing major surgery, possibly, colostomy bag to, changing the quality of his life forever to holy shit. I can't, we sent him to the Mayo Clinic. And, they
Iraq eats
possible.
Boo.
It's the end of the world type. And he came back and he was all right.
Yeah, it was good to hear, because I didn't think he was going to fight again. And then it's like, well, all right, well, the heavyweight division, what are you going to do? And he's fighting the winner of who? Who was Carwin fighting?
Frank Mir.
Yeah, the Frank Mir fight.
So
wait, before you move on, I just got it. So now Brock Lesnar. So, I mean, he's just as fine as he was before this situation hit him?
Yeah. The scary part about Brock Lesnar is the doctor said he was probably the last year and a half has been at 60%.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
And now he's 100%.
So he's definitely 100%. So there's nothing that ended up happening with
No, he feels great. Everything turned around. But,
wow.
He was very, very, very sick.
What did he have to do? Like, what does he have to do to maintain? He just can't eat certain foods now, or does his diet have to change, or what do he have to do now to maintain his health?
Yeah, he changed his diet, and this guy used to eat nothing but high protein, no vegetables, and he changed that. He's eating a lot of vegetables. He's let me get this. He's juicing now in a juicer with, when they put carrots and things like that.
Yeah, he's different juicing. Yeah.
Yeah, he's juicing, and he credits this whole thing to some herbal medicine he started taking. He said it's the only thing that makes sense on how to take a complete turnaround like he did.
Jesus.
And let me tell you what, a lot of people that hated Brock Lesnar and said lots of negative things about Brock Lesnar, but I'll tell you what, for a short period of time, everybody got to see what the sport would have been like without Brock Lesnar. And happy he's back.
I gotta be honest, I didn't like Lesnar until you gave him a fucking earful, and then he apologized, and you could kind of see him laughing at that press conference a little bit, like, all right, I fucked up. And then I felt, okay, he's a likable guy, just like all the other guys I've met.
Regular guy, yeah.
He is. He's a good guy. Believe me, I'll know who the dicks are and who the ones aren't, but he's a good guy.
And he is fighting, I guess, what do you say, over the summer probably?
Say that again?
He'll probably be back, hopefully, over the summer sometime or before?
Yeah, if everything goes perfectly with the next two fights, he'll fight July 4th weekend.
Oh, okay. Oh, geez,
wow.
You guys picked a really good one.
Yeah, no kidding.
And this, you got 109 is Relentless, and the headline fight, the main event, is Randy Couture versus Mark Coleman. And Mark Coleman, that's like an old school fight. Those two guys have both been around for a long time.
He is. They both have, exactly. They're both close to the same age, and a lot of people have wanted to see these guys fight for years. Finally, it's going to happen. The great thing about it is, people have been negative about this fight, but the reality is Randy Couture is the best, one of the best light heavyweights in the world, period. Sorry. He's only had 2 losses in the light heavyweight division. Both were to Chuck Liddell, and he actually has a win over Liddell, too. How anybody who knows anything about the sport could not say this guy is one of the top 5 or 6 light heavyweights in the world is out of their mind. And Mark Coleman, Hall of Famer, came in, Stephen Bonner, then had that, war with Shogun Rua. After that fight with Shogun, everybody was saying, oh, Shogun must be shot. Comes in, knocks out Chuck Liddell, and has the fight against Machida, which many people believe that Shogun won that fight against Machida.
Shogun.
I'm speechless.
I know.
I actually I just stopped. I had a thought, and I literally just had nothing to follow it up with.
I can't believe it.
You know why?
He made you speechless.
Dude, as you're talking, I'm thinking of Coleman. I think he fought Fedor. Didn't he fight Fedor?
Do you want me to start saying, let me tell you the reasons I don't believe in my country. My country has lied to me more times. Does that help?
You love that Jesse Ventura thing.
No, but isn't there
I've watched it 7 times.
Nice.
Dude, I got a lot of hate mail over that. People, it's amazing how they're like, how could you disrespect? It's like they didn't watch the whole clip. They just thought I was just being a wise ass to a guy who served this country. It was really...
Well, we threw up more clips, finally, because we turned on the camera just seconds before the whole thing went down, so people thought that Jimmy attacked him out of nowhere. But it was about 45 minutes of like, enough of this crap.
I don't know how you can and think that. Listen, I met Jesse in Minneapolis, Minnesota when we went and did the fight there. He came to the fight. He sat in the front row. Couldn't have been a nicer guy. Was a very nice guy. I have nothing bad to say about him at all.
Right.
But that day, listen, if you're going to debate with somebody, you need to have some facts. And you beat the shit out of him. I mean, you literally went toe-to-toe with him, and he didn't win. And he got up and basically walked out. And I couldn't agree with you more with the way it went down.
Yeah,
Thank you, man.
He walked out because he was losing the argument.
Yeah, it was
he just didn't have his facts together.
Whenever 2 guys are arguing, I always feel it's like, you're just 2 guys arguing. I'm not trying to tough guy against a guy. He could throw me through a fucking brick wall. It's just 2 guys debating. I'm not testing his manhood or questioning his service to his country or any of that shit.
Yes, you were. I was here.
No, I wasn't.
Actually, it was quite the opposite. Jesse was questioning his. You've never been in the service, so you have no right to talk about it.
Yeah, apparently that's his logic.
You're saying, really? So because I've never been in the service, I have no right to talk about how I feel about the troops or how I feel about, all these issues. That's bullshit. And you were right and he was wrong. That's why he got up and walked out.
Yeah, it was an uncomfortable moment, and I haven't seen him since.
I got nothing personal against the guy.
No.
He's never been anything but nice to me. But that day he lost.
Yeah, we love him on the show, and he's going to have a book coming out soon. I think he comes back.
I hope so.
I really believe he comes back on our show.
Didn't he turn us down already?
Oh, it's time for the book already?
Oh, did he say no?
No, come on.
Ventura passed on the toe for his April press.
Oh, for his April press? I'll believe it when I see it when we get
Just
closer to
do your
April.
homework and go toe-to-toe.
Yeah, come on back and we'll do another fight. You love the rematch, right, Dana?
I'm all about the rematch.
You're all about the rematch.
The first fight was a great fight, and that one was...
Yeah, this UFC 109 Relentless looks like it's going to be good. We're going to the March one in, where is it? Jersey.
In Jersey.
Dana?
Yeah.
His phone's been bouncing in and out a little bit.
That's been messing us up a little bit, too.
Yeah.
The timing's a little weird today with your phone call. But we're going to go to the one in Jersey in March. And what's going on with New York? Are you close to making a deal or what?
Yeah. I'm very positive that New York's going to happen. And, I'm feeling good about it. Listen, we're going everywhere. I'm sure you guys know. We're doing a fight in Abu Dhabi. We're doing a fight in Australia for the first time.
Wow.
We're going into China. We're going to South Korea. We're going to India. We're going everywhere.
How cool is that?
We've started this global expansion. This thing can't be stopped. It is what it is. It's only getting bigger. It's not getting smaller. and we will be in New York, and we'll be in Toronto too.
Oh yeah, the rest of the world is eating this stuff up. We just got to get you in New York City.
They announced that New York State is finally going to give in.
But they haven't officially.
It's a financial reason.
Yeah, they haven't given in officially yet, though.
Right. It's on their plan.
Yeah.
I'm very confident it's going to happen.
All right, I know what you're getting at.
Well, it's got to drive them nuts that you're bringing it. I mean, this 109 Relentless is actually Saturday, February 6th. It's at Mandalay Bay Event Center in Vegas, which is an amazing venue. I imagine that's sold out, and I'm sure it's going to be a pay-per-view event. It's in-demand, DirecTV, Dish Network, etc. All right, you can pay-per-view it, obviously, anywhere you have it. Are tickets available for the actual event itself?
No, I doubt it.
No, we do.
Oh, really?
You know, it's Super Bowl week, and it's always been historically a great week for us. I think we have something like 800 and something tickets left. So
all right, so you can see the event live.
Start to roll into town. We'll sell out. It's going to be every Super Bowl is a great event for us.
Okay, so you know that will sell out because there's going to be a tremendous amount of guys in Vegas. I mean, for the Super Bowl.
This is perfect. See this Saturday night and then the Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah, it's perfect.
All you got to do is somehow get involved in prostitution. Because if you have a fight Saturday and the football game Sunday, all you need is a hooker to kind of hold you over from midnight until like 11 a.m.
Oh, you squeeze the hooker in then?
Yeah, of course. Look at that. What did you think of, obviously I had to ask you about Herschel Walker. I mean, he's a very impressive dude, man, at 48 years old.
Yeah, what do you think? Because you kind of laughed at that a little bit.
I'm still laughing.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Listen, if I think it's great. If this is this guy's hobby and he wanted to do one fight, yeah, he did a good job. The guy he fought had no athletic ability whatsoever, had no strength, no explosiveness, had no ground, had no stand-up. So if you're 50 years old and you want to fight some deadbeat, he did a great job.
Wow. Okay. A little more insight on that whole situation there.
Let me tell you what. When you're 47 years old, the last fucking thing on earth you should be thinking about is fighting.
Yeah, that's true.
It's time to
fuck. You should be waking up every day going, God, I hope I wake up in the morning, okay?
Yeah, it is
I'm
a weird
fighting
time.
for my life now.
It is a weird time to enter the fight game at that age.
Yeah. When Brock Lesnar came in, Brock Lesnar had one fight in a smaller show, and you know who we put him against in his second fight? Frank Mir.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Then Keith Haring. Then Randy Couture. Then Frank Mir again, and this guy has been phenomenal. Listen, there's no doubt Herschel Walker's been a great athlete. He's probably one of the best football players ever, and he's a hell of a nice guy. But you don't start fighting at 47. You know, for people even to be taken as seriously and even talking about it is hilarious. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What about Kimbo Slice too? Because I think he worked out better for you guys than you thought, right? Like he kind of became a fan favorite. I mean, what do you see happening with him?
Yeah, a lot of when I was going after Kimbo like I was, he was fighting in backyards, got into mixed martial arts, and I said the only way this guy will ever get into the UFC is if he goes to the Ultimate Fighter. And he had lots of other opportunities, freak shows that he could have done for a lot more money.
Right.
And he came into the Ultimate Fighter. I was impressed with the way he carried himself, with the type of person he is. So then when he comes out of the Ultimate Fighter, we put him in against a real guy, Houston Alexander, who has, knocked out Keith Jardine, knocked out Alessio Sakara, and Kimbo Slice beat him. No matter whether it was pretty or whatever you think it was, he beat him. I got to give the guy his respect.
All right, so he's a guy that you definitely think has a future fighting with you.
Well, we're going to find out. He's fighting again in Montreal. He's fighting Mitch Rion, the big football player with heavy hands. Those two are going to stand and go toe-to-toe, and we'll find out.
Now, was it awkward when you finally met with him? Like, because it's always weird when you shit-talk someone and then all of a sudden they're nice guys.
Well, I shit-talked him a lot, and Lorenzo and I met him and his manager in Beverly Hills, and I was thinking, oh, man, this guy's going to fucking kill me. And, he walks in, the gold teeth, everything else, sat down at the dinner table and couldn't have been a nicer guy. Not only could he not have been a nicer guy, never even mentioned all the shit that I talked about him. Not once, ever.
Wow.
Since the day I've known him.
I'm sure he heard it.
Yeah, of course.
Who knows? Maybe he's not a computer guy.
Trust me.
He wants to get paid, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a dummy.
You know what?
He's not stupid.
Seriously, I'm not gonna diss him at all. He could not have been a nicer guy.
Right.
And just totally a good guy, respectful guy. Got into the Ultimate Fighter, worked hard, and even coming out of the show, we put him against Houston Alexander, and he beat a real guy.
Isn't there a scene on YouTube? I was asking about Coleman, where he has
Gary?
No, not Gary. That was my improv. No, not Gary. I should be fucking kicked in my comedy balls. I answered you honestly. No, wrong Coleman, Ant. Fucking suck. Mark Coleman, where he goes into a rage after he fucks up and he gets tapped by Fedor. And is that Mark Coleman? Where he's just in a rage backstage somewhere?
Probably. Mark Coleman, especially in his early days, was nutty, man.
Dude, he is a psychopath, this guy.
Yeah, he's a nutty guy. There's no doubt about it. And then, I don't know if you've ever seen when he wins the heavyweight tournament in Pride, and he tries to jump into the ropes, and he hits the ropes, lands on the ring, and then jumps over. He slapped some Japanese lady in the ear when he goes down there to hug everybody. I mean, yeah, Mark Coleman is a maniac.
How is Randy Couture still fighting at his age? I mean, the guy is amazing. He's like he gets hurt and he continues to fight. It's like it's very rare to see a guy who can actually take the kind of abuse he puts himself through.
And he's well into his 40s now too.
Oh
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Randy Couture is I think he's 44 or 45, and he's an absolute freak of nature. The incredible thing about this guy is, he trains as hard as he does what he does, and never gets injured. This guy's always healthy, and he says it the best. At my age, to still be competing at the level I am and to still be healthy, I learn more and more every day, and I get better every day. It's unheard of.
Hey, you're watching, because a lot of people know who Couture is, but they might not know Mark Coleman. Go on YouTube, watch Fedor versus Mark Coleman. He gets tapped. And the rage this guy is in backstage, he really is he is a really interesting guy to watch, man. I saw him fight when it was the Lesnar-Mir fight. Who did Coleman fight that night? Do you remember? It was, I think, 100.
He fought, Stephan Bonner.
Yeah, and he won. It was a great fight.
Right.
I definitely recommend watching this fight.
Yeah, I want to ask about, Rampage. Now that, the movie's done filming, you get him back now?
Yeah, Rampage is coming back, and I'll tell you this. Have any of you seen the trailer for the 18?
Well,
no.
It's a real movie.
I saw the trailer for it.
It's a big budget, real movie. And
action-packed.
Again, I talked a lot of smack about this movie, and Rampage was supposed to honor his contract with me and everything else, but I'll tell you what, I think he did the right thing in filming this movie. Big time. Real movie, and I hope it works out for him. I'm happy for him.
So, does he have I guess he has a big part of he's playing Mr. T's part, right? Can he act?
Yeah, he's B.A. Baracus. I can tell you this. I couldn't tell you if he could act or not. I've never seen him really act, but you watch the trailer, and one of the smart things I think they did in this movie is whoever the director was, they told, Rampage to be Rampage.
Right.
Just be himself. And I think he comes off like himself in this movie, and I think this is, listen, I'm eating some crow here. I think it's going to be a big movie, and I think it's going to be a winner for him.
Rampage has a hell of a personality. We had him on.
He's great.
Real funny guy.
He's
tells
hilarious.
a great story.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's
the guy that
certainly.
I've backed 100%. I absolutely love Rampage, and I'm happy that this movie worked out for him.
And by the way,
regardless what happens with us in his fight career and everything else, good for him, man. This is one of the first guys to do a real movie in the UFC.
Just make sure he doesn't do a Tooth Fairy movie down the road. Like our old pal, The Rock.
But did you hear me? Can he act? And I forget that he's following Mr. T. I'm acting like he's replacing Brando. It was like Mr. T played the guy before. I'm sure Rampage could do as well as Mr. T did.
Of course.
Yeah, listen, he's B.A. Baracus, and he's going to be his own type of B.A. Baracus. He's going to be,
He's not doing a Mr. T impression?
Exactly. I'm sure the director told him that. Don't impersonate Mr. T. Be yourself. Because Rampage is, like you said, he's a funny, entertaining guy, and I think this thing's going to be a winner.
Yeah.
Do you think boxing is fucking miserable that you guys are actually going to make it into New York City eventually?
I don't know, man. I honestly think that UFC and boxing coexist. I love boxing.
Yeah.
If there's a good boxing match, I'm watching it. So, it's not about UFC or boxing. We can coexist.
Hell, BJ Penn knows how to box.
Yes, he does.
Fuck.
He looks great. He's better. This is a kid who's coasted on talent for years, and he's finally taken his career seriously, and he looks better than I've ever seen him.
BJ Penn.
BJ Penn.
All right. Dana White, here's this. UFC 109, Relentless. It is, the main event is Couture versus, Mark the Hammer Coleman. It is this Saturday, February 6th, live from Mandalay Bay Event Center. You can get it on pay-per-view, obviously, in demand, DirecTV, Dish Network, etc. Or go to UFC.com, MandalayBay.com, or Ticketmaster to get tickets if you're going to be in Vegas for the Super Bowl. Or the big game, as they say. Are we allowed to say Super Bowl? Or if you're going to be out there doing anything. And what are the fights do you recommend on this? What an old lady I sound like. What are the fights do you recommend? But who else is on the undercard?
Yeah.
The co-main event, Chael Sonnen versus Nate Marquardt. Two of the top 5 middleweights in the world going at it. That's going to be a great fight. The winner of that fight fights Anderson Silva.
Okay. Which Gracie is this on the bottom? I do not know who this Gracie is.
His name is Holes Gracie. Rolls, Holes Gracie. And this is the first new Gracie we've had in years. So, everybody's real hyped up on this kid. He's heavyweight, and, it's going to be interesting to see how he does.
This is a guy I happen to like who's not fighting right now. Gonzaga. Is Gonzaga still fighting?
Yeah.
I really like him, man. I kind of was hoping to see him. I guess I almost said make a bigger splash, but then I realized I'd have to throw myself out the fucking window if I use that terminology.
Make a splash on the sidewalk.
But yeah, I really wanted to see him do more. I loved Cro Cop, and after he knocked Cro Cop out, I kind of loved Gonzaga.
Yeah, Gonzaga's a beast. He's still a force in the heavyweight division.
Will he get a shot at Lesnar?
He's going to have to beat some guys to get that shot, but he's in the mix.
All right, right on. Dana, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure.
And you got to come in when you're promoting for Jersey if you're here.
I promise. When I'm in New York, I'll come in and see you guys. Listen,
all right.
You guys know you're my favorite radio show.
All right, well, give us an exclusive. That's all we're asking.
Yeah.
Next time you give us an exclusive.
Done.
You don't need to do it on Twitter and all that. You give us an exclusive.
Done.
All right, man.
Thanks a lot, Dana.
Thank you, Dana.
Thanks for the support, guys.
Right,
of course, man.
Always. Dana White from the UFC. We're going to take a quick break and leak and all that shit.
I got to piss. Dude,
I'm dying.
I was thinking of that clip that I was just showing Dan, and he stopped talking, and I forgot to talk.
I just know nothing about the sport, I realize. Like, I enjoy watching people beat the shit out of each other, but when you start talking names and stuff like that, I'm just like, oh, yeah? And I don't know the names. I don't know the people.
And it takes one time. You go to one event and you're hooked.
You get
it's not even like I don't like it.
I went to one in Philly.
Watch it,
and I'm hooked. I'm a beginner, though. I just know the basic names.
Yeah.
But, Bob Kelly and Jimmy could,
Bob Kelly
could go real deep with this shit. Jimmy's definitely deeper than me.
I have a very minimal knowledge.
I know the basics.
No, you seem to know a lot, Jimmy.
I know.
Because I sit here and I'm just like, what?
I know a lot of the bigger names. I have a very average knowledge of it compared to a guy like Bobby, who, again, Bobby knows every fighter, who they fought. Bobby
of course, he obsesses on things.
But I'm saying he really is a guy who knows UFC. Sure, I know it on a level just not as deep as he does.
All right, let's take a quick break here. Oh, you know what? Black History Month. Why don't we do today's...
Yes.
Oh, who's being focused on today?
We're going to find that out in a second. And let's not forget, Ian Halpern has a lot of good gossip for us today. Good. But first this.
To celebrate Black History Month, the Opie and Anthony Show is paying tribute to those legendary African Americans without whom this country would not be the melting pot it is today. Today we honor Major Jackson Jax Briggs, the first African American character in the Mortal Kombat video game series. After years of ripping off his opponent's arms at the shoulder, Jax ironically opted to make his arms stronger with bionic implants. Jax wins. Stay tuned for more icons of Black history on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey, wrapping up our laugh track discussion, somebody just turned us on to The Wire, a clip from The Wire with a laugh track on YouTube. I think it's more of a visual, but it's definitely worth taking a peek if you feel like going there. Just put in The Wire with a laugh track on YouTube. You'll find it. It's an interrogation scene, and they just add a laugh track, and it really, really works. Also, finding out that Dana White had sinus surgery 2 days ago. And then this guy, Philly Flyer on Twitter, he goes, that's why he sounds out of it. It was an okay phone call, but something seemed slightly off. I thought it was the phone.
It was the phone. They kept going in and out, and I just felt completely dead mentally and completely unprepared.
Yeah, you did fine, Jimmy.
No, I felt you know how it is. You know yourself.
People aren't jumping up and down and going, "Oh my God, I need this segment for the rest of my life." But it was fine.
Yeah.
You know,
I just blanked out.
I gotta say, SiriusXM did the right thing.
What?
And they gave me the SiriusXM app ahead of other employees.
Oh.
Which is making some people very fucking pissed off around here.
Yeah.
It's the SiriusXM app for the BlackBerry.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I'm in heaven.
It's rocking. Oh. All right.
Just like that.
Makes me want to have a barbecue.
You're not the only one who's in heaven.
Perfect timing on that song, huh?
It's the same as the iPhone app, really. It's great. It really is great.
People are downloading this thing already. I mean, because the regular people could get it, but if you work for the company, like, they're not releasing it to the employees until next week or something. But I'm like, look, I need it right away so we can help you promote this fucking thing.
Talk about it.
And this is Classic Rewind. They're playing Boston, obviously, More Than a Feeling. And Ant's telling me if I just pop in some headphones, this will be crystal clear digital audio, right?
It's unbelievable, man.
But it sounds great just like this.
Yeah. Oh, you pop in the phones, though. You think you're at the concert.
This is huge. Because
I listen to our channel on my app.
Well, I listen to Classic Rewind.
Classic Rewind.
But this is huge because... Oh, how do you turn it off, though?
You can't. It has to just stay on your phone till the batteries run out.
Yeah, I was telling these guys, I can't imagine you can listen to more than 2 songs before your battery's completely dead.
You listen to that, and I'll listen to fucking Zeppelin on the Boneyard.
Yeah, I'll fuck you up with what I'll listen to next. I'll give you a little something.
The Sirius app is amazing. It's a fucking great application.
Yeah. Oh, you know, I'm going to beat your song with this song.
What? I turned it off.
Well, then you lose the fucking battle of the apps. Here you go.
Oh, God.
What is this?
I don't know.
Michael Bublé.
Air Supply, making love out of nothing at all. On the Love Channel. We have a Love Channel on SiriusXM?
Not only do we have one, but it's in one of my fucking saved favorites on my truck.
No, it's not.
It is.
The Love Channel?
I wanted to hear love songs.
Oh, nothing but love songs.
And I don't listen to it.
Yeah.
So... But when we started 5 years ago, you had to buy the fucking Innos and stuff to take the satellite radio with you, and now it's right on your phone.
It's unbelievable.
In just a few short years. Danny, what you got?
No, I was going to ask if you guys wanted to hear me play the theremin on my phone.
Oh, yeah, Danny's got a great app.
Since we're all talking about our music apps.
What app do you have?
It's called the Thereminator.
What is that?
It's a theremin for your iPhone.
Fucking creepy.
Isn't that neat, everyone?
He's trying to figure out how to play the Doctor Who theme.
I don't get it. You just move the phone and it does
and
that?
It makes that
well,
sound.
It's emulating a theremin. What's wrong with you?
I don't know what a theremin is.
Oh, no, that song, Don't Pay the Theremin. Don't even fix the price.
Very good. We got Ian Halpern checking in a few minutes here.
And Donnell Rawlins is coming in studio.
Yeah, when is he getting his ass in here?
I do not know.
I do not know that.
I want to...
And what's up with... Jimmy?
I'm coming to Rochester. Tickets go on sale today. April 1, 2, 3. At Brother Weeze's.
The great Brother Weeze will sell that out with nothing.
I hope so, because if he can't sell it out, I really am a dud in Rochester.
If you go up there and it's not sold out, then I would question a lot of things, Jimmy. Brother Weeze will have that sold out by fucking next week for you.
I hope so.
That's an easy sellout.
It's April 1, 2, and 3 in Rochester.
I got to make that trip with you. I got to do a little Rochester trip.
Have I ever done a gig there? No, just in college, I think.
I don't think so. They've been wanting you up there for years. Obama mispronouncing stuff. Here it is.
Yep. One such translator was American of Haitian descent, representative of the extraordinary work that our men and women in uniform do all around the world. Navy Corpsman Christian Bouchard. And lying on a gurney aboard the USNS Comfort, a woman asked Christopher, "Where do you come from? What country?" After my operation, she said, "I will pray for that country." And in Creole, Corpsman Bouchard responded, "In Tanzania, the United States of America."
All right, so you said Corpsman wrong.
Corpseman.
Yeah.
A corpse man. Zombie.
That's a weird one to mispronounce, though, right?
Yeah, it's a silent
Corpsman.
P. Yeah.
And a silent S.
All right.
Yeah, I think the commander-in-chief should probably know that one.
No, that
I
is
agree.
a corpsman.
Yeah, I think that one's
like the Marine Corps.
That's a big one.
The thing he runs.
Well, he said that the colonel was
colonel,
and the captain was.
Let's say hi to Richard in St. Louis. Richard.
Hey, Opie, I just want to brag on the app. It's going to be awesome for people at work who can't run antennas out of Windows. So I'm moving to an office that doesn't have any windows.
Yeah,
I'm going to pick up a new BlackBerry and listen to you guys all day.
Yeah, you know what? We didn't mention that part of it, because when you did have to get the NOs and the portable units, you still had to be near a window. Now that it's on your phone, you don't have to be near windows anymore.
Remember that?
What's so amazing. This is great technology for satellite radio, that it's finally available on the phones in a way that is usable.
It's how I get it in my apartment, because I don't have it in my apartment. But if I want to listen to it in my apartment, I just fucking the app works perfectly.
So kudos, guys, and my life won't suck so bad at work anymore.
Right on. Yeah, because I wanted to bring my at the time to the gym and stuff, and I would have to record stuff and then listen to it in the gym. And now, fuck no. Now I can just bring my phone and plug in my headphones, and I'm listening to Ron and Fez or whoever else is on the radio.
You're rocking.
Worth listening to. All right. Do a virus show here in Rochester. I don't even know if I want to do the virus show again. I think that'd be kind of cool.
I know.
Pete mentioned that last night to me.
Now that we took some time off, I don't even know if we could get that done.
I know.
I was talking to one of your guys when you were doing Atlantic City. He's like, we'll maybe we could throw it in a smaller venue. I'm like, we go all in or we don't do it.
I was looking at
all in or
some
don't
pictures
do it.
The other day, and it was just like, oh fuck, man, I remember that. It was fun.
It sure was.
Fun.
All right. What's Questlove mad about?
He's the drummer for Fallon's. He's in
seems like a cool
Roots.
guy. The Roots.
He's a cool guy. There was a black chef who worked for NBC, and she had a cook, and she had she said she always wanted to do a black oriented menu for Black History Month. So she did, and had fried chicken and collard greens. I guess some soul food. Not offensive. It's like serving corned beef and cabbage to honor Irish.
Exactly.
Or it's Italian heritage. Have
some galama.
Yeah, whatever it is Italians eat. But fucking the drummer from the Roots got offended and he ordered neck bone or something. He had some soul food and then he twitters that it was offensive. And
why is that offensive?
It's not. Offensive?
If it's a tribute to Black History Month that you change your menu to soul food and food that's
He said it was racist.
How is that racist?
And
I want to know.
It was just he reacted, I think, poorly. But the fact that one guy can say that it's racist and people can't just go, no, it's not actually.
No, it's not racist.
It's really not.
Just
people are
no.
so afraid of the accusation.
Yeah, even the accusation of, hey, you're racist is worse than anything. Why? Who cares? I have gotten to the point where I so don't care.
Not
You're
at all.
racist. Am I? Good. It's your opinion.
I had a woman one time. I did a college in Camden University, Rutgers, in Camden, New Jersey. It was kind of a black school. So I worked with Otto and George, and there was a black MC. So I went on. It's a black audience. I did pretty poorly. And then the black host went on. He goes, worse to that white boy than Reginald Denny or something like that. But he was just trying to be funny. I didn't care. And then Otto went on and did his his joke about the fucking black cock looks like a baby's fucking holding an apple and stuff. So afterwards, the black girl who was paying us was complaining to Otto about that racial joke. And I said, well, how come you didn't complain when the black host not only called me a white boy, but said referenced me to Reginald Denny?
Yeah.
And this is true. And she goes, oh, that's different though. I'm like, how is it different?
How?
She's like, it just is. I'm like, explain to me how that's different. And she actually, in fairness to her, she paused and she was like, all right, maybe you're right. Maybe it wasn't different.
Oh, okay.
It actually wasn't.
Good.
And when she thought
then
about it.
Then you dropped the N-bomb and everything
I did.
was
Then
fine.
I fucked her in the ass, mouth, and ears. But it was that knee-jerk reaction was, this is okay and that's not. And sometimes you just got to hit people with logic.
Yeah.
I sound like the fucking. I sound like the teacher and like the white teacher that goes into a black school. Use the logic, young brother.
Yes.
Use your mind.
Well, let's hear the story here from Questlove.
The month of February is Black History Month, so we've always been trying to get something going on. And for the last year, the chef decided that we could feature something for Black History Month. So we did it last year, and it went over well. This year, we decided to do it, and the chef gave me the opportunity.
Are these black
every
people?
Thursday.
And how is that racist?
Featuring whatever I like for Black History Month. So this was the first month that we did it, and I made up the menu for today's cuisine. The idea was things that people would enjoy eating and things that I personally eat. And so that's why I featured that, because we had other things on the menu that was going along with Black History Month, so I featured that, and I thought it would go over well.
How long have you been fighting to get this on the menu for Black History Month?
Well, I've been with the company for 8 years, and last year was the first year that we did it. We've been asking about it, so we finally got it last year.
Do you worry that you won't be able to do it anymore?
Yes, that is a concern of mine, that we won't be able to get it, because it was a big controversy. They came and took the sign down and made a big row about it.
Do you understand why people would be upset about that?
What? She's asking, do you understand why?
Why people would be upset about
The very
that?
white-sounding
This woman is black.
Right.
The restaurant it seems to be, what?
NBC
Black
commissary. I'm guessing it's an NBC
is it?
property.
Oh, okay. Oh,
they
I
have
gotcha.
commissaries.
Wow,
And
she's really black.
she's a black woman.
I know exactly where this was coming from.
And she said, no, it's what I eat in the paper. It's what she eats.
Yeah.
And she wanted to share a part of black culture, and fucking Questlove thought it was racist and just reacted wrong. It's like black people are just as bad as white people.
Yeah.
But anything black is silly.
You know what's not on that menu? Pussy. 'Cause black guys just don't eat it.
I
said
Do you understand why people would be upset about that?
Actually, I won't. I don't understand at all.
Good.
It's not
Good for
trying
you.
to offend anybody, and
Good
it's
for
not
you.
trying to suggest that that's all that African Americans eat. It's just a good meal, and that's something that'll go over well. And we don't have it normally here. So to put it all together and to display it was really nice, I thought.
Oh, God.
Are you disappointed?
That someone would take offense of it? Yeah. Very much so.
Such a non-story.
You know, it's so typical.
Yep.
It's just, what the fuck is the difference? Why, when it comes to black people, does this have to be so, everything's got to be so sensitive and worded, walking on eggshells, fucking, so what? History Month. Look at that. Black History Month. Fried chicken, collard greens, smoked turkey, white rice, black-eyed peas, jalapeno cornbread,
16-ounce fountain soda,
water,
or Aquafina
whatever.
water.
And that's it. That's it. It's like, why is that offensive?
I could see if they threw grape soda in there or something.
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly. Fucking Kool-Aid.
Actually, I can't even see
that
mac
and cheese.
It is offensive because fucking, again, really closet racist, guilty white people buckle to it.
But it was a black guy that got offended.
But again, all people have to say to him is, nah, look at the context.
No.
That's like a white guy will never say to a black guy,
challenge,
you're wrong about a racial issue.
Right.
Bullshit. It's not
you're
racist.
Right. You're right.
And I think
say
he
it's
realizes
racist.
he overreacted.
Does he?
I think he does, yeah. He Twittered the thing, and I think he realizes that he reacted stupidly.
It says Black History Month, and the top of the list is fried chicken, so that probably, got him like, oh, what? But then you look at when fucking, what was that chicken place that was giving out the free chicken and ran out?
I forget.
And then you look, excuse me, but black people do seem to enjoy the fast food fried chicken places.
Well, we're blowing off the obvious point here. The cook is a black lady.
Yeah.
If it was a white cook, then maybe I could see why Questlove would say what he said, but it's a black cook. Coming up with this. Bring him in.
Yeah, we have Don Ellis here. It'd be good to get a black guy's perspective.
Donnell Rawlings.
I want my bucket.
Goddamn Donnell.
You got your bucket?
I haven't got a bucket. I'm going to get a bucket in
get
this.
my bucket.
I'll get a bucket in this weekend. Donnell, what's up, brother?
Bucket on.
Donnell Rawlings in studio.
What's happening?
Playing Caroline's this weekend.
Caroline.
212-757-4100.
Tonight through Saturday, and Donnell, a lot of guys know from Chappelle's show. He was Ashley Larry, and a lot of guys know from stand-up, but he's a really funny comic.
Oh, fuck it, yeah.
I like being here, man. I like the menu you guys had in the break room. The fried chicken omelet, that was awesome this morning. The collard green roll, man. I got inspired. I think I'm going to be the first person. I'm going to start like a soul food sushi spot.
That would be nice.
Fried chicken rolls, wrapped with collard greens, get some cornbread going, man, and have like a black chick with a really bad hairdo.
Like a sassy Queen Latifah.
Yeah, there you go.
We don't understand this. We don't understand this non-story. You got a black cook in honor of Black History Month coming up with a menu that a lot of traditional foods soul food, right? That black people do eat,
right?
And then you got Questlove getting all mad, but. Does he realize it was a black cook that did this?
I don't know if he knows. I think Questlove need to focus on getting either a haircut or getting braids. People get offended by everything. When and one of your producers showed me this, he's like, Donnell, what do you feel about that? I was like, it sounds like something I would eat, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, everybody's like got a stick up their ass to get offended by everything. But I guarantee you, after he took that picture, he had 2 orders of it, and he had to suicide.
Dude, I think she said he did order some neck bone or something. He did order something.
Yeah, man.
So, I would eat that.
Yeah, I mean, at least
except for the collard greens. I tried that once, and
but I mean, you got to see how it's an advanced African American menu, because at one time it would be like hog mogs or something was for the season.
Hog mogs.
They did smoked turkey wings, so you can't be mad at that.
What are hog mogs?
Now I would have been offended by black eyed peas. They were supposed to say African American.
Yeah, that's true.
Peas. You know what I mean? That's where you draw the line. It's not black, it's African American.
Actually, the press would just call them eyed peas and wouldn't let us know what the race was.
Exactly.
That's why comedians are bad barometers, though, because comics are impossible to offend. Like, you can't ask a comic, because we're almost never offended by stuff.
I mean, I think the only thing we get offended by, if you call us broke, then that could be offensive.
Yeah,
or
hacks.
Yeah, something like that. And you know what, to be totally honest, and I talk about this as a black comic, the situation, I know it's kind of beat up with Michael Richards at the Laugh Factory when he used the N-word or whatever. I really think that was what happened in that situation was somebody, the worst thing you could tell a comic is like, yo, you not funny, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because I've had that, and it's sent off a trigger that, and I've called women things I would never say. But just because of that, you don't know what to do. You get defensive. And I think in a situation with him, he was trying to explain words association. You know, how people get offended by certain words. But by that time, the crowd was on him, and he couldn't do anything with it.
He had to drop the atomic bomb.
And now it doesn't matter what he meant. They destroyed him.
Yeah.
They destroyed him over.
But he turned it into an opera.
Yeah.
He was like, Negro. You don't need to hang it out like that. Negro, wherefore thou die, Negro.
He really did, man.
He just wanted it to hurt as much as possible. If they weren't black, if they were a table full of fat women, he would have said, you fat cunts.
Yeah, but it don't hurt any. That's what people, and like Jay-Z was on Oprah and he spoke about it, like the sting of the word is not there. You know, some people, you talk to somebody that's 80 years old, they're never going to understand how like a younger generation use it. But when you hear the word, in the 60s it was different from that. In the 60s, when you heard nigger, it was followed with water hose and German shepherds and everything. You know, it was like, nigger, there you go right there, get him, Jethro, there you go, don't let him leave. But now if you hear, you might hear, especially in my community, and I'm speaking for all black people right now, you might hear, where my niggas is at? Where my niggas is at? And it's a smile on my face. We right here. See, that's the difference from hearing, where my niggas is at. I had 5 niggers on pickup truck. There's only 2 left. Somebody took 3 of my niggers and need to bring my niggers back. I need them back now. It's the voice and it's the time, man. So people need to get the stick out of their ass and fucking grow up.
Now when you hear it, normally you just hear Anthony's fucking driver window going back up and his Escalade speeding away.
Speeding down the expressway. I must say, though, usually it's Asians I yell at on the roads.
You ever take a good look at Anthony's car when he leaves every day? There are so many fucking things on that thing. I really want to know what the fuck is going on with Anthony. And he doesn't drink and drive, so it's none of that shit.
After a certain period of time goes by in your lease,
you got some
it becomes
shit
a
going on
battle
with that car.
wagon. It's an Escalade, you know.
Yeah.
So did
it come with collard greens?
Yeah, it came with fucking gumdrop and collard greens and fucking tinted windows.
Yeah, the Escalator recalling their cars so you can get some fried chicken, collard greens, and smoked turkey wings.
Yeah, they're jamming the gas pedal down, some shit.
Yeah, and it has a beatbox. It comes with a beatbox.
No, I do. Now I don't give a fuck, so I don't want to bash the whole thing
You're
up completely.
squeezing through some shit, though. It's obvious.
I'll put a ding. I'll trade some paint with the cabbies.
Oh, yeah, you are.
I'll trade some paint with the cabbies.
I saw some yellow paint on there.
I'll change lanes in the Midtown Tunnel, even though they got those big fucking plastic things separating the lanes. Bap! I'm right over
Oh,
it.
you go over them?
Oh, fuck yeah.
You've gone over those things?
Yeah, they're
I always
plastic.
wondered if they move.
Yeah, they're plastic, and they're only attached by a rubber bungee on the bottom.
What the fuck?
So if you don't really care about your bumper or your paint or something like that,
you really will change and go right
dude,
through those
I
things.
am zigzagging
That's pretty fucking
like
amazing.
they're not even there. Like it's a
I
change.
always assume
Like
that
it says, please change lanes.
I always assume there's a metal rod or something in the
That
middle
would
of
trick
those
you
things.
if every so often they change where the metal post is. Just to fuck you up.
Like it's a landmine.
Like, all right, put it on the 102nd pole. That's the metal one.
Yeah, for the people out of town, it's the Midtown Tunnel. Yeah, these what are they called though?
They're
plastic.
just a divider. It's like a
But
plastic
they're really
pole.
thin. They're
It's
really
like,
thin,
yeah,
but they look like they should have poles in
a
the middle.
plastic post.
I didn't know those
I guess they're
fuckers
about
moved.
4 feet high. They're orange fluorescent yellow stripe on them, but they look metal. They look like metal.
They
poles,
look like you shouldn't fuck with them.
but they're
How'd
plastic.
you figure that out?
I saw a truck clip one, and it kind of went
and you went,
and I went, I could go right over that motherfucker.
And you did.
And the sidewalk driving is another thing, because the way I used to take off the Queensboro Bridge, I'd be on the LIE service road trying to get to the LIE, and a lot of trucks would try to make a U-turn and get stuck underneath the expressway overpass because they didn't have enough room.
I know exactly.
And
what you're
now
talking.
everybody's sitting there, just cars are backing up. And I looked over and went, that is a wide sidewalk. That's a wide fucking sidewalk. So I got up on the sidewalk, I pulled my mirrors in, because, the Escalade, you could do that. And then just up the sidewalk, back down when I found an open parking space. Everybody, and then I saw a few other people follow.
Said, you know what?
Follow me through.
That doesn't look too bad.
Okay. Yeah, there they are. A little post with this from my truck.
We're a little crowded right now. We got Donnell Rawlings in studio, but we also have Ian Halpern on the phone who wants to do his little thing.
Oh,
so
Christ.
help us out with this. Ian's out of his fucking mind. We love
Because
this
I'm
guy.
black, I need to use it. I'll use a race car at least 10 more times before I leave here.
Oh, no problem, man.
Because I'm black.
Yeah, greetings, guys, from Miami, man.
Oh, you're down there for the Super Bowl, Ian?
Yeah, I'm right here, but this should be called the Ho Bowl, man. I mean, I can't walk the streets here without bumping into a pimp, a stripper. They've come from all over the world.
The strippers have come from all over the world to the Super Bowl to get some money made.
Just for one fucking weekend. I gotta tell you guys something, okay? I went undercover yesterday
Yeah,
for the Super Bowl. I went right on Craigslist. I posted an ad, and all you people could check it out. You could Google it.
Google it. Google it.
No, really. I went on Craigslist.
Google
I posted an ad saying I was a young stripper supermodel from Sweden named Inga Solming, who would pretty much fuck anyone for free, go the full 9 yards if they could get me into the Super Bowl box seats. I've had over 600 fucking replies, including some from NFL players, a CEO from an airline. I mean, this shit is just one fucking motherfucking sex fest up here. There's nothing more to it. I'm telling you right now, I bumped into a hoe last night, Opie.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm walking down Collins Avenue, and I'm interviewing all the hoes. One woman told me she came here from Vegas. She's been up here for 27 years. Every Super Bowl she goes to for the last 27 years. And she says she's banged the likes of Lyle Alzado, Broadway Joe. I mean, even former Dallas coach Tom Landry. Can you imagine?
Wow. Did he keep his hat on while he fucked her?
Funny.
She told me Landry's dick was as worn out as a cucumber.
Now, no offense, Ian. Even though everything you say comes true in the end, we just got to say we don't know.
I'm
going to
believe him.
I don't fucking know.
I'm going to believe him.
You're going to believe it?
Based on past performance.
So you're basically tripping.
Alzado with a hoe. Seriously.
You're basically tripping in a pussy all over the place down there, huh?
Yeah, I mean, nobody's talking about football. They're just talking about one thing. The world sex industry has descended on this town. You just can't go anywhere. I mean, walk down Collins Avenue, you're going to see the world's elite coming here from Brazil, from Vegas. They've all come for one motherfucking weekend. Everyone's here to get laid.
The best pussy from all over the world. Google it. Google it.
And Jim Norton's not here.
I would love to be there, man.
It should be.
Anywhere where the game is prevalent, like Vegas, there's probably a lot of whore activity just because there's so much male money to be made.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't want it if it's legal. Isn't the thrill of having to almost get caught or something like that?
Oh, yeah. It's not legal in Vegas. It's legal in Reno. But in actually Clark County in Vegas, you can go to jail for it. That's why
that's where you need to be,
Big
where you can almost go to jail.
Yeah, of course.
Watch, get off of this. Cops
That's a
behind
big
it.
misconception. I got to say, Ian, props to you, my friend, because you were the first one that brought up any problem between Brad and Angelina. And
on your show.
Yes, on our show.
Exclusive. It was
the first
exclusive.
one that brought it up. Everybody's like, all right, where's he getting this info? And you told us. And then, like a week later, the story breaks. There it is.
Yeah, listen, dude, this story's gone all over the world. I broke it on your show. And Anthony, as you said, I got to tell you one thing. I'm going to come up with another prediction in the next few months. I only make one or two every couple of years, but they come true. And, you know, I did my homework. Everyone was laughing at me all on your show, but I'll tell you one thing. Right now, they're toast. I said it all along. I infiltrated their camp. I've always said I know more about Angie Jolie than Brad Pitt does at this point.
Damn. Yeah, that was an accurate one.
But
have you guys heard about Leif Garrett?
What? No. Hold on. Before we go on to Leif Garrett, but I mean, officially, Brad and Angelina, they haven't broken up.
Look, there's been no denials on the record. This script is playing out exactly like Madonna and Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
Liz Rosenberg denies it. July 2008. They're together. They make a public photo op just to calm down the media storm. 4 months later, the same Liz Rosenberg, who's a big hoe, by the way. I mean, seriously, I'd rather fuck Barbara Walters than Liz Rosenberg.
And I have.
And that ain't
Google it.
But I'll tell you one thing. 4 months later, this same hoe, Liz Rosenberg, she announces it and says they're toast. And Madonna and Guy Ritchie have split. And Guy Ritchie and Brad Pitt are good friends. So they're playing out the same script. Brad's doing his homework here.
Yeah. Is he going to get back together with Jennifer Aniston and her smelly pussy?
No, man. He doesn't like Jennifer Aniston. I mean, she smells down there. And you alluded to that.
Wow. That's why, allegedly, that's why she can't hold a man.
Yeah.
Really? Because,
you know what the story is.
What?
I broke this last week, and Us Weekly's pretty much confirmed it. I found out that Aniston signed up with a dating agency in San Francisco and is paying $100,000 and more to find the right man. She doesn't want a celeb anymore. She wants someone who's really like a credible business guy.
Someone with no sense of smell.
She doesn't want a celeb. She'll end up with Rich Voss.
Ian, a lot of people on instant feedback saying that you went undercover as a straight guy down there in Miami. you want to comment on that, sir?
Hey, let me tell you something. People call me His Highness, by the way, because of my movies, and I'll tell you, this His Highness doesn't go, the other way. I like one thing, but, I'm like you guys. I'm just looking for the right woman and, just settling down. And at this point, until that happens, hey, I'll walk Collins Avenue and, bang some good Vegas hookers. Why not?
Exactly. Why not? Right? Now, what's the Leif Garrett story? Yeah. I heard he was arrested for drugs again.
Yeah, Garrett, man, this guy's gone off the edge. He was arrested, multiple times in the last couple of years for drug possession, and now a Hollywood madame has contacted me and told me he's been receiving $5,000 a shot to sleep with old fans. Can you imagine women in their late 40s wanting to sleep with Leif Garrett? And that's how he makes his money for his next drug fix. And the guy's broke, destitute, and she told me Garrett, some of the women complained because he couldn't give them 2 shots, and because they pay for this shit, and this guy, he burns out quickly, She told me a Big Mac truck refuels quicker.
You know what? To make the story even better, you should Google image Leif Garrett.
Leif Garrett.
And pick one of his mugshots. And fans are supposedly having sex with him.
He was teen idol back in the 70s.
I'm going to go down Collins today and ask every stripper and hoe who's come to town, how many know Jim Norton? How many have been with him?
I'm telling you, I've only been to Miami one time, man. If you go on Craig's, go like to the fucking $80 hand jobs, that's where they all know me. I don't get a lot of hot whores in Miami, man. No, I've really never done it.
You don't pay for, expensive call girls, Norton?
No, dude, I never did.
You're a man who travels the world. You live a life like a rock star.
I don't, though. I languish in mediocrity, and I don't spend more than $250. I really don't.
And you have groupies. I know you guys all trekked to Atlantic City a few weeks back.
Yeah.
And, are there chicks waiting backstage and trying to, bang you right after?
Oh, dude. Just blowjobs everywhere. It's
out of control.
It's just out of control.
We had 3 hookers come up to the table when I was playing blackjack.
Yeah.
3 hookers just came up and started talking and we knew, especially Keith. He's a fucking cop. He spotted them a mile away.
Sure.
And they're all trying to be nice. He called them the whore Charlie's Angels. There was an Asian one, a black one, and a white one. This is fantastic. But then they're
so
being
you had
all,
something to choose.
They're being all touchy-feely and everthing. Yeah. And you know, for a second you start thinking, what the fuck is going on? And then you look at him and go, oh, okay, I get
know
it.
what this is.
Now I get it.
Hey,
who is?
I want to talk about this Leif Garrett thing a little more. I mean, is this...
One second. I got to ask, Norton, would you bang a high-class hooker who's been with Lyle Alzado before? Seriously.
Yeah, as long as she didn't fuck with his head. I mean,
yeah, old Puddinhead.
Yeah, as long as she's not responsible for his fucking brain cancer. Yeah, I'd be happy to. I wouldn't care. I'd fuck her if she fucked Magic Johnson.
She's telling me she's been with Lyle Alzado, Tom Landry. Like, you know, who's going to touch this?
How old is she though, dude? How old is she? She's fucking Landry.
Probably about 52.
That's great.
It's great. That shit.
She ate fucking. She ate Staubach's ass. She fucking jerked off Hollywood Henderson into a cup. Yeah.
Her price is dropping as these Super Bowls continue.
Yeah. She said Jack Ham took her anal cherry.
Anal cherry.
Fuck. Yeah, pink socks by Johnny Unitas.
Down here to make some real paper. She said she's going to leave with about 12, 15 grand in her pocket.
Yeah, she probably will, man.
For a nice long week, huh?
Yeah, by the way, she told me Ed Too Tall Jonesy wasn't too tall.
Oh, really?
Wow, little dick on Ed Too Tall. Look at this, all the exclusives.
Now, Ian, this Leif Garrett thing, is there other child stars doing this?
She tells me she has a whole bunch of them. She won't reveal names, Opie, because of confidentiality reasons, but she told me Leif was definitely in her stable. This is like another Heidi Fleiss of Hollywood.
Wait, so this is old fans.
So this is the same.
A lot of these old stars, they're pimping themselves out, and there's no shortage of female fans who are going to pay this type of bread to sleep with them.
Wow. And
You know?
up to $5,000?
Yeah, up to 5, and she told me one woman complained because Garrett refused to use a condom, you know. I mean, come on, like, you know, who's going to bang Leif Garrett without a condom?
Who's going to bang him with one? He looks like the BTK killer.
Yeah, he really has hit the wall.
He's like Dennis Rader. What a creep.
The guy was America's sweetheart there in the 70s, and then
I'm predicting that Garrett's making a comeback anytime soon. I'll tell you one.
No.
Oh, you're going to be right about that one, too.
So wait, if she won't tell you because of confidentiality, how do women know to contact her? How do they know who to fuck?
Well, that's it. You got to contact the Hollywood Madame and go undercover and pose and, you know, get a chick on the phone.
Hollywood Madame Norton.
Norton.
That should be your next project. Your next project should be...
Norton, if there's one chick who you grew up with admiring, who's it going to be? Florence Henderson? Like some form of star? You know, Alice from I'd like to see Norton banging Alice from the Brady Bunch.
Ann B. Davis? I wouldn't bang her, but I'd finger her ass while she blew me.
Ann B. Davis and Norton.
Speaking of Florence Henderson, you know, Mr. Kincaid from the Partridge Family was fucking her for many years. Most people don't know that. Google it.
Kincaid was gay.
Kincaid was gay.
Is he really?
He kept the band together. Kincaid was gay?
Yeah, he said gay.
Oh.
Who was that? Another thing Ian's saying that we don't know about.
Didn't know that.
Wait, who else?
I think he's dead.
Yeah.
Hold on, child stars. Who would I have fucked growing up? Dana Plato, but she's off the table.
Christy McNichols
on the corner table.
Stop making a comeback.
No. I don't know, actually. It's a good question.
Let's see. After they grew up, or when they were still?
I think I'd take Nicolette Sheridan when she was young, not in her current state. I mean, I don't even know if that's really her.
Not David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, I'd like to see Norton with Hasselhoff for a night.
I bet you would.
He'd be vomiting my cum like that hamburger when he was drunk on the floor.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see Norton, Hasselhoff, and Ann B. Davis.
There you go.
In the sack together.
I'd rather
make headlines.
I'd rather fuck him than her. I'll tell you that much. Unless you put Sam's sausage link in my rump. I can do Ann B. Davis rape jokes all day.
Nicolette Sheridan's little hairy bush.
Well, that's...
We're looking at a picture.
That shows that it's an older picture, huh?
It's an older picture. She got that hairy bush.
Yeah, in the 70s, they didn't really shave it.
They didn't shave at all.
Oh, my God.
That was crazy fucking Cuban revolutionary lap.
Hey, Ian, you said that Brad and Angelina are definitely split, and you'll reveal why, but you haven't really revealed why yet.
They're just incompatible. As I've said all along, the first 2 years they were banging each other's brains out. They didn't have time to get to know each other until really my book came out and Brad discovered who the hell's he with. You know, he was the first guy in line at the bookstore to read this, and he flipped out. Apparently, he said he wants to, take a swipe at me if he sees me. Look, I say this right now. I'll rent out Madison Square Garden if he wants to fight me, and I'll tell you one thing. I'll get Opie as the referee right in the middle, and I'll bang bashing this guy's brains out. I'm not afraid of Brad Pitt.
So now, are you saying that you're responsible, you think, for their breakup? You think he got to know her a lot better?
Absolutely. Once he read my book, he said, whoa. You know, he finally did due diligence. Up until then, yeah, there was some arguing the last couple of years, and, you know, the sex wore off. Originally, they were banging each other's brains out on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith for 18 to 20 hours a day. That's from, I interviewed over 60 people who worked on that film.
So what do you think was like in your book, what would you say?
They spent more time in their trailer than filming.
What do you think it was that he read that made him go, I don't want to be with her anymore?
I think the fact that she's into self-mutilation, has knife collections, you know, has slept with probably more broads than Jim Norton, and, you know, that was...
She wanted to adopt some more black babies.
Yeah, maybe that's gotta be killing the sex life, too.
Enough.
You know, she's a loose cannon, man. You know, I do believe some of her humanitarian efforts are legit, much more legit than Wyclef Jean. I mean, this guy, come on. I urge everyone listening to this show, don't give to the Wyclef Jean Fund, because that money ain't getting to Haiti too soon.
The only problem I had with him was there was one allegation that he had, he didn't deny it, I don't think, that of the money from his charity, $100,000 went to pay him for performing.
Yeah. Come on, I've never heard of this before. You know, as entertainers and, you know, people who give back, celebrities, you know, there's been so many who actually, they don't take a penny. It all goes to the cause.
Right.
In this case, especially a guy from the home country. Come on. This guy asking for $100K to make an appearance, it's just disgusting. I mean, I remember, you know, when Mandela was in prison, every motherfucking artist around the planet donated their services for free, and most of them weren't even from South Africa. This guy, he's from Haiti, you know, he wants to get paid. It's just revolting.
Yeah, he was trying to do damage control. I saw him interviewed, and he's like, look, I've made some mistakes, but this money is going right to the people who need it. He was, I guess, trying to repair the bad image of his charity.
Yeah, right to the people he needed, right into his bank account. That's where it's going. You know,
Google it.
I wish he would have been the only guy to be in that earthquake. I wouldn't be shedding any tears.
Wow, you really don't like him.
No.
That'd be an odd earthquake, though, if only one guy died.
Yeah,
one house
I would
falls
have loved
down.
to see that on YouTube. Wyclef Jean in Haiti during the earthquake. I'd love to see this guy get shaken up a bit.
Now, Ian, give us something new.
Anything? What are you working
Give us
on?
something new. What are you working on? You're down there in Miami. You're looking at all the whores.
I mean, that's all there is to do here. I'm looking right outside my window now at the swimming pool. I mean, there's about 75 women and 3 guys, and they're all hose tanning. You know, they're getting ready for the big night tonight.
How much do you think they're charging to fuck a regular girl down there?
Well, I asked. I told you, right outside my building, I was just walking the street. Some are charging $1,000. Some are charging $50. I mean, it's like, you know, it's like a restaurant here. There's McDonald's, and then there's, you know, Joe's Stone Crab.
Hey,
I like that range, McDonald's and Joe's Stone Crab.
Hey, we got breaking celebrity news. Charlie Sheen's SUV was stolen. Have you heard this one yet, Ian?
I haven't heard this one.
Just hitting.
I took it. I'm driving it.
So
I went undercover as a tire.
We're going to give you something for once. Charlie Sheen's SUV stolen and found over a cliff. At the bottom of a cliff was his SUV.
Denise Richards, or, you know.
Yeah.
By the way, this Hollywood madame, she told me Sheen was one of her prime clients for years and years, and still is.
Well, really?
She said without Sheen, she'd probably be living on the corner of Sunset and Vine.
I don't.
Is he?
In the past, there have been allegations.
She was shocked because it was his voice, and he was ordering a man.
Wait, she said, now this woman alleged that Charlie Sheen ordered a man?
Yeah, she said one time he called, and she was just in total shock. It was Charlie, and this time he's ordering a male.
What kind of a male did he want, did she say?
Unclipped or clip? Really? Black guy?
Yeah, African.
Wow.
African-American male.
Really? Did she say, did Charlie want him for himself, or did he want him to watch him have sex with another girl?
Maybe that was it.
He doesn't know.
Maybe the girl that he's...
For all you know, he was banging... He hired this guy to bang Denise Richards while he was, watching basketball or something. Who the fuck knows?
Who knows, right?
But that's what Ian's saying.
For all we know, he was getting it up the rear end. With Charlie, you never know.
He is a loose cannon. He's like Norton.
Yes, although Norton wouldn't be taking up the rear end.
No, of course not.
And Brad Pitts.
Yeah, see, I think you guys should head up to Miami now for this Super Bowl. I mean, the last thing on everyone's mind here is football. I'm telling you that right now. The New Orleans Saints, they were out Monday night on the town here. I mean, they're not even thinking about football. Apparently, they party till 6 in the morning, the whole team.
Jesus.
They're using the excuse that Tuesday was a day off, hey.
Yeah, well...
Listen, she told me, she guaranteed me, this woman... another woman, actually, she was from Norway. She was telling me she has 2 people lined up as clients, and they're both playing in the Super Bowl, and they're both lined up for tonight and tomorrow night. So, seriously.
Seriously. Ian. You're a pisser, man.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, you have fun down there.
Yeah, everyone have a good weekend, and... everyone, instead of supporting Wyclef John, just send it to Jim Norton. He'll make sure the money gets paid. I guarantee you that.
Yes, I will.
All right, Ian. Thanks for the call, man. Have fun down there.
There goes our pal, Ian Halperin.
That's it for Google It. Google him with Ian Halperin.
Yeah,
that's our big segment with Ian.
We love that guy. We don't know why we love him.
He's got a lot of information. He knows
He's
a lot.
out of his mind. We don't know. He says the most bizarre, preposterous things.
Right.
And then 2 weeks later, it's in the paper.
He wrote Michael Jackson's biography. That was the guy that wrote for Michael Jackson's biography. And he was the one that said his doctor is going to be charged. And actually, Michael Jackson's doctor's attorneys contacted Sirius because he was doing interviews.
Yeah.
And they put what they call cease and desist,
right.
which means stop. So they didn't have him in anymore. And it turns out he was right.
Yeah, we couldn't replay his interview. Nothing. We had it was a really big deal. Back to Michael Jackson's people.
My theory on the whole Michael Jackson thing, Michael Jackson, and I tell people, you're really getting high when you have to have a doctor in the room to watch you get high.
Yeah.
I smoke weed. The only doctor I need is Dr. Dre, and if Snoop got some backup. And my theory is the doctor was supposed to watch Mike sleep. I think he fell asleep while he was watching Mike
sleeping
sleep.
on the job.
Maybe. And
think about it. You know how boring it is to watch a grown man sleep all night.
Yeah.
He was probably watching the monitors for like 30 minutes. Boop, 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 boop. Shit started feeling like sheep jumping over a fence. He passed out. He woke up and he heard, it fucking flipped the fuck
Probably
out.
woke him up. He thought it was
it was the TV off the air back in like the 70s.
Or his alarm clock, you thought.
What the fuck? Michael, are you okay? Are you okay, Michael? Michael, are you breathing? Can you hear me? Are you okay, Michael? You've been hit by some new Deprovan.
How bad a moment is it as a doctor when you go, I just killed Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
You gotta sit there going
the biggest entertainer in the world is dead. He has no wig on. He looks like Pesci and JFK, and it's my fault.
Yeah, that's gotta be. He might be on suicide watch. They're supposed to be charging him with involuntary.
And he did. They're negotiating right now.
Yeah.
You gotta sit there in the room with just the body and you going, is there anything I could do to cover this up?
He probably just yelled at it.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Get up.
You lightweight. Oh, my God.
Let's go to break.
I'm so fucked.
Let's go to break, and we'll continue with Donnell Rawlings, who's playing Carolines this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Carolines.
4100. And Jim Norton is featured in this fine piece called Man of a Thousand Voices. How does he say? Jim Norton?
Jim Norton. He pronounces his words.
Norton. I believe, really, seriously, I believe it was Jimmy Norton.
And then he goes, I'm working on a project.
He's Canadian, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I like how he says madam.
Madame. I was talking with Madame, and she even knew Jimmy Norton.
Madame.
Madame.
All right, check this out.
Get ready, America. Today's hottest impressionist is coming to a theater near you. Jim Norton, Man of a Thousand Voices, live in concert. All your favorite celebrities are here. Bill Clinton.
I did not have sex with that woman. I did not have sex with that woman. I did not have sex with that woman.
Samuel L. Jackson.
That girl got snakes near a plane.
Sylvester Stallone.
I'm going to have to get a lot of body bags if that girl's coming to town.
And Christopher Walken.
Oh, I carried this iPhone in my butt.
Jim Norton, Man of a Thousand Voices. Live in concert. Coming to a theater near you.
All
right, we got a lot going on. Donnell Rawlings in studio. Very funny comic. He's playing Caroline's this weekend. 212-757-4100.
Tonight through Saturday.
Absolutely. And he was talking about white broads versus black broads. He was talking about male supermodels. Had a lot of good material during the break there.
Yeah, we're going to bring it to Caroline's. I'm rich! I'm broke, bitch! Dave took the money, so, after you finish texting Haiti, text Donnell. I could use a couple of dollars.
Could use a few bucks.
Yeah, Caroline's this weekend.
And then, as we're in break, we got these 3 ridiculously hot girls. They poke their head in, and they're like, I think they do lingerie football or something.
Yes, there's
you guys can't just walk in.
Apparently,
we're going to do some negotiating.
Negotiating?
Hell fucking
Don't you know what I'm trying to do? Help me out here, Hendry.
We're what happened?
I will tackle you.
Yeah, she will.
No, she just tackled the guys over at the First Word with Gary Williams, and let me tell you, we got it on video. It's going to be great.
You don't want to be tackled by that.
Slammed into the door.
So you're all very physically. They're all very busty girls.
Right, hold on.
Wow, I am just so taken. I am completely taken.
I'll try.
Jesus.
We have
This is a big ball on this microphone.
It really is.
I've done a lot of
what?
balls.
A lot of balls.
I've never seen a ball this big. I can say that on this show, right?
You can say whatever you want.
Yes.
Whatever you want. You can be as filthy as I want you to be. Holy shit.
What happened?
This is fabulous. Can I take this home?
Anthony loves you.
I'm just fixated.
I need one of these. I'm single and I really need this ball. Yeah.
You might want to talk to that guy because he's
gonna
got one of those.
kill us.
Oh.
No. Anthony is Anthony is really got a big dick.
Oh, well, I don't want to,
I love it. I love the honesty. How do you know this?
How do I know it? Because I work with him, and a lot of times he'll lean back in his chair, and I just can't. You can't help but notice.
He gets
Stallion
embarrassed.
in the corral, you'll knock us into the fire.
He gets embarrassed because he can't really hide it well in his pants.
I try to cover up. I don't.
He gets very shameful about it.
You have no. How do you not have a boyfriend? Are you a cunt on wheels or?
No. Well, we're names that end in Y.
I try.
No, we're really busy. I love it.
You're on the road a lot. Is that it?
Yeah, we're really busy. A lot of guys, I think, are intimidated by what we do. They're kind of like, yeah, right.
I'm not. I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't be intimidated at all.
Oh, that's good to know that there are guys out there.
Where are you from? Like, where's your home base?
New York.
New York?
Yeah, we play for the New York Majesty in the
and where about? You don't have to say exactly or anything, but where about New York? Is it like?
We're all from, the New York area. I mean, I grew up in Westchester. So
Westchester.
Yeah, my whole life I'm New York. So.
Okay. You ever been out to Long Island?
I actually live in Long Island now.
Holy shit. Okay, look. No, I'm not kidding here. You do. Because so do I.
Weird.
Hold on. Let Ant give you his resume.
He told me to say that off air. I know I really do live in Long Island.
You do?
What town? What town?
You have good credit.
God.
Is it good credit?
Of course the black one would ask that.
Yeah.
Of course the black one would ask that.
I heard you. That was great.
Thank you.
No, but he will take you to the NBC commissary for lunch.
Fine.
You know something? We should probably just exchange numbers, and that way.
Let's see where it goes from there.
From Long Island, what do you like to do? What do you like to do? Like out?
I play sports. That's what I
know you play sports, but just like on your downtime.
Any game.
On your downtime.
Yeah. Can we go shoot guns?
Holy shit!
I was promised to go turkey hunting by someone once, and they never took me, and I really want to go.
Fucking asshole. Yeah, fuck him. Look, I got so many guns at my house.
That's
pistols,
awesome.
Rifles. I'll take it to the range.
I'm strangely turned on.
You know where there's a range right by the Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale?
Is there? Because I know there's one in the Bronx by City Island.
That's just called the Bronx. That's the range.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
Yeah, it's just the Bronx. Or then there's a big range out in Calverton, which is out
that's
east.
way out.
And
Yeah,
you could take the heavy duty rifles out there and stuff.
That's what we should do.
Look. Hold on.
Wait, my bracelet says I love boobies.
Give her this.
Can you guys see?
Give her this.
Put your number in.
Have her pop her number in there.
Yeah.
I'll text you, and if you want to just say get the fuck lost, you can do that. But otherwise, just
You guys are a menace.
Pop it in.
You're a complete menace. Yes, they were expensive.
Yeah, that's
lovely.
Wow. Yeah.
Who's Dawn? Ew.
That's my sister.
Yeah. Did he send a cock picture to her?
Sorry, Dawn.
That's my sister. You know how to drive?
Ange. I'm gonna go through all.
Ange.
You know somebody in the FBI?
Ange, yeah, I do.
Yes,
Ange is Keith the cop's wife, who does all of my assistance work and stuff around the house.
You're already off on a
Because
bad
I have a big house, so I can't take care of it myself because I don't like to do things
that's
like
a woman's
that.
job, so.
Well, you are a fucking dear.
Could you call?
But it's true.
Call. I was gonna say call your number from Anthony's.
I could. Oh, you could do that.
Do what?
Call your number.
I'm
from
a natural
his.
blonde, so go easy.
Just go to go to like the phone and then call your number.
Thanks.
And then I'll have it in there.
Oh my God, that's a great idea.
And now I'll just have it in there, and then I could text you. By the way, what's your name?
Kira.
It's always nice to know. It's like,
Kira. Yeah, I'm Anthony. Hi. And
Wait, are you the Anthony of Opie and Anthony?
Yeah.
What?
That's oh, she's doing what. Do you have any like spots out on Long Island that you like to go to or something?
I don't ever hang. I'm not from Long Island, so I don't really know it very well. So I'm not out there a lot now. I'm in Westchester with my family a lot. I'm a homebody. I sit on the couch. I watch ESPN. Yeah, this is why I don't meet anybody. Because
you are a goddess.
Anthony loves ESPN.
Just sitting there.
Tell me about your theater, Anthony.
Watching.
Do you go? And I love Broadway. Can we go see a Broadway show?
I have been to many Broadway shows.
Wait, are you lying like every guy does? And then when
I actually have.
Tell me about your Broadway experience.
I really want to go. That's my second favorite thing next to sports.
Really?
Yeah.
We could. You know something? I would love to take you to a Broadway show.
I am so
what
down.
haven't you seen? I've seen like Wicked.
Okay, I've seen pretty much everything.
Yeah, I've seen Les Mis when Les Mis was here.
Yeah,
and stuff
Cats,
like that.
Les Mis, Wicked,
Cats,
Lion King.
All this stuff. What's on now? What's out there now that you want to
out there right now that's really good that someone just told me was awesome.
Fela Kuti.
What the heck is that? Oh, Spring.
I threw a black play out. They like,
Did you see that?
There's one right across
Starbucks.
the
You shouldn't have.
Thank you.
Oh, why didn't they get the girls some Starbucks?
Yeah, you know what? That's foul ball right there.
You weren't here yet.
That's like an interception or you know. That's a sack.
Are you a good tackler?
Yeah, we play offense and defense. So I'm the center.
You do?
And then I also play.
You're the center?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, my shotgun is mean.
Yeah.
So what are the other girls' names?
Who cares? Right.
Tanika.
What's that?
Tanika
and
Anastasia.
Hi, Anastasia. Where do you both live?
I'm on Long Island.
Okay.
Wow.
Brooklyn.
I used to live there, too, for a short time. Yeah, right down by the Verrazano.
We also have a guy, too, that is a little bit shy. And you're all very outgoing women. And there's a friend of
Jimmy,
ours.
could you wait until I get the phone back before
You're
you
right.
completely fuck this up?
No, you're right. You're right.
I do. I had to think about what my new number was.
Uh-oh.
No.
Once you get it, it's just zero. No, trust me. It's what I do. I'm an operator.
It's 911.
Yeah.
Weird. Isn't that weird? It's like a familiar number. I don't know how I
keep
know
calling and they came and arrested me. I don't know what happened.
How do I get to recent calls?
So
recent calls is recent call. Yeah.
I'd love to watch them play football in their underpants.
I would love that in like lingerie. You play in your lingerie and shit.
How many of you are there that play?
There's 20 on a team.
Oh, so
20 on a
actually
team.
a lot of people. All right.
What kind of like lingerie do you wear? Is it lacy, boy shorts, kind of all kinds of shit like?
Boy shorts.
God, is that hot?
Go to the website lflus.com.
LFLUS.com.
and we play for the New York Majesty. Trust me, it's worth going to. It's worth going to the website. You can see us tackling and
LFLUS.com, and they play for the New York Majesty. How many teams are there?
10.
10 teams with 20 people on the team.
Yes.
So it's 200 girls in lingerie playing. And can they only see you online?
It's pay-per-view. Wow.
Oh, it's pay-per-view.
And
okay.
It's also shown on CBS in the Chicago market, My 33 in Miami, I believe NBC in LA.
And they actually just had our league on CSI New York a couple weeks ago, so you can...
on CSI? What, did somebody get killed?
Yeah, I think it was the quarterback in the locker room.
Oh, boy. And was it one of the girls? Was it one of the girls?
I think it was the LA girls that they actually had playing as a New York team.
And then who? Oh,
so.
There you go.
Don't delete it. No, thank you. I will. I'll text you, and then like when you're around or something, we can catch a Broadway show or something.
I am down for that.
I swear, man. I think it'd just be fun hanging out.
Yeah, he talks about
married, by the way.
Really nice. What's that?
I said he's definitely married.
Who?
You.
No, he's not.
No?
Not at all.
That doesn't mean anything.
It's not legal for him to be married unless you're in Massachusetts.
California or New Jersey now.
Shut up. Jimmy.
Anthony's a good boy. He just tends to be a Peter Pumper. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I just the second the door opened, I was just like, "You're striking."
Yeah.
So I just had to get your information and then see if maybe just see a Broadway show.
No, nobody. Hey, listen. My last date was 2 weeks ago. It was a good date, but I don't really get asked on dates. Like, whatever happened to that? What happened to hey, do you want to just go on a date? Like,
just go out.
The guys don't do that anymore. Guys are
now I know you're obviously athletic and stuff, but do you tip back a few every so often when you go out?
I'm not a big drinker.
I don't even mean a big drinker. I mean just occasionally.
Would you mind watching him drink?
Yes, I do. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like once in a while.
Would you mind watching him drink?
Would you mind eating crackers and soup while he drank into oblivion?
I like crackers and soup.
Have a ginger ale, yes.
I hope you can preoccupy yourself for a very long time,
ginger ale, so it looks like a mixed drink.
Yeah.
I got your back.
That's all.
Yeah, I got your back. I got your back.
You don't mind in between fun times if he takes 17 to 18-hour naps, do you? Okay.
Weird. I do the same thing.
Yes.
He tends to fall asleep sitting up, holding a beverage.
It'd be so nice to call her designated driver.
Yeah.
Is that what they're calling it nowadays?
Yes, that's it.
She doesn't need a name.
They are very lovely, these girls.
They absolutely are. What a stroke of luck that you just were walking by the studio.
We figured we'd aimlessly. Yeah, we were over on the other station. We figured we'd aimlessly just walk over and poke our head in.
Something tells me with the glass walls on all the studios, you probably get asked to come into do a lot of shows. Very smart marketing.
It is. It's good PR, right?
Yeah.
We try.
Only a few people could do that and walk around and
and have big boobs and wave.
Yes, exactly.
And guys are like,
Oh, you got a little piercing?
Yeah.
Oh, God, thanks, fucking... I saw it. No worries. Stupid son of a bitch, Sam. I go, wow, you got a nice piercing, and she goes and lifts her shirt up, and Sam steps right in my line of fire. I saw
He's
Sam's
holding the mic. He's like...
ass instead.
That fucking shirt, Jim Neighbors ate a fucking picnic lunch on that shirt.
Oh, he looks like that brawny guy from the
Oh, without the
paper
brawn,
towel.
Yeah. He looks like the tube the towels come on.
That was good. That's pretty good.
Thank you.
It's the beginning of a beautiful relationship.
I really think it is. My God.
That's awesome.
Could you see if something, like anything, even came of this and it would just be by happenstance that you walk by?
That'd be awesome. Well, that's how it happens, right?
Cool. It is. It's called kismet, I think. Yeah.
Yes. Although a couple of guys that I've met that way has been very interesting.
Usually is.
So, hey.
How do you feel about gambling? Do you enjoy casinos?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Love it.
Oh, my God.
Love it. But you know what? I've never been to Vegas.
Well...
I know.
It's fuel up the jet.
It's a
We're
sin.
going to Vegas.
I've never been to Vegas.
Wow.
Have you been to the Borgata in Atlantic City?
Yes, I have.
Borgata's great. Yeah.
Awesome. Love it down there. And I love the Borgata. Yeah, it's really, really nice.
He's treated very well.
I went to Aruba last year with an ex, and I basically broke up with him on the trip and spent the whole time doing 3-card poker by myself.
In Aruba?
In Aruba, yeah. By myself. People were like, what is with this girl? I had so much fun.
I bet.
You should have told me.
That's fantastic.
Oh, really? Yeah, with my ex.
Wow.
Hey, bye. So, yeah, that'd be great. I was down there for 2 weeks. It was way too long to be down there with a guy.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
It's boring. It's a small island.
Yeah, a lot of 3-card poker.
Yeah.
A lot.
All right, I see this being a really healthy situation. That's good. Two fucking
Booze
lonely...
and 3-card poker. Let's get it on.
Two lonely addicts in the middle of the night. Fucking gambling and detaching from all humanity. Don't you hate that when they want to make eye contact?
Where do I sign?
God damn, Jimmy.
It's amazing, the great radar. It's a great...
Yeah.
Just fucking
He's
found
like,
each other.
that girl's a degenerate gambler. Bring her in here.
Instant magnetism. I just saw it. It's fantastic,
That's
man.
awesome.
Yes, Big A is outside.
Our friend Andrew.
Oh, he's a menace.
Isn't he?
He's a menace. He was like, get the release forms. I was like, whoa.
Oh, no, that's Club Soda Kenny.
Yeah, that's Big A. That's Big
Club
A.
Soda Kenny. Oh, no, I don't know him. I just know that there's a menace out there screaming about release forms, and he's like 7'9".
No, this would be...
Hi, how are you? Oh, he's a doll.
Yeah, he'd be the last face you saw before strangulation.
Yeah.
Oh,
or something.
You ever see Up Mice and Men?
Yeah. Oh, come on, Lenny.
Don't let him pet your hair.
He went well, though.
It's like The Princess Bride.
Yeah, who can tell? Who knew necks were so, fragile?
Yeah.
Weird.
How you doing, Andrew?
All right, not bad. Jimmy, how are you doing?
Good. What are you stuttering for? He must be nervous.
Yeah, he's nervous. He never stutters. It's weird. You nervous there, Big A?
Not at all, Opie. Not at all.
Oh, he's a smooth operator. You look like you lost a little weight, actually. You look good. You trying?
Trying. Yeah, definitely, yes.
I think we should invite him to training camp.
Well, how would you whip Big A into shape?
Oh, you'd have to do 3-a-days. Yeah, 3-a-days for like 2 weeks at least.
What's a 3-a-day?
So we get up in the morning, we're up at 5 a.m., and it's strength and conditioning for an hour and a half. Then we go get breakfast, usually at Starbucks.
You work out before you eat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have time. We get up and go right to...
It's called the NO Explode diet.
Take some water, shake it with some NO, drink it up, get your energy.
There you go. And then you go and you eat after. And then we'll do, tackling drills, and then we'll run reps till the wee hours of the night. So it's 3 workouts, and then you get like an hour break in between. It's hours
Playbooks if you're lucky.
Yeah, and then you get playbook meetings. It's awesome.
Well,
and we're just like the guys. I mean, we do similar our plays and everything.
Different than the guys.
Yeah, well, we're tougher because we're not wearing. Yeah, we hit harder and we're tougher. We don't wear the padding, so take that, guys.
I'd love to see them just beat the shit out of each other like that.
Look at the highlights. It's great. There's a big fight between. There's a big fight between us and Miami from our November game, and we got in a huge brawl on the field. It's great.
The only problem is, though, this might be bothersome. Do breasts ever come out of the...
All the time. We have to tape them in. You gotta, tape them.
Be very careful.
Walking around with her breasts out.
That would be horrible.
Usually,
it
happens. Girls are tuck it in because you get if it's hanging out for a while, you're gonna find. But
that would be terrible.
Can we see what that would look like? I don't know, but
they look like breasts. Actually, now that you mentioned it, kind of look like breasts.
We have one slip out on
round
Friday.
They're round and supple.
Yes. Yeah, we'd love one to slip out.
God.
And who are you talking to?
They're usually taped up like a big X.
Yeah, we'll tape them. So even if something falls out, you got tape. Mine fall out a lot. So I tape them to my body. It's pretty funny. So that, because when we're out there, we're playing football, we're not really thinking about your bottom, your ass is eating your bottom, and your boobs hanging out. But you're not thinking about that. You're like, all right, I'm ready for the next play. And people are like, you got a boob, you got it. Yeah, there you go. People are trying to, it's crazy. It's great entertainment. It's great.
It sounds it.
You got hot chicks playing tackle football. What's
better
than that?
Are you an Italian girl or Greek girl?
No, everybody thinks Italian, Greek, or Spanish. Those are the 3 I got. No,
Jewish?
Neither. None of the above.
Oh.
What are you?
I'm a dirty mutt. American Indian, Japanese, Irish, and German.
You got Japanese in there?
Yes. Hey.
Wow.
So you get great massages. Yeah, great massages, and I can make a fire with my bare hands. Yes, and why am I single?
Wow.
Probably leave it to me. Right? Make a complete ass of myself. It's awesome.
That would be my guess.
Do you speak any Japanese?
Take a breath.
No,
Jesus.
I don't. My mom and my grandma do.
That's about it.
Mushy, mushy.
Mushy, mushy. And answer the phone.
So now, all right. So apparently you're taken. How about you two?
Single.
I didn't mean to.
Single.
All right. Well, there's a bunch of us here. He's married, so he's out. I'm in a relationship, but she could be killed. And Andrew here, we're trying to find Andrew somebody. We don't know what to tell him. He's very lonely.
I'm contemplating eHarmony.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's always an option. I mean,
Yeah, they always look so happy on TV.
I know.
Fucking
like
zombies.
holding hands on the beach.
They're like, I really had no idea there was anyone out there. And then I met my soulmate.
This is someone for me. We're matched on 23 levels of compatibility with... What?
How many times have you watched
it? And it was only $14.95.
It's horrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do have Bobo in the house, if you know what I
good.
mean.
All right, another one of our friends.
Yeah, we should bring Bobo in here, too. You can pick between Bobo and Big A.
Anybody named Bobo, I'm scared.
No.
He's
hi. Oh, wait a minute. He's wearing a Mets hat. This is menacing.
Uh-oh, it's going down.
Hey, don't worry. It's only a rivalry during the game, all right?
Outside the game,
and
he's winning.
It's always a rivalry. We're from New York. Come on now.
All right, but you got to remember, even though I'm a Mets fan, I got some respect for Yankee fans, only because my dad's... was a Yankee fan, God rest his soul.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll give you that.
Way to start off light and fun.
Thank you. Now I want to kill myself.
By the way, it's
Awesome.
an honor to meet you.
You just keep going.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Bobo.
May I ask your names?
Kira.
Anastasia.
Tanika.
Ooh, those are nice names.
We try.
And looks at our boobs.
I know. He's like, your names are really nice.
I mean, there.
The problem is I can't tell if they're looking at our boobs or reading the logo. New York Majesty or Double D. I don't know.
Well, I can read the logo very clear.
Okay, good.
Are you looking at their big breasts, Bobo?
Yeah, they look nice.
Oh my God,
Oh, he's the man. Can I take him home? Do you lease him out? Like, is there like
he's available.
Is there like a 36-month lease program? Like,
Bobo's available. Bobo's available. The great Bobo.
Well, we're hosting a Super Bowl party at Area in Queens on Sunday.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, what part of Queens?
It's in Flushing, but it's actually kind of like Whitestone area. So.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God!
I'm actually from. I live in Queens.
This is not happening.
You'd be interested to know I live in Queens.
Yeah. Do you? Are you gonna come?
Yeah,
It's the game. Not right now, but it's the game to the.
He's got a red shirt on.
Popping out of his jeans.
You live in Queens. Bobo, look at her beautiful breasts. And they are amazing.
Oh my God!
I can't even deal with this.
All you ladies are beautiful.
A little self-control, though, Bobo. You're beautiful.
Wait, he's the ultimate menace. Like, legitimately. He's the ultimate menace. Like, Superman.
Holy shit.
You like these girls?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know they play in lingerie, Bobo.
Wait, is that real?
Yeah, I know about
Are you
that.
Sure?
I know about that.
There's not like TV magic, like radio magic.
No, it's not a pump or anything.
I've heard all about it.
You have.
Wait, but is he like?
You heard good stuff.
Is he one of those dudes that can like do it on cue? Like,
yeah, excited.
It just happens.
The second he sees attractive girls or starts
is that like a
talking,
regular thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, there doesn't even have to be girls here.
Sometimes
it happens.
Okay, it happens.
If he just hears like sexual content,
well, there's images in my head. That's
wow! Can you share?
What are you thinking, Bobo? That's causing that reaction.
I don't know.
He's so therapeutic.
Well, these women are beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, they're beautiful.
I never knew I had that effect on men.
Oh, it's amazing. Look at that.
They're beautiful women.
Their breasts are very heavy, don't they?
And I think it's an interesting thing. They play lingerie. I've seen the footage of it.
You have.
I have seen the footage.
Wait, his ringtone is "Meet the Mets." I can't deal. Oh, we met the Mets, Bobo. The Mets, the Yankees.
His fucking ringtone is "Meet the Mets."
Meet the Mets.
Yankees.
Yes, that's. Look, now he's got his hand in his pocket.
Oh, this is just out of control.
Bobo, what are you doing?
He's meeting the Mets.
My hand wasn't near anything in my pocket.
Hey, Bobo, why are you being so rude? Why don't you take your pants off, Bobo, why are you being rude? Take your pants off.
Keep your pants on,
this is why can't we Ustream? We need to Ustream this. This is priceless.
Bobo is like a monkey. Bobo, take your pants off for the girls. You're being rude.
I need to be respectful to these women.
Respectful? You already have a boner.
You're pointing at us without your hands. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, pointing is
right.
rude.
It's not the best looking thing out
Wait, he's got his hand on his hip. He's like, right over there.
No,
ladies,
it's not the best looking.
If you ask nicely, he will take his pants off for you.
Oh yeah.
Please ask nicely.
Yeah, it's okay.
Please ask nicely.
I'm taken. We're right here. We're right here.
We're in a relationship.
You don't have to touch it.
You just have to look.
But it's not the best looking. Right?
That's why you have to. It looks like it was.
He's got street cred.
Tanika's the closest.
You don't touch it. You just look. Stand back, Bobo.
Okay, take your pants off.
Yeah. Take the pants off. Boom, boom,
What did we walk into?
You have no idea.
This is legit.
I'm sorry, I keep getting a free.
My God, you're a tripod.
I do get it. I wish.
No.
I hope he's wearing panties.
More like a pop-up turkey timer.
I hope he's wearing Chuck Norris pajamas.
Look at this guy.
Oh my God.
Believe me, right? I'm not doing the best. Believe me.
This is not good.
This is so menacing.
This is not good.
I'm not even going to show this longer, right? Because
just leave the pants down. Come on.
I'm trying to
leave them down until.
Oh my God.
You're on the air.
They are horrified. Oh my God! The girls have turned away. They are horrified. Bubba, leave them down. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an atrocity.
I'm not so thrilled about this one.
He goes, I'm not too thrilled.
This is the most menacing promising moment of my life.
All right, I'm not so thrilled, all right?
Bobo, look at those breasts, though. Those breasts are, look at how big and heavy they are.
Oh, my God.
You imagine touching those girls' breasts?
Attack me! Put it away!
It's gonna smack me in the face. It's eye level now. Let me
Look at
borrow
the- look at her-
They
Why
won't even look. In this corner.
The girls will not even look at this.
Bobo, look at her beautiful ass. They're beautiful.
We had to sit down. We had to sit down.
Take a seat.
There's a stallion in the corral, and he'll knock me into the fire.
I don't usually introduce people by showing off my junk. This is not something I
junk.
This is not something
I'm
I usually do,
legitimately
right?
crying.
That's how big
All right,
it is hard.
Right? Sometimes I get nervous about trying to.
She wants credit in the big thing. Don't let it be a reflection on all white guys.
No, we know he's not. We know he's not.
Does that penis come with credit?
I know. Wait, but I know a couple guys that he actually. You know, is
wow,
oh yeah, I know. One in particular, you know.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I get nervous about trying to cut the hair off because I keep getting afraid I'll cut myself.
Way to get sexy with it.
They make Nair for that.
Yeah.
No, this is why I wax.
I've been trying to figure out.
He's afraid to wax it might pull the whole thing off.
I've been trying to figure out the easiest thing to use without worrying about cutting myself. I've even gone as far as maybe try. I've heard
Jimmy.
one.
We got a bleeder.
One person once said I should try using.
E-Rock, take the mic away from Bobo and try to do something. Why don't we play the game now? Bobo.
Yeah, we think.
Let's pin the tail on the what?
Just watch magic. Ladies.
Bobo, just look at these beautiful girls. We just talk to them.
Look at those breasts.
Just look at the beautiful girls'
Look at
breasts.
those beautiful girl breasts.
Should we get like some saran wrap? No, we need. Do we need ponchos?
Like a Gallagher show.
Does somebody have an umbrella?
A rain shield.
Listen, Bobo.
I didn't bring my pads and my helmet.
Which big breasts are you looking at, Bobo?
Yeah, look at those. Look,
3 of them.
Ooh, yeah. See?
Those breasts
That is
giants.
She seems nice. She seems like she has like this leadership.
Yeah, she
Like
does.
she's standing there like she's the leader.
Me?
Yeah, like you're in charge.
Oh my god.
Oh man, yeah.
I'll lead that cop.
Roger's in charge.
Kira is in charge.
Raging.
Oh yeah.
It's raging.
Yeah,
Now,
that's right,
Bobo.
Kira.
Oh my god.
Bobo, before you do that, let me ask you a question.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're wearing a Mets hat, but what is it this year that they're saying that like they're making some changes at second base? I mean, are they going to make the changes, or are they actually going to stick with the lineup that they have right now?
Well, I know at second base so far they're going to stick with Luis Castillo. Though he did better than a lot of people credited last year, right? So I think they should see how he does this year. Maybe he'll be pretty decent this year.
Yeah, that's what the rumor is, because the Yankees are getting rid of Johnny Damon, and it really seems like a lot of the big changes are going to come on the Yankees and Mets. But the Mets more importantly, I think.
Well, I know the Mets, they're going to probably have to have someone that's going to have to step up at center field for the first month of the season, because Beltran's not going to be in the lineup.
You think they go all the way this year, Bobo?
I think they are.
You think they got a good shot, right?
Yeah, they have a good shot. I hope they do. If they win the World Series, that'll be the best day of my life. There are two
as opposed to this, which is the worst.
Hey, Jimmy, why are we talking baseball when we got these hot girls?
Yeah,
We can talk about baseball. I love to talk about baseball.
Just look at the heavy breasts, though, Bobo.
Big Yankee fan.
Look at those big, beautiful breasts on these girls. How good would those feel?
I love how the girls are averting their eyes.
How good would those feel? Just to put your hands on them?
No, but you look at it and you're like staring because you're like, what the fuck is that? And then you're like, oh, it's a penis. And then you're like Mama raised a lady. I'm like, oh.
It's a penis, only smaller.
With using a woman's razor.
Oh my god.
Bobo, look at they can't stop looking at your hog, Bobo.
If you shave it, it actually looks bigger.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Bobo.
I know that, but I'm trying to figure out the best thing to use. And what do you think of using a woman's razor? Do you think that would work?
Yeah, well, you'd have to. I think you should buzz it at least. It's manscaping. It should happen.
Well, I think a woman's razor.
I don't want to talk about your penis no more.
I think it might be more designed for cutting hair down there.
Bobo, which one would you? Which one of the girls would you like to touch it? Would you like her to squeeze it?
Oh my god.
Oh, imagine.
Believe me, I believe me, Kira.
Oh my god, I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
today.
She like looks like she's in charge.
Yeah. Would you like her to be in charge of you?
Damn it. I knew it. I hate it when I have to compete with other men.
I know, it's a little competition in
There's no competition. Don't worry.
Bobo.
Terrible.
Kira. That's the new VH1 show.
That's great.
Hold on, Bobo. So you would like Kira to be in charge of you?
Oh my
Yeah.
Lord. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you let her grab it and squeeze it and pull you around by it?
Oh yeah, I would.
Oh, yeah, I would.
Tanika, you're next.
But you really think, dude? You really think honestly that they should stick with who on second? Bastilla.
Castillo.
But why though? Because there's supposed to be a guy in the farm system that's actually better than him.
Well, if there's a guy at second base that's better than him, I don't know how well that guy is ready. Castillo might be just warming up that spot until the next guy comes along.
Yeah, what about the third spot in the rotation? What are they going to do the third spot in the rotation?
Well, I'm thinking they'll do fine if they can if they're not injured and they've recovered from the injuries. If people like Maine has recovered from injuries,
he's magic
and has shown he can pitch straight.
Yeah, but we'll see because the bullpen needs a lot of help. I mean, they really were struggling last year.
Yeah, the bullpen. I think they got some guys that could be decent. They're gonna have to audition for that spot.
And it's gone again.
Spring trading.
You think so?
Yeah. It happens. The bullpen sometimes you never know with relief pitchers.
Look at Kira though, man. God, she looks good in that shirt. Look at how tight that shirt is.
Yeah, she does. She looks good in that shirt.
Oh my!
It is. Look at how tight that shirt is. Can you imagine putting your penis between those?
Oh my God!
You know how much she'd go crazy.
It would get lost. And I would get a hairball, and it would just be wrong. It would be. I would get turf burn.
Can you imagine all
turf burn? 100%.
Probably with me, I could tell you. Right, with someone, let's just say you probably get the freshly shaven.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. Well, now we're talking.
Hey, the next chick with me gets freshly shaven.
Oh, wow.
The first chick with you.
Believe me, when someone's with me, they'll get freshly shaven.
What if she want to be with you right now? You're not.
Okay, Anastasia, whose team are you on?
Well, if I have to shave,
whose team are you on?
If I have to shave it off the same day, I can work with that.
Oh, he's working. Okay, you're on a schedule.
I can work with that.
That looks like a horrible wood chipper. Actually,
I can go in the bathroom, pull out a woman's razor and shave it off.
A woman's razor?
Well,
yeah, well, that would fit you.
Well, I think that'd be the best choice to shave hair down there.
Try to avoid hitting your clitoris.
Because it's because I don't want to get cut.
They call that a female circumcision.
And I kind of need something that's less likely to cause me to get cut.
Too.
Hey, Bobo, answer your question, Bobo. When you have sex, or if you think about having sex, would you be moving? Like, show me how you would move your hips. Show her.
Come on. Bobo, stop. It's okay. You don't have to.
Jesus Christ, Jimmy.
Show me how you'd move your hips. Would you move them fast or slow?
I go slow.
What would you say to her? Come on, say it. She's right there.
Yeah, you take that, baby. Take it, baby.
Oh, wait. My name, bitch.
Now move your hips.
Wait, no. Whose cock is this? Whose cock is this?
I'm scared to look at it because I'm afraid I'm going to get shot in the eye.
Christine just looked in. You see Christine? She just looked in and saw your cock. She can't stop looking at it.
Oh, my Lord.
She loves it.
Come on, Bobo, work it, man.
Whose cock is this, I'd say?
How about that, Ronnie?
I guess that's why they call it Sin City.
Whose cock is this?
Whose cock is this? Who, not a child?
That should be. Wait, that has to be the plug for this particular episode. Has to be this segment is whose cock is this?
You want that?
Is that what you'd say? Whose cock is this?
You want it?
Whoa.
What do you call your cock? Does he have a name?
He's gonna mushroom stamp my forehead. I can feel it coming.
I call it.
He's gonna just go.
I call it the Yoda. Because I don't know. Because I try to tell
name
the cock
I've ever heard in my life. That's the one. That's by far.
Yoda.
Patience.
Now he's doing Yoda impressions with his
big
dick
cockatoos.
That's what the cock says.
Yeah, be patient. Your time will come.
And as will yours, Yoda. As will yours.
That's what Yoda's saying.
Would you hump her fast or slow?
I'd go slow, then I'd go fast.
Show us how you.
Oh no!
This.
First of all,
Oh my God! This
First
is
of all,
not the penis
there's
you're looking
bouncing,
for.
there's motion, there's bouncing. Motion, huddle up, girls.
Well, well, as I said, it would be shaved.
Why don't you call it Obi 1 inch Kenobi? This is not the penis you're looking for.
No, sir, it's not. It's really not. I have to be very honest. It's not the penis I'm looking for.
You should call it R2D2. It's got the same dimensions.
Fucking nuts. C-3PO.
Well, I have to admit, it'll be better. It'll be better when it's shaved.
Oh, great. Good to know.
Trust me. And I said the reason I used that specific kind of razor is I think it'd be less likely to cause me to get cut.
Enough about the razor.
The only razor I want to hear is the one at your neck at this point in your life. It's why.
I would use a method of hair removal. That would be.
He has to stick with the oral skills.
Oh, you just said oral skills.
That would be easiest on my cock because I don't want any cuts.
You know, at least, you know something, when you don't have the equipment, at least he talks a good game.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you could tell.
Sam wanted to ask him something.
Yeah, what does he call it when he's giving oral skills?
Oh.
I call it pussy diving.
Oh,
they used to do that at the Steel Pier. At,
Wait, do they have that? Wait, do they have that at the Olympics?
No, they don't. But I call it deep sea pussy diving.
No, they don't.
What ocean are you diving into?
Yeah.
Because
What
if I go
ocean are
down
you
in a chick,
visiting?
I would say I'm diving in.
I just threw up in my mouth. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Yeah.
I was forced to swallow it again.
Very sexy,
Bobo, talk dirty to
It's
the
deep sea diving.
Bobo, talk.
You'll feel like you have the bends.
I'd say
Bobo, talk dirty to these girls. Lower the voice and talk dirty.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
A little dirty talk.
Yeah,
Like,
Bobo.
why are you guys comfortable with him having his cock
Yeah,
out right now?
We know he's not going to touch
This guy's reading a paper. He's like, it's all good. This guy's drinking Starbucks.
I see Bobo's cock every day. It's
The
not
guy over there is watching Jerry Springer. Maury.
We've been here before.
I bring you
You are
into
not
the.
the
I
father.
bring one thing. I bring you into a room.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that any place, just a place, a room somewhere, a hotel.
Yeah.
At least he didn't say motel. At least he said motel.
Oh, no, actually it is. It's the Queen's Motor Inn, right?
Oh,
I don't
yum.
have connections there anymore.
Connections. Like it's being
Anymore.
comped a room.
I would probably.
Is there 3-card poker?
Yeah, the suite
Well,
at the Queen's Motor Inn.
I probably get a room somewhere.
It doesn't have stains
there's some
on the floor or the
there's
ceiling.
some nicer hotels in my neighborhood than that.
Oh, that's good. What part of Queens are we talking?
I live in Maspeth.
Oh, Maspeth. Yes, I don't know where that is.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
It's a good area. They got a couple of good bars out there.
Is that on this planet?
It's on this planet. There's a couple of good There's a bunch of good bars.
As a matter of fact, it is weird.
As if she
There's some
thought maybe it
There's
wasn't.
some excellent bars out there.
He thinks harder than someone I know.
There's some excellent bars. There's some excellent bars if you want to have a good time there with me.
So Bobo, you would just ask.
Because it doesn't take much blood to keep it going. It's like a thimbleful and he's all day.
That lump underneath.
Bobo, she wanted to know what the lump underneath was.
I'm gonna throw up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my sack.
No! Wait,
I'm sorry.
The only sack I know is when I'm taking out the quarterback.
Wait, it's not your sack. It's something.
Yeah, what's scarring?
What is that?
Tell them about your operations, Bobo.
Yeah, what about
Unfortunately,
him?
there was some operations because of my urethra when I was born.
How many?
48.
What?
There was an infection.
Wait, is this real?
There was an infection. They messed up an operation when I was very little.
I'm sorry.
Very little.
Very little.
That operation led to an infection that caused some...
Wait a minute, we have the reason for everything right here. And you guys knew this the whole time.
Yeah,
Drippage coming from his cock.
Oh, no, there's not. No, there's not. No, there's not. No, there isn't.
That didn't get to my brain.
No, there's not.
No, there's not. Don't worry.
There was oxygen flow that didn't get to my brain because of that infection.
No way.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Is that what happened?
And they thought it was going to be a lot worse than it is.
Wow, they did?
So yeah, but you'd hump these girls pretty good, right? With your after the operation, you'd really give it to her good, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would
go deep sea pussy diving.
Oh, I would go. There's one thing I have to admit.
Okay.
There's one thing you got to be sure to. believe me.
Did he just call Shorty?
No, I did not say that. As far as I know, a girl loves it if you're willing to go down on her.
She loves it.
Oh wow.
Deep sea pussy diving.
Yeah, you gotta go down on. You gotta go down on a girl. Yeah, you gotta go down on her and make her wet.
Like legitimately, not just. I don't mean like Sirius XM radio. I mean it's serious.
I mean you gotta make them wet. As I know.
Do ya?
Yeah, believe me. I want to go down.
Yeah, say it.
I would go down on a girl and make her wet.
Yeah, make her wet.
Believe me, I want to make her horny.
Yeah, make her horny.
Why is he looking at me?
Get her hot.
Believe me, I would.
He wants to make you horny, baby.
Yeah, and I would slowly go. I would slowly go up on you.
Go up
on you.
I would
go up.
Going up where?
No,
on you.
No, then I slowly rub my cock on your clit.
A cock on the clit.
I feel violated.
Yeah, this is like a verbal. This is a verbal ring.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Bobo.
And I just go jam. I go jam that in you.
Jam it in you.
And I go soft it, and I start going harder. Should I ask for harder?
Harder.
I would go.
And then you say, whose cock is this?
Yeah, who's Yeah, see, they're talking about it. They love it.
I wanted to keep going. I would keep going.
Lord. Holy hell.
Believe me.
Yeah, you can give it to her.
Oh my God, he's feeling his own.
How about them Yankees?
Jimmy,
Go Saints. Who dat?
You're not moving your hips, Bobo. You give it to her hard, though.
Bobo,
right?
you're not moving your hips.
Yeah.
I would give it to her. I would give it to her hard.
So
I would give it to her
Anastasia,
hard.
what position do you play?
Believe me, it would be harder on her.
Yeah, you'd give it to her hard.
Yeah, I'd give it
Straighten
to
her
her
out.
hard.
Show her who's boss.
Yeah, I show her boss.
Yeah, whose cock is that?
I can't
Oh, deep sea. Have her go deep sea diving. Who's that?
Yeah,
Deep sea
right?
pussy diving. Whose cock is that?
Yeah, I would go.
I'm still being stared at.
It's like this magnetism. We can't
Yeah,
see
look at that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, show her how you hump.
You have this nice New York vibe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh my.
She's packing up and moving soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to Texas 100%. It was a possibility. Now it's definitely happening.
Yeah, the New York vibe he's picking up. See, he's got that. He's
Yeehaw.
he knows.
Give it to her good and fast.
Oh my
I give it to her good.
You guys are menaces.
I give it to her good.
Yeah, whose cock is that?
And if she wants it in the shitter, I would give it to her in the shitter.
Wow. Wait a minute. Does that mean he's going to do me in the bathroom or like in the...
No, where the duty comes out. Right in the shitter.
Wow.
That's what I mean.
You'd hit that shitter hard, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
Fierce.
Lord. Well, we know it wouldn't hurt.
I don't know about that. It's a bit better than it
If you've
looks.
ever needed a suppository, you know what it'll feel like.
Exactly.
Better than it
Well,
looks.
this isn't so bad. What have I been worried about all these years?
All right. Well, unfortunately, sometimes unfortunately, something. Believe me, all right. I something feel regret mine isn't big enough.
Yeah.
Bobo, what are you measuring in at right now? A full?
Maybe about 3.5 inch
There you
boner.
go. That's good enough.
3.5.
3.5.
That's more than enough
I'm
to
not
get
sure
the
if
job
it's big
done.
enough, all right.
Give it to her hard and fast, Bobo.
That's the thing. I get nervous.
It's
that
one of
mine
those
isn't
times
big
where you're
enough.
like, wait, is it in? Is it in? Is it in?
I think
No?
that sometimes as great looking as I could be, that's always the hard part is having.
Do you
the
work
size.
out, Bobo?
Yeah, I've been starting to work out.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, plow her, man, like a field. Plow her good.
Yeah.
You gotta
Like
plow
a
her good,
field?
Bobo?
I've never been
Yeah.
referred to as a field.
Yes.
It feels a little good, actually.
Yeah, stick it in, Bobo.
Yeah.
Stick it in good.
Okay.
Oh my God! How long?
Tanika, there's no one better to be in this situation right now than me and Tanika and Anastasia. There's no one better.
Tanika has tapped out. She tapped out a while ago. She was like, I just can't deal with this.
I didn't expect to see penises this morning. Okay.
Well, we
have to prep ourselves mentally.
Like
for this.
naked chicks this weekend. It's
At
like,
least
Yeah, it's
at
always
least it
something.
started small though.
And I wasn't expecting the show. I wasn't expecting to show it off.
yeah.
Well, we can see that. We can see that,
And you're
Bobo.
not. Yes.
Believe me, all right. Believe me, believe me, I would have it shaved off the first time I would get some.
That's good to know.
Believe me, I would make sure to shave it off.
Lucky gal.
Now, Bobo, you a virgin?
Yes, unfortunately.
With that
I am.
delicious cock, how can you be?
I don't know. It's
Weird. I am too. So there you go.
Oh, see?
I don't know. Yeah, but the
He's looking at me like, yeah, right, bitch.
I can never be sure if anybody actually is a virgin, all right?
Oh, yeah?
It's a bit different than saying it.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow.
Jump up and down, Bobo. Let that penis bounce around. Bobo, jump up and down. They like to watch it bounce.
No.
Jump.
Oh, my
Let it come
God.
on. Let it shut that cock bounce.
Here he goes. Bobo's ready to jump.
All right,
Bobo.
I've never done this before.
Yeah, just jump. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Jump.
Oh, my God.
Jump.
There is no need for this.
We lost Donnell.
Oh, Donnell left?
Because he's never seen anything so small. He's black.
He was checking his email, reading the newspaper. He tapped out about a half hour
They
ago.
assume everybody has.
That looks like, you know what that looks like, Bobo? It looks like a cock if you took binoculars and looked at it backwards. Through the...
He's laughing at himself. He's like, this is hysterical.
I know.
He's telling, look at it.
Wait, did he
Well,
just
maybe
give it a shake?
where I come from, I don't mind if people joke about each other.
That's right.
That's what I'm
look at
talking
that.
about. Bobo's a good sport.
If you can't make fun of Bobo, who can you make fun of, right? Is that the way
Yeah,
it
but
goes?
believe me, I don't mind about going with a friend or relative and going back and forth joking about each other.
A little joke is harmless, right, Bobo?
Yeah, I do it all the time with my cousin. We joke about each other all the time.
I hope your pants are on then.
But if she lets you stick that
Believe me,
cock
my
in...
pants are on when I'm joking with him.
He's been standing here with his pants down for like a half an hour.
I know. It's ridiculous.
And it's still,
Yeah.
I guess you'd call that hard.
Well, it's kind
You
of,
could call that.
a request.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it
But
is.
believe me, at certain moments when it needs to be hard, it'll be
Yeah,
hard.
it gets hard. Look at those
Certain
big, heavy
moments.
breasts.
Some things do get me.
They're heavy.
It does get
You
me.
imagine cupping those heavy breasts and kissing them?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
She's dry heaving in the
Believe me,
corner.
I do. Believe me.
His own breasts.
He's feeling his own nipples and has been for a half an hour.
Whatever you're doing, the girls like it.
No, I'm not. I'm just
Give it to her in the shitter.
He's giving himself purple nurples as we
trying to
speak.
hold my shirt up. Believe me.
Right in the shitter. Show
You've
your
got to hold his
Daniel.
shirt up, otherwise you can't find it.
No, believe me. I'm just holding my shirt. Hold
Okay,
up. Believe me,
that's
but. Yeah.
I really like that Gordon sweatshirt.
Oh, you're a Jeff Gordon fan also, right?
No, true that. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're running out of show.
So, Bobo.
Unfortunately, Opie, you're supposed to say, unfortunately, we're running out of show.
Let me kill Bobo's heart
Wow.
out. You can catch Donnell at Caroline's.
I like that segue. Bobo's dick's been out for like an hour. But if you want to laugh, come down to Caroline's Comedy Club. You got to pull your dick out of here to promote, right? You want to promote your show, pull your cock
Bobo.
out.
There you go, Bobo. Holy
I am not taking my dick out. I want everybody to know.
Come on, pull your dick out.
I just want everybody to know that it's not happening.
They crashed your website, by the way, the LFL website. They crashed it.
Listeners.
That's how many.
A lot of traffic.
That's how much interest we created for you guys.
Well, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm Tanika Renee, TANYKARENEE.
Is there any other way to spell Tanika?
Shut up. It is a black name. So.
Wait a minute, I'm Kira Mossett, and that's not really a white name. So, and I'm pretty well. I don't know what I am anymore. So,
You're pretty white.
She's Anastasia.
Anastasia Smith. Come on, girl.
Yeah, that's me.
She's horrified. She needs a
Kind
rape
of lost
shower.
for words now.
Yeah, she's still recovering from the stress and
Gotta
the
go scrub.
PTSD that we're
Yeah,
suffering
you
from.
definitely got post-traumatic stress disorder. It's,
Wow.
Thankfully, I have my degree in psychology, so.
Oh, boy, what a case study you got over here. You got a whole thesis. All right,
Darn, I shouldn't have went to school for education.
Thank you, Bobo. And we have to wrap up.
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
So, I'm not sure yet if it's okay for me to plug my gig on the 14th.
You got a gig?
14th is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you plugging?
Not much.
I'm doing a stand-up gig on the 14th.
Where, Bobo?
Well, if it's okay, I don't have the okay to plug the gig, all right? I'm sorry, Mersh, but I don't have the okay to plug this gig, all right? Thanks for inviting me to open for you. Well, I wish I could, but they're not letting me.
You had to plug something today,
They're not letting me plug the gig, all right? I would love to plug that gig, all right?
You have to plug that gig.
I need to get tickets sales,
nice
right?
and hard.
Well, where's the gig that you can't plug?
All right, well, where, if I could say where it is.
Well, as long as you're not plugging it.
Well, if I could say where it is, I would say it's at Quorum, New York. And I would say it was at O'Brien's Ale House.
Right, but you're not saying that.
I cannot say that. It's at and I would
I cannot say that.
And I would say for more information, to follow Mersh on Twitter. I would say
you can't
follow
say
Mersh
that
on Twitter.
Obviously,
wow.
But you didn't have permission to say that
contact
yet.
Information, I would say.
Yeah.
I just have to say, wow.
And my Rochester dates for April 1, 2, 3 went on sale today. And you can call the box office or whatever.
Can you say the name of the place?
Yeah, the Comedy Club. Brother Weeze is helping me promote this a lot, so hopefully that will sell out. And Cleveland, the 26th, at the House of Blues.
And I think we
February.
owe Donnell an apology. I mean, you know.
We didn't mean to make it so sexy.
Yeah,
that was for Black History Month, right?
Wait, no, I think he should thank us. We got a white dude with a small cock. He's probably like, yeah, buddy. You know what I mean?
It makes him look that much better, right?
Makes him feel great.
It makes you leave here on a Friday feeling good about yourself.
I'm good to go. Cock
Yeah, I admit the only thing sometimes my cock does sometimes to make others feel better about themselves.
So you're sharing and spreading happiness.
Yeah, but I wish I would get more lucky though with my cock.
More lucky.
Good dirty talk.
Yeah,
more
but
lucky.
the thing is,
where's the luck?
You need some type of luck to
but the
be
thing is,
more
I
lucky.
could be getting laid, but all it's doing is making feel people better about themselves. That's nice, but even Bobo needs to get laid. All right?
I love how he does third person. You know, even Bobo.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to say myself. Even I need to get laid.
Bobo, maybe they don't realize that you were the fugitive. They probably don't believe that you were the 202 fugitive.
Oh, he's got a bad boy side?
He was, yeah.
I'm suddenly aroused.
There was an ad I was doing where I said it was some idea I came up with. I was making fun of some bad radio bit that was being done.
Do the voice.
There's a 202 fugitive caller. I've got I'll just say I got $5 up for ransom. I stole $5 while someone in charge. The guy
What is going on? What is happening?
I
love
him.
My IQ just dropped.
Yeah, I just lost 5 points on my IQ. Thank you.
We go home now.
All right, Donnell Caroline's tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. Oh, tonight and Saturday, I'm sorry.
Yeah, can we come?
Yeah, you're
going to be on show, not come.
You be on Bobo's guest list.
Oh, Muddle.
No, I take care if you want to come out to the show.
Donnell is hilarious. You should check him out at Caroline's. Shut up, Bobo. We're trying to end this. All right, well.
He said, "Shut up, bitch."
And we'll be back on Monday. And
Yes.
don't forget the UFC event. Mark Coleman against Couture is the headline event. It's February 6th, which is Saturday. This Saturday. Tomorrow, right? And I don't know what I'm going to do for the Super Bowl.
You're coming with
Come
us.
to area in Queens. We're hosting.
Are you?
Yeah.
We'll get you drunk and take
I
a
don't drink. I'm an alcoholic.
Damn, why did I
okay.
say I was going to have a party?
You gotta come to area.
Party's off at my house.
Bring the
no
party
Super Bowl
to area.
party.
Party to area.
I could do that.
Who are we rooting for? Who are we rooting for, guys?
I want to see the Saints.
Thank you. Who that?
They won. They never won, so I kind of want to see the Saints.
Yes. Drew Brees. Go Brees.
I'll be at your house.
Brees. Go Drew Brees in his
I'll be
hairline.
at
Yeah.
Drew Brees hair.
Yeah, you absolutely.
Plus, nothing wrong with seeing footage of New Orleans craziness.
I love New Orleans
Really?
craziness.
Excellent conversation.
Boo Boo's hard cock.
Excellent casual banter, Bobo.
I would love to see the footage. If the Saints win the Super Bowl, I would love to see the footage of the craziness. And someone send me
You shouldn't use the word
uncensored
footage.
Inchage.
Yeah.
The inchage.
He wants to see
you want to see
the
the inchage of the game.
Hopefully the game won't end that way. Fourth in Bobo's cock.
I want to see the uncensored
4th and 3 inches.
Uncensored celebration highlights from the streets of New Orleans.
We got movement. We got movement.
Yeah.
Donnell, thank you.
Yo, it's been great.
We'll have you back in
the last time I'm going to see Donnell. Y'all want to
the last time
something other than a small penis? Come out to Caroline's this weekend, tonight and tomorrow night. But thanks for having me, guys.
Good seeing you,
Donnell.
Tomorrow night.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Have a good weekend. Enjoy the big game.
All right, cool. Later, man. See you Monday.